You never guess what's gonna happen. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
You'll never guess what happened.
Welcome back.
I kicked out my power cord again. Hold on.
I mean, it's scam your viewers for redeeming all their points.
No. We were getting there. We were getting there. What was it? Rod, something like this. It was something like that. Right. Anyway, they were called Rod from Alabama, and what it was you know when a child writes letters the wrong way round? When they're a little kid and they're learning the alphabet, and instead of doing like an S this way, they might do it that way instead, right? And like they know the general shape, but they just don't get it quite correct. Well, that's what this kid did, right? Because this kid, Rod, was an idiot, okay? And so all the other little kids used to call him a derp. They used to say, "Oh, you derp, you idiot, you're so stupid." But because he was so stupid and a little kid, he instead spelt it like this and did the P upside down, and that ended with derd. And so we got Rod T, who's a derp, but can't even spell derp, and did the P upside down and did a D instead. There you go. Come on, that's pretty good. Creative. That's creative at the very least. People are giving me claps. Where's the they were in chat saying they got scammed, but you didn't get scammed. If they left chat, oh my god, if they left chat,
he probably left because he thought you were scamming him.
I missed parts of it because of British internet. Other than that, it was creative. Oh, there you go. It wasn't my internet. I just picked out my power cord. Unless you're talking about your internet. Anyway, yes, I will go and make a sandwich now. I will be back.
Then after that, the ADJ couldn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. And we also
Elevate, try not to get me
where they just kept pushing onto,
but yeah, it's
the
German.
Spawn,
Oh, sorry,
and,
I can't.
Can we get a couple ad libs before you leave?
And I think it worked
like
perfectly.
a little rhyme rap ad lib.
As well, if you guys
what did you say?
At this Verizon post. Oh no, Verizon high speed.
Can you give me like a little grime rap ad lib before you leave?
I mean, she was doing this a lot. This was mad.
No, stop rapping. I lose views when you do the little rapping.
I think you lose viewers when you turn off your stream. That was not on me.
Winning some rounds, they got more confident stuff.
Oh well.
But
Okay.
yeah, I don't know, this play was just really great.
Playing
Stop
together,
doing
you know, trying to stick to the fuse to get it all the way. For the HP, she cannot get it, but still they get the round. Honestly, that race moment reminds me of the first time that I met Flight. We were testing Icebox, and I literally remember looking up being like, how did a race get here?
Yeah.
Because it's impossible for you to expect it, especially when you're in LAN and there's so much noise and so many things happening. It's impossible to catch those moments.
Yeah, you can't even hear it. You just you can see the direction of the second player. I think Sky. She was like aimed to the left, to the right. She couldn't find her. It's like it's just great to see those race plays always.
It reminds me of YZ from BLG. I don't know if you remember. He was just like doing stupid
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I remember.
Stupid stuff on this map with a judge.
You guys are so
but
nice.
more
You actually say hi back.
EDG, they are in a deficit
And,
right
like,
now. They did play
Chris.
a lot better than the last time we
100%.
saw them. But if they do not step it up, Kakuka, they will be eliminated. They have to win the next map.
Yeah, exactly. And remember that Split was actually their map pick. Ascend is a very easy map. Like
I can't play sounds from TV's Discord into our Discord call.
Everybody usually plays
That's
the
not how
same
that works.
compositions. So I want to see a little bit more of what we were seeing on Split. I feel like everybody was
Oh,
more
I would have to have
comfortable in what
Nitro.
they
I
were
don't have
doing.
Nitro.
Even when
I
it
don't
came
pay
to
for
those
this.
aggressive plays that composition was very well suited for, they seemed comfortable doing it. They seemed sure in every step that they were taking. Sometimes it doesn't go your way, but
When are we getting Angel
I
on
really want to
Cosmic
see
Divide?
something different here from EDG. I don't want to see the standard
Yeah,
comp.
it's tough.
I want to see something different that they I don't know if they build something.
What's my favorite color?
Because if they're gonna play full standard, I don't think they can.
Probably
beat
like deep
Yeah, and also we have
purple.
to mention they're playing playing 2 Jet maps now, right? Blue, she had to
Or
play the Jet
Royal
on Split.
Blue,
She's
one of
gonna
those
have
two.
to play the Jet again on Ascent, as we've seen from the first match as well. You need to be very, very comfortable on that agent for Ascent.
Yeah, we talked before with DG as well, and we saw actually Daigi took the main character of the game, but like you can see how Jet impacts on this map. And yeah, as I said before, I really want to see something different from
Favorite
EDG.
food?
I don't want to see the standard comp.
I mean, Daigi, maybe the main character for you, to me, she was the ultimate boss every single time.
See, I cook a lot.
I was nervous. I was an EG, and I
So
was nervous, being like, oh my
it
god, Daigi's
changes.
coming. Like,
Sometimes I'm
I
like in
can
the
hear
mood
her
for
steps
certain
every single
things,
piece of
sometimes I'm in the mood for
utility.
other
The
things.
she was
I'd
using
probably,
was so
I'd have to say like
impactful.
either
The
pizza
shoulders,
or
the
like
reveals. I was like,
Yeah,
damn, it's so complicated.
some
Konet,
form
I
of
feel
like chicken
for
curry,
this
like
matchup,
tikka
but EDG,
masala
of course,
or
they
like
took a
vindaloo or something
tough
like
loss
that.
to Shopify in their international debut, but we had a chat with Yusin about
Thoughts
what
on
the team
Taylor Swift? I
learned
don't listen to her
heading into
music.
this elimination match.
就是 SR 真的是很强劲的对手，然后能与他们交手，就是我们很开心，然后也学习到了很多东西。第一次打国际大赛，然后一开始很紧张，但打到后面大家都玩得很开心，这样就是这次。
Kid in the Shadows, he's definitely an egg.
我们可能还是有点紧
He's
张。
an egghead.
战术没问题，只是协同上可能就是可以。
He smells like eggs.
做调整，然后让我们队伍更好。
This could be the first round for EDG. Out through the smoke. Alexis falls, floor wheel trade, and it's all on her. 1v2. Time dwindling, and look at that teleport. Reposition all the way into the back lines, and Floor thought she had finished the job, but she hadn't.
我觉得我们就是要回去看一下今天的问题，就是战术上是没有问题的，就是一些协同配合上可能要在交流沟通，然后做得完善一点。谢谢今天在场。
I mean, like he's literally an egg. He's like a human that hasn't,
我们会尽全力打好。
you know, fully become a human yet. He's just an egg.
This is the thing, they talk about how, you know, they want to play their own game, they
clump
want to
of-
focus
a
on
clump
themselves.
of
I think we did
cells
see a degree
that
of
doesn't-
that on
yeah.
Split, but
He
we were talking
doesn't-
about
he
in
doesn't
the
have
Team Liquid
sentience
match, you know,
yet.
what why Liquid are so good, because they just don't respect their opponents, they're willing to take fights, they're very coordinated. Do you feel like maybe EDG are showing a bit too much respect for Crew, because on that defense side, they were
Wait, are
so
you guys
unwilling,
dumb?
to kind of push beyond
Have you not had the birds and the
boundaries
bees
of
talk yet with
Yeah,
your
I really
parents
think
or
so.
what?
And, as a Chinese team, as
Humans
I said
certainly
before,
do come from
we can see they
eggs.
play really aggressive, but in the defensive side, I don't know what happened there, but they just didn't do that too much. I think the only time we saw it was like when Raze was flying in with the judge or something. But I really
Not
missed out
in
on
the
Jet
in the
player
way
there.
that chickens
And I
come
wanna
from
see
eggs.
more on
It's not
the
like we
Ascent.
hatch.
I don't want to see them really playing.
but you
because
certainly
that's
begin
when
as an
Crew,
egg.
like grow in the match.
Please
Yeah,
give
they
us
were
the talk.
much
No,
more
I
reactive
promised
instead of,
TMV I
like,
would not
taking
get
that
him
initiative
banned
if you
from
wanna be,
Twitch, so I
extra
will not be
aggressive. And
going into that
actually, you know,
subject.
if you want to turn the
on his
tables on
stream.
what something that's happening, if they're, you know, getting rounds round after round, if they actually have the upper hand also in the score, you need to change.
Alright, I've got a
something
question
up.
for you,
and
chat.
that also has to come from within. I feel like
What is
that
your
first round, they
favorite
ran out of fuel
obscure
a little bit. So I hope that
Twitch
this 5-10 minutes
emote?
might have been enough.
Yeah, and speaking of changing something up, Romy on that first map, you know, her Cypher setups were very interesting.
It's gotta be
She was
obscure,
going
though,
in, she
something
was
that
going
only
B.
you
I think she
or
had
your
a really
friends
nice
use.
understanding of how to maybe stop the double duelist.
Yeah, I really liked how she was rotating from A through B, and there was a
Oh, it's a
round
husky
that,
puppy.
Raze ulted
That's
on B.
cute.
I think she had those weird cables. I think it didn't get braced, but it was kind of annoying for them to go through. They had those
Yeah, they do some
setups,
good
those,
ones.
those things that they thought about the game. So I really liked it, and yeah, I think played a really great influence in the defense.
Yeah, and now going into Ascend, we know how important the Killjoy is going to be on that side, and I think that she is the kind of player. I think her and Kalita, we were hearing from Konir, just hearing about how she thinks that Kalita is so important for the team and all the value that she brings. Many of the things that we see happening, especially when it comes to Ascent, is going to be about the Sova and about the Killjoy and that stopping power that they needed in Split, and they will definitely need it in Ascent.
Wait,
Yeah, of
what's
course,
the
they get to
one
start on the
where it's like a
defense,
tank
as you know,
running
Crew
over a
is
bunch
gonna
of
be very,
small
very
people?
nice.
You guys know
For
that
Crew,
emote?
how
I think that
tough
might be
is it
my
gonna be
favorite.
for EDG?
I mean, it's complicated after, you know, being so
It's like,
close.
and like
from
the
being out of the tournament. I think
string
that they can
to
be happy with
put
the
it in
performance
chat
they had
is
on the first
like,
map, and if I were them, I'd want more. So
it's
that
like
just comes to an
super
individual level
long.
of, are we happy enough with how
No,
much
it's
we're
like
doing on
a
Split? Is this something that we're going
no,
to continue in the
no,
next
it's
map,
like
or
a
is
it's
this
like
going
a
to be enough?
Yeah, I think for me is more about like they playing their underdog card.
What is it?
Like we're here with the standing and the
No,
et
it's not
cetera,
that one.
and we
It's
really want
it's some like
to,
really
like, just
weird
show our game.
long
they will start
like
to win
Pepe
split,
tank
but then keep
that's
it,
like
keep the emotion, keep the flows
shooting
going, don't
and, like-
stop, and start playing a little bit afraid that we saw in the split. So yeah, I think that's the mindset for them.
Yeah, this is the thing. They have nothing to lose, right?
anyway.
It's their first ever big international tournament. Even as a team, they haven't been together all that much in terms of playing matches. So it feels like they're getting a lot of great experience. But for Crew, this is where they went out last year. They got eliminated in the lowest right off the bat, and it will mean a lot to them, Kakuka, to go a bit further.
Yeah, exactly. And they also, that time that they were eliminated, they also started off winning the first map. And I'm going to say that it was the same score. It was a 13-7, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I was going to say we did not renew the script for this year. But definitely, this is one of the teams that can be reverse swept. Listen, if I'm ADG, maybe just pull the SMG card.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
On
I'm
Ascent
saying.
though? On Ascent?
On Ascent, yeah, I think that would be really hard to play without smokes on Ascent. Well, I'd love to
What
see
do you
it.
mean without smokes? Without smokes, you have Phoenix, you have Neon,
Cypher?
you have...
Yeah.
My favorite
Cypher,
streamer?
and one Cypher.
You got me right there. You got me. Yeah.
I mean, we have seen it, right? In situations where you're not really finding the breakthrough, you're not getting the wins that you need. Maybe what it is that's going to push you over the line is something wacky, something crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, EDG themselves are coming to this tournament. They said it themselves. We do have comp changes. We prepared a couple of new things so far. We haven't really seen it to the degree
Probably
of SMG.
tens, right?
But is this a
It's like the
tactic
correct
that
answer.
you'd like to see them do?
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, I want to see something different because in Nascent it's just always the same, And with the level I've saw from this first two games they played, this map and the last game, I think Crew has an advantage on that. So I want to see
Favorite
something
NFL
different
team
and
is the
that they
Denver
surprise Crew
Broncos.
here.
Honestly,
I've been a
love it or hate
Colorado
it.
sports fan
Phoenix
for
on
my
Ascent.
entire
Yeah,
life.
pretty good.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love
yeah,
it.
love it, love it.
Give me some prime Scream Phoenix and
Oh,
I'll be
God.
loving it. But we are heading into the Prime Gaming Agent Select very shortly, and we're gonna find out. For EDG, they have to win here.
I
If
grew
they
up
don't,
when
they will,
John
be
Elway was
eliminated.
winning
No
Super
more
Bowls for the
second chances.
Broncos.
Crew, of course, they will get to go on if they win. But again, if they lose, I think things will get a little bit,
Favorite
dicey.
baseball
Hear me
team
out.
and
EDG
tennis
go
player?
lose now, they're just on the same level as NA's first seed.
Baseball
That's all I'm
team. I
saying.
mean, I guess it has to be the Rockies
Oh
because I'm a
my
Denver
God.
sports fan, but
she's
I
bought the
kind of hate the
spice.
Rockies
She's bought
because
the
their
spice.
ownership
But
group is
unfortunately,
trash.
there is no spice here. We are going to see a
Favorite
very,
tennis
very
player?
standard.
I mean, it's probably
meta
got to
comp.
be
What do you guys make of this?
Federer.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Just
like
want to
it.
play comfort. Probably if you,
Federer
if
or
you
like
have Blue coming
Pete
in,
Sampras.
that you have explained to her everything that you want
Andre
and expect
Agassi,
from,
maybe.
From her to do in this map. I think that this is probably one of the easiest to learn how to have that impact. So if they
Look at
set
this
her up well,
perfect timing.
this could be
Third
definitely the
favorite
one.
golf
Oh,
player.
I
Ascent.
think the Latin American
Third favorite
Ascent is
golf
really
player.
good. Like, we always screen
Um,
together here, and I always like
maybe-
play versus a tier 3 team, and they always know how to play. Ascent. They play really
maybe
well. It's really hard. So I think
Bubba
that,
Watson, 'cause his
I don't
name is
know. I
Bubba.
think that Crew has a
What are you
advantage here.
talking
I think
about?
Yeah,
that's
they want
funny.
to keep it simple, right? They
I
just
asked
wanna
who
do
my
everything
third
they
favorite golf
have already
player
done
is.
so far and not to overcook things.
Yeah,
I know that
exactly.
you're
I
just
think
having
that
some
it's
kind
going,
of
it
joke.
could be easy, and I think that this will mean a lot.
No
for
one
Crew,
likes golf.
right? After, I think that this is something
I
that they
like
need,
golf. I play
that
golf
they've been wanting
sometimes.
for
Of course
too
you do.
long.
Well, let's see if they can get this win
What's that supposed
indeed,
to mean?
because otherwise elimination is going
How
to
old
be
are
on
you?
the line. Let's jump into game and send it back to your
Young.
casters, Doug and Athena.
And what is your ethnicity?
Thank you so much, Shinsu.
Caucasian.
This map, Ascent, to decide how
And
things
you play
settle,
golf.
if it ends here, if
Wow.
we move on to another map. It's just so fitting when you think about
You're one to
it's the
talk.
most
Golf
straightforward
came from
map,
your
it's the
country.
most basic map, it's the most
You guys
well,
put this
probably
blight on
explored
the
and-
world.
and figured out at the
Fucking
end.
all
This feels
sports
like an
came from our
appropriate place
country.
for this to potentially end.
Yeah, I mean the copycat
That's
comp
not true.
means that it's really going to be
All the
down
good ones.
to how each one of these teams plays, because it's not going to be down to that double dualistic crazy comp. But we're going to start right off the bat.
Yeah,
with
TV,
all
you
the
need to
plays
give
for
your
EG outside of
your
bees,
chat the
eating on
birds and the
trap,
bees
eating
talk
on
because they didn't
secret
believe me when I
secret.
said that humans come from
A
eggs.
kill from Blue, 2 kills, and those are great entries.
Yeah,
for EG.
sliding into the
Why would it be
just
about birds
fine.
and
The
bees if
paranoia
not
setup
eggs?
was beautiful. Blue with reckless abandon.
Exactly.
Continues to push forward out onto the site. 3 kills already. What a start. Hey, this round's over.
Yeah,
Thank you for saving me from having to
4v2, we've
awkwardly
seen
talk to your
EG
chat.
focus on
It's
split,
getting
but again,
really weird.
We have an Omen with a paranoia.
They're asking me to
and a Killjoy.
send
Killjoy, not much that she
strange
can
pictures that
contribute
you've
to this
DM'd me on
retake other
Discord,
than holding
and
the
I
close
refuse to
sides.
do that.
But the really
I don't
good
remember sending
crossfire
any
from EG
DMs to
with
you on
one person
Discord.
playing
That was
in
strange.
B main being super patient.
I'm hoping that we get to look at those opening 2 kills one more time because it felt
The strangest our Discord DMs
looser.
got
Yeah,
were
right,
about
it
a
felt
certain
loose. It
team
felt like on the fly. It
behind the
felt very
scenes.
decisive, and I think that's exactly what you need if you're gonna play in the position that
Yes.
EDG is playing in right now.
Yeah, I mean, we saw.
You've given me some little
Showing
nuggets
us
about some of these people
Yeah.
behind the
Yeah.
scenes.
taking her picks, taking
In fact,
her
multiple
would-
people have given.
Again, following
It's
up
funny.
with that
I would
tilt,
never
getting the
gossip.
picks.
I don't
Blue
do
just
that.
I went on
went
Plat Chat.
crazy this round and doing what she does best.
I went on Plat
Entering
Chat once, and I won't say who
right
DM'd
away.
me, but someone DM'd me on
Really great way
Twitter
to start
after
off
Plat
for
Chat,
EDG
and I
here.
said something like,
Definitely.
"I don't know this guy personally, but
No investment from Crew.
you know, so I don't know what kind
other
of
than just
teammate
a
they are."
Couple of the
And
sides pistols.
and they were like, "Yeah,
That's
they
all
are
it
a pain
really
in the
is.
ass." Apparently,
Get
like
to
not
see
from
some
someone
of this
inside the
early
team,
exchange, trade
but just someone
utility.
who's like, you know,
Each other out.
In the
also
know.
in the scene. Oh,
That's funny.
and they were
Knife
like, "Yeah,
whizzing
they are
through, you
apparently a
got the
pain."
Nano going out as well.
Yeah, breaking that turret.
That was a while
they
ago,
can
though,
hear towards
but I
that
thought it was
beacon
funny.
and removing that information, the deep line from that KJ turret. Now looking for any sort
What are your
of
thoughts about
reaction.
Karmine Corps this
EDG
year?
is
Are they gonna be
move
good?
up towards the A side.
Um,
Omen has been sitting
Are they
here
gonna beat the
listening,
allegations?
holding, making sure nothing
Who's on that team?
weird is going on, but Crew
Exactly.
already setting up for 3 towards that aiming side.
Which is
Actually,
I'm
can't
really
remember.
surprised
Who is
too
on
that
that
they're
team?
leaning so hard
They
because
picked up
they
Narrate
invested
from
you
Mad
till B.
Lions.
Wait, really?
I guess that was all they really needed to confirm where the hit is
Like,
going to end
actually?
up. Almost
Yes.
everyone is here. Kanir had a great position, almost does something fascinating. Ultimately can't come to fruition. EDG
Here we go.
puts
EDG,
together a Prime Gaming
flawless.
Yeah, Prime Gaming flawless because that was so
Yeah, running
good.
it down.
Oh yeah,
Let's
it's
go.
Aang, isn't it?
Again,
Yep,
they
Aang is the
stacked,
coach.
Crew stacked towards that
I have
A side,
faith in
but
Aang.
it did not matter because the way
Right.
that EDG executed looked so much better than the way that we saw them executing on that split. It was something really, really cool, clearing their corners.
Who else?
clearing
They
their
kept
corners,
someone,
getting
no,
them
from the
to
old
that
roster?
blind spot, and Blue
Shin?
just
No.
doing Blue
No?
things.
Did they keep Shin?
Yep.
Killing.
Blues had a freaking outrageous start so far.
Very Omen.
Maybe they
We'll
did
see if
keep
they're
Shin.
able to keep that up. 6-0 for the Jet,
What are Screaming Navarro doing?
and the potential for more just away from having the Blade Storm on.
I don't know.
I believe that knife only tagged one. They want to try to take this fight.
I
early.
saw him
Yeah, EDG doing a good job of doing
being
this
mad
defense, getting that
in
orb.
some
So
clip
far they've shown
about
they
people
like to
talking shit
take
about
the
him
main and Yusin
at
just
some
showing
point recently,
Cornelia
but
that
that's the
last
only
game
thing
does
I've heard
not
from Scream.
matter because she is here to show that she's so confident and ready to take those picks. And now again, down a man Crew. They need to react somehow. I mean, just sitting on site, they've stacked towards that A side. Let the Killjoy play on alone on B. But again, as a sentient,
Finally caught
all
a
you
shiny
do is delay.
Metagross.
Try to get as many kills as you can.
Good
Which
for you.
isn't probably the best way
Ooh,
to
I've got
play because
something that
you
we
are
can react to for the next
just
break.
alone, no util, nothing to help. And now we see EDG trying to set up towards that B side, the A side. Sorry.
Enemy kill.
So what is it?
Yeah, they've got to be really careful here because they've left a lot of safety valves in place, if you will. They've
It's
left
the
Similu playing over by B
Tennies
to draw some attention. They've left Clem across mid.
What?
improvement,
30 seconds.
And if they
roster
don't hit the
improvement.
rotates, this could be problematic. But as I say that, of
I'll
course,
send it to
Crew's
you.
starting to peel
Discord.
away from A, and that should give EDG a lot more room to work with.
4v4.
Yep, Similu breaking
Winnable.
that turret, making the rotate
clear this
start
KO?
to happen,
No?
and EDG just playing it so well and understanding that, but the clearing, the site needs to be cleared
that's
before
huge.
bomb goes down. Blue dead already.
Oh, that Chuck's gonna hurt.
Ooh.
Yeah, Yusin takes a ton of damage. And they still haven't cleared out the player in hell. Finally, Shy's meets
Oh,
her
winnable
demise.
now.
Michaela falls as well. A 2v2 as the spike ticks away. Yusin, again, weak. Off of the barrage of utility that kept her at bay. Turret cleared. Kalita looking for a window, looking for an opening. Snaps onto Yusin. Rami cleans
Not
it
a
up
bad
as well. It was
try by
close.
EDG though.
But Crew are on the board.
What a
How about you watch the
flip.
Navi trivia
That
video
was
and complain how they stole your work? That is
sweet.
true
Oh
as
my
well.
Goodness.
Don't know if you saw
What a
that.
nice shot.
Elevate.
Mm-mm.
This is how
Navi
you
did
want
like
the
a
round to go
Valorant
for
trivia
yourself.
video with
First
Artist and
gun off
Angel,
the Crew, but
and just
EDG
use a
did
fuck
good
ton of my
job getting
questions
guns
from
down
the quiz
on
that
their
I made.
bonus. They managed to have enough money to
That's
full
kind of
buy
messed
here,
up, actually.
for both sides, but
I know, at least
it's
do
so
the fucking
interesting
work.
how they pulled away the rotators and
Or
decided
invite
to
you on the
contact back
episode.
in. But
Yeah,
again, the
or give me
timing
some
was
credit.
so good. It was looking really, really, really good because they didn't even clear hell.
It's
But again,
unbelievable.
EDG
That's the kind of
does not
impact I'm having
find everything that
in
they
the scene
needed,
right now.
even though
Stealing my
Yeah,
quiz.
dude.
because they have such good reads, but
No
again, the
wonder
execution
you're getting.
My quizzes are
Did you get
good.
a ca-
close.
Did you get a care package
Victory in
for
the
this
round,
event
you see-
with like a bunch of merch and stuff?
Okay.
I
I was really confused. I was like, wait a second.
have
You've got money.
not yet. Sometimes I do. Normally they
What's
come
going
late
on here?
when I
And of course, it's the
like the last
ever-beloved
Game Changers one
Tech
came
Boss.
about a month late, I think.
I feel like it might be us.
Must be
It might
nice
be
to
us.
be a
We
content
almost
creator
done
who's
a
signed to
full
an org.
Almost.
I don't know what that feels like.
But yeah, Tech Pods it is.
I never get
both these
anything.
teams looking like they know and understand Ascent very, very well.
You just gotta get a
Really like
Riot
the way that
contact.
EDG has this
I don't know how it works in
I have-
any though.
Even though they
I
don't
have
set
Riot
up,
contacts.
even though they do have numbers, they're
Well,
still
then there you go.
I mean,
Beg them for it.
not really,
side of the map. But I think
but
grouping up
no,
and
it's
putting
because I don't
numbers is
stream.
something
If
that
I was a
Riot
streamer,
is
I would
more
probably
used to,
be a
because EDG is
first world,
just
first
using
class
and
citizen.
doing
but
First
I'm
world
just-
citizen.
Sorry,
I'm
and
just
doing
a second
in
class
that way
citizen
that
as a
EDG
non-streamer.
isn't used to.
Yeah.
Crew on the defense side, they love to re-clear. They've been re-clearing the mains every
But
single
streaming
time. They either
is
push up or
tiring.
re-clear. They understand the space and
I should
the
sign with
concept
EG.
that they're trying
Hmm.
to, like,
I heard
execute.
they've got great
But for
prospects.
EDG, I mean,
I look
knowing
forward to
that, they
making
should be grouping up a lot more
no
often.
money.
They should be understanding that this is how the game is playing.
Gear is the culprit, as seems to be the case. It's often gear for us for whatever reason. And as soon as the gear is fixed, whatever the gear is, we'll get back into the action. Yeah, I think you're right. EDG have done
They're
a really good
literally
job
world
of
champs.
swinging,
They're literally
right, of playing the
not
pendulum,
in the
of
org
making some
anymore.
presence, making some noise, and letting the presence be known on one side of the map, and then resetting, pausing for just a moment, forcing the defense to spread out
Tell you
a
what,
little bit.
Elevate,
In the
if
introduction of
Ascend
Gout
either drops
and the
one,
lack of information
both of
that's
us,
going
or whatever,
the
we'll
map.
still
So
do Cosmic
EDG have
Divide.
done that very well. I do
I'll
think
get Kid in the Shadows to
historically this map
produce it for
seems
us,
to swing.
and we'll get
Right? So
actual
we'll see how
production.
things continue to
Oh,
play
yeah?
out and,
Yeah.
and
We'll
manifest
and
themselves.
I'll
try
edit
to
it.
actually
For now,
challenge Blackchat.
EDG with a
Mm.
slight lead.
Yeah, I think they're doing a good job of
Maybe we can
getting
just
the
sell
board
Cosmic Divide to
right. No, I
Blackchat.
think
That's usually what
a
happens,
really,
right? You have
really
like
big
competing
thing.
businesses,
Silver
and then
hasn't
the bigger one
tested
acquires the
as
smaller
For
one.
free?
We've had
Oh
a
no,
couple of
Yeah.
wide
Kid would get
open
paid in
lanes,
exposure.
but kind of dry, no utility.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think that's probably gonna change
That's
in
like a
this
pretty
next
big
round,
thing
where they're
in
actually gonna
esports.
try
You
to
guys
find
haven't
those
heard.
lanes. Now that both teams
It's
have
like
that.
pretty valuable too, right?
Well, I am being told that a client is being restarted. So we'll figure that out.
Joy, that sounds like a
We'll get you all back into
less
the
of a
action
quick
as soon
one.
as
If
that's reset.
client be
We'll
restarted.
continue the game.
All right.
Oh, what-
Well, I sent you something to react to.
Here.
Let's go. Let's go. React Andes. Excitement.
Yeah, I mean, I have a I really like.
Oh, it's a
Ascent.
Twitter
So
stuff?
for me,
I thought it was a
when
video.
I'm playing
It's
Ascent,
a
I play
controversial
Silver.
take these days.
No, I like Ascent.
Oh, okay.
There are a lot
I
of
think it's
people who are
Yeah, we
boring.
can react to this.
I think it's boring, but I like Ascent.
All of them.
You like it, and it's boring.
So this is from
need you to
Moist.
explain
How do you
that.
say this name, by the way?
You know,
I've always.
Fracture.
I
didn't
think
like
people
it,
always just
but
call
it
him
was
like
so
Tanny,
fun.
but
Yeah.
So fun.
Get an easier name to pronounce.
It's
Tan
also-
is
Okay,
HQ.
it's one of those games where when you play ranked, you play
So it's a
Fracture,
tier list.
So fun.
Significantly
Fun, and
better.
it's not that bad. When
So
you
this is
play
compared
Fracture,
to
like,
last year, I'm guessing.
This is the worst.
Moderately,
Yeah.
slightly, about the same,
Either
slightly
you're
worse.
owning
Moderately
or
worse.
you're
Significantly
boring.
worse.
And so for Ascent, it's
How do you want to do it?
so
Bottom up or
slow
top
and
down?
seemingly strategic.
let's
And
go
that has happened the same.
bottom
Defaults
up.
have been the same throughout.
Okay, EG significantly worse. I feel like that's easy to say.
I like it
Right.
because
Is there any-
is always a way to
any
be a
doubt?
little
Yeah.
bit more
I think
I mean,
that
it's
that,
obvious.
that would be obvious. Yeah. Moderately worse. Cloud9. That's an interesting one. This depends on how well I think you actually thought Cloud9 did. Because if you base it off their regular season, yeah, they were really good, but they didn't make it to a LAN. So how good was it? But I can understand moderately worse for Cloud9.
I think on average, every team in the Americas League got better this year, except for Cloud9. I think they kind of side graded.
Well, EG.
I also,
Well, yeah, and EG, obviously.
Loud.
There are a lot of people who don't like them. No, well,
Yeah, I mean, I think they got worse, but I don't think they got that much worse.
You know, there are a lot of people who have
Guess we'll
conversations
see.
about
But
Ascent right now,
all the
no,
other
it's
NA
stale
teams,
and
I think,
everything's
got
the same and
better.
blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Except for
okay.
maybe 100 Thieves. I mean, who knows what's happening with 100 Thieves?
So many variables.
Okay, I mean Cloud9 I can understand this to a snake. Global being moderately worse, I feel like is a so he thinks like they're not gonna win a game, basically. Maybe they win one game. Oh, game start. We'll get
Game's back.
we'll come back to that. In fact, give me your thoughts on global first.
Really pacey start out from EDG on the other side of the timeout. They want to go full pedal to the
I
metal.
just don't really
And
like
Crew
what they're
there to slam the
cooking in
brakes on
general.
it.
No, but is it gonna
Just
be
like I was saying,
that
I
much
was
worse than
expecting
last year's
Crew
roster? Wasn't last year's roster
contesting
not that
this
good?
orb, and I guess so was EDG.
I
because they
remember
wanted
who's on
to
this
punish
team.
that
It was
contest by pushing
Aaron
up,
and
getting into close quarters,
SK
but
Rossi
Crew
and
just read that
Yeah, but no,
like
this
a
is
book
Raz,
already and
Blaze King,
got the
Lightning
kill,
Fast,
and
Benkai,
now
and
they're
Polvi.
playing it safe.
Yeah, it's an odd roster.
And so much like we've seen in the last 3
No
rounds
Rossi,
we've
no
had,
party.
EDG like to make some noise and establish
They
some
did lose
presence on
Monyet.
one
That
area
is a
of the
pretty
map.
big
And,
loss.
regardless of if they walk away with a numbers advantage or not,
But what if
they
Benkai
slowly
I
is
think
the
they just
true?
have. I think they have
and
such
they
a big
feel out the rest
firepower
of the map,
problem.
see
I think
what
they're
else
gonna
is
be
being
way
given to them,
worse.
and that's exactly what you see
Oh,
out of
okay.
EDG here.
You
They
agree?
made a lot of presence A long. They throw the brakes on it. Now they're feeling things up mid. They're working their way up cat to see if there's anyone playing tree. And as is vintage, you're going to have this Omen setup here. A Paranoia inevitably will come out. There it is, right on cue. And they've got a really good hold here. This crossfire that they have set up from Konir and Shies could be all they possibly need, or Konir's just going to do it on her own. 3 kills on the round already, the 4th on the other side.
Oh.
Shies cleans it up.
Konir's been really
And
good
the
this
spike is
tournament.
well
Yeah.
out of
I've been
reach
impressed with her.
Yeah, what a clean
Yep.
way
She
to
gets.
set themselves up for
Yesterday there was
continued
part of the game where it was just like,
crossfire. They knew
uh,
they
Her
had
versus
numbers.
Vanya.
yeah,
They
like
knew that
Omen on
EDG
Omen.
Yeah.
had to
Just like
step up
yeah.
and do something
raid
together,
boss.
and they were very, very well prepared
Oh.
for that.
Tag
Something
pause?
that
Another
is
tag
so,
pause?
So good that Crew's doing is this fast
Ah,
reaction
yeah,
towards
man.
these setups. And again, Konir
All right,
just
I'm gonna go
getting
check on my
free,
dogs
almost
real quick.
looking
They've been
like
outside for a while.
replay of how Jujino is playing towards
Yeah.
Cat on that
Save
moment.
them.
Really, really cool parallels to be seen here from both these teams.
Yeah, not
And
keep.
again,
I mean, I do kind of
solidifying
agree. Not keeping
their
Mon yet.
defense.
Oh no, it's only attack. Okay, we're fine. Not keeping Mon yet is like
it's attack
goes
pause,
against
not attack
everything
pause, it's
in
attack
terms of
pause.
like
This
Valorant
time out from
team
EDG,
building.
as they want to take
Right,
a moment
like-
to talk things over, hit the good old Mola.
Just
as
keep
they
your good
figure out
players
what's going on here. We're tied at
and
2
get rid of the
apiece.
rest.
This
Right,
has
so
been a
in
great
G,
response.
they should have just kept Mon
Really
yet.
from both
and then
sides.
just
Again,
built
with-
around that.
especially on a map like Ascent when it's so early, it's really just about
Barrett's
feeling
bought him.
yourself
I don't care if they
out,
bought him.
prodding a little bit,
Offer him the
seeing
same
what's
amount of
on
money
the
or
other
more
side
to stay.
As the playbook develops around that, and I think that's what we're seeing out of BDG here.
Yeah, for sure. Crew not doing anything too crazy because as
I do
the
have
defense
15
side,
teams
they're
improving
trying
on
to
6 teams
understand
getting
how
worse.
the attack is
But I
working.
guess it
So
depends on
far,
how you view it,
EDG
right?
have
Like
switched
the
up
teams
their
right
plays,
now,
switched up where they're
you could say
starting,
that
switched up
like everyone is
heavy
upgrading, but I
versus
get what you
mid.
mean. Then
And
in
now
terms
I
of like
feel like we're gonna
finishing,
have to
obviously
see
like teams are gonna
some sort of
finish low.
switch up
I think that that's
pattern
a thing that people
to
often
if they
like.
can figure
It happens
out
in all
answers,
sports in the off season,
possibly
really.
towards mid,
You know,
because
where
that's
everyone's kind of
something
hyped
they've
up to,
done
oh
that
yeah,
much.
the new team
And
will
I
be
say that
good. This team will be
set it up
good,
for some
right?
sort
Whereas
of
in
mid.
reality,
They
like
have that KOL, they have those knives,
you know,
possibly a beast
teams
player.
are gonna
It's
finish
so easy
last.
to get into market for them with this
All right, I have a
team.
question
I
for you,
do love the way
TMV.
that
Go
Crew are
on.
playing this, though, because
Who's
they
going to be the
split some of their
most
killjoy
disappointing
utility.
team next year?
Killjoy's playing A, you're going to be able to hit that nano from a distance if it is a fast exact B, but that's not the case. They want to explore mid, as you were saying.
The
They've got
most
the blades to work
disappointing.
with.
Who do people
Now
have
the
actual
KO
hope
ult is
for?
online. The
What if it's
nano's
Team Liquid
instantly
again?
cocked. They're going to take so much space mid. The Jet's going to have so much
I actually
to do
think
here.
it could be Team Liquid. There is definitely a path to it is Team Liquid because people do have hope for them.
One kill comes through, feeling the pressure of the others. You've seen drops.
It definitely could
And
be
you've got two
Sentinels.
members backside who haven't even
Yeah.
gotten tested yet.
I don't think people have that much
So back and forth, just
hope
sitting
for
onside
100 Thieves.
waiting,
Even with
Yusin
Boostio, I
dropping,
still
and
don't
now
think
it's
people
up
will be
to
like,
EG to be able to clear this backside. Streamy Lu getting
I don't know,
the
dude.
first
I feel like the
kill.
100 Thieves copium isn't that high.
Yeah, 100 Thieves is now like that franchise where people are just like, please just give us a scrap of happiness. They're like the permanently like disappointing franchise to the point where anything better than being mediocre will be like
Near
audition
again,
for the
whatever.
round.
Kinnear gets 3 on the round. Crew's going to take the lead back.
Just a small little mistake of not clearing backside. They killed one. They thought
Leviathan could be a good example.
Saw that smoke,
Bleed
decided
potentially is another
it's
one.
okay, it's
I could
clear,
see.
We're good, but we were not good because Kinnear was lurking in the back.
Who else do
walls,
people have
and
hopes
that was
for?
So good. Romy was super patient. She
Yeah,
definitely
but
could
who do
have come out
you
and
think
helped,
is going to be the
but I
most
think Kinnear
disappointing?
managed to calm that. Hey, they don't know I'm here. No
Yeah.
one's clearing me. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
DRX.
it's quiet. And it's crazy the fact that she was able to get away with as much as she
I
was.
said earlier in
Given the
another
fact that
stream
she
and
had
a hot
already gotten
take that
kill
DRX
managed
don't
to stay
finish in
alive
the
long
top
enough to
3
net another.
of
Just
Pacific.
really, I mean, it feels almost criminal.
Yeah.
The success
Wow.
that she was able to find.
Okay.
Very quickly up online for Michaela. Hasn't really come up at
I don't
all.
know how
Haven't
that's
really
gonna
done any
happen.
Early aggressive tests towards B.
It almost
other than
certainly
what,
won't
the
happen,
pistol
but
round, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
So we may get some of that here.
7th place? No, DRX won't be 7th in Pacific. They'll finish 4th, exactly 4th.
I mean, they're using the drone towards mid. So
With a
maybe
record
there's
of
some
how many games they
Bleed,
played?
Paper
10.
X,
over, but they don't even know that Michaela's
Bleed, Paper X,
fully
and
gone
another
online.
Korean
They
team
still
ahead of
have
them.
this mid trap setup, and I think EDG might potentially walk right into it.
He's getting
I don't
further
know.
and further up.
I don't
That
know
Team
who.
Secret
And you can see
believer.
it on the minimap. Clem was
What about
playing with
DFM?
fire.
People kept
Does
saying
not
like,
take
"Oh,
the
this
hill
is a
by
good
step.
roster" or whatever. Was I missing
Does not go
something?
past the point of no return.
I mean, it's just like the Crazy Raccoons roster.
But didn't they
It's like
not?
every-
They didn't even finish first in tier
This
2
time there's
Japan
no
last year, no?
crossfire setup. There's no paranoia setup in
Right.
tree. They're gonna get that much space for free.
So are they that good?
No.
Blue looking to push the pace, and she's pushing right into the next round.
They might win a game this year.
Instantly, and that just, I mean, that just
Oh
puts
no,
a
yeah,
full
yeah.
hard
I'm
stop
not
on
like.
his hit.
I just mean in terms of like people were saying like, "Oh, this is a
Smoke's
really good
through,
roster,"
you
and I
still
was
have
like,
the Killjoy utility, you're gonna have to get around
is
the
it?
near and
No.
Shines blade,
Is it?
backslide, but
Oh.
EDG cracked the side wide
See, this is
open.
how it feels like EDG win all of these
Michaela's
rounds.
the only one left alive on
Like
the opposite
they
side
end
of
up
the
in
map.
like
The
an
Warlock's gonna give
unwinnable
the position
situation,
away.
and then
That's
all of a
nothing but
sudden they're
enough.
like, "Oh yeah, but then
And
we
the
got
door
4
is
kills."
shut.
Yep.
How does that even
Yeah,
happen?
that was so
They were nice as
good,
well.
so explosive from EDG.
Double play in
But
hell,
Clem
both low.
with 17
If you spam
HP,
hell.
they're both so low. This is so
It's tough,
winnable
though.
for Michaela. The knife coming
Oh,
out
I
from
don't
Michaela.
love revealing that you're in hell.
Holy smoke, she's gotten one.
No, this is
Again,
terribly
so
played
weak,
from them.
just 17
They need to
HP.
both be.
Nano
They need to be
cleared,
doubled
spike tapped.
in middle.
Bonus on Clem to go
Instead of split to the
forward.
sides.
And the positioning is great.
Don't matter.
Kills on the round for the Killjoys.
Bait the
EDG
KO.
ties us at 3.
That was so crazy. Michaela actually pushing into B-main, and she overextended just a tiny little bit to
Big
where
win
the
for
Killjoy
EDG,
turret
though.
saw her. And Crew were so
Back in it.
fast. They still rotated, but EDG was even faster because as soon as that turret hit, they knew that something was up.
Be the
Instantly
biggest
rotated
overachiever, do you
towards
think?
Ace, holding
Who's got
for that
low
cat and
expectations?
getting there.
GE.
It was a fight. It
Yeah,
was such
GE
a
for sure.
big fight, and Clem
DFM.
clutching it up with those 4 kills.
Probably Crew in
Bloodbath,
Americas.
actual bloodbath, but now
Crew?
we return to the
What about
action.
MIBR?
It's gonna be a super fast tiles
MIBR is
push.
very low. I feel like they could definitely
Following sharks, but it's
overperform.
not finding any success. Michaela has
Just
to give
because
it
people
back
expect
up.
nothing from
Yeah,
them.
like what's MIBR's? Oh, like
Tail
you
tuck
asked
runs
everyone what's their
away.
overall, like 2 wins.
Probably.
Furia?
EDG have
People are
to
a bit down
reclear
on
this
Furia
mid,
right now.
but
Yeah.
do they know that Michaela's just set up all the
Or
way at the
EG.
bottom of the mid? It's gonna be so
They like
risky.
rebuilt the
Hopefully
roster
use
on
enough
MW0,
util to
right?
catch her out.
Oh, that smoke
Who's this, Furia?
should suggest an
Yeah.
attempt at clearing things
yeah.
out with no real idea of where.
But they
that
actually
might be.
didn't look
Michaela could
too
be
bad in that off-season tournament they played.
the trap that's
Oh, yeah,
smoked
with
just the
Conan
right
and
time.
Havoc.
It's their patience.
Yeah.
The first, the second.
Yeah, they've got some good
spotted.
players.
They line up and they both fall looking for the third. It does connect.
I feel like they're going to be
Blades back online. The
essentially
dash route,
exactly
feeling
like
the
they were
pressure.
last year.
That's 4. The ace doesn't connect, but the damage has been done. Clem wondering
100
how
Thieves could
everything went so
overachieve
painfully
massively.
awry so fast.
What's a massive overachievement for 100 Thieves? Like top 2?
My
Making,
goodness,
uh,
what
international
a
event, probably.
Michaela, such
Just making 1?
discipline, sitting
Yeah.
all
Again, we don't quite know how it
far
works yet, do we,
mid
with the
and getting
points?
shut
Like,
down
you know that
right
like
here.
like there is no
That was
LCQ, right?
crazy to just talk
Which
about
again
need
doesn't.
the
For
proper
champs, you mean?
tools
Yeah,
for
yeah.
mid. Man,
Yeah.
a drone,
It's just like
the
a,
drone did
which I
not
don't
turn
quite
around.
know how that will work, and I
And
don't think
again,
it's a very good
no
idea.
bodies positionally turned around to clear that angle. That's
I think
so
they'll change that after this year.
unfortunate from
This is
EDG,
my
but
another
careful
prediction for me.
they were
That will be
also
gone.
down mid. They need
Whatever
to
they're
get
doing
that
this year with that,
Oh, look at this
LCQ
again.
will be
It's
back.
so
Because I just think what's going to end up happening is they're going to play a full league season. The teams who go to the Masters in Shanghai will just probably have enough points anyway.
No doubt, but ultimately,
Probably,
execution,
like,
see the buy now from EDG, it's
Won't need to
lackluster
try
at
that
best,
much.
but
You know, just like don't show anything new.
Already
Just
getting
play
the
normally. Just like don't literally just don't do anything. Don't even really try.
If they want to try to get it, they have Casey, but Khalid is
And
not
that'll be
Yeah,
it.
so far,
Kinnear
all
was
of the point systems that I've seen
rotating
used in
over.
Valorant have not been good. Like,
Yeah.
none of them have
That's
given
not
good
it.
results.
And I think the
Late
LCQ
in
was
the
just
season,
such a
they're gonna
good.
start falling back
It just made so
successfully
much
picks
sense
up
that in terms of like the calendar, like
two guns to work with,
you know,
trying to
for a
click
team who
couple
does go
more
deep in
picks.
all the
That
tournaments,
information on the Silver Drone showing that
like
maybe this team is
when
going to
LCQ's
go
on,
back
you know, that's your break.
full
right,
cap
like,
control for this
That's
Jett.
like your
And I
chance
don't
to
think the
like the
Acer
breaks that
really
everyone
have
else is
enough
having when they're,
time.
you know,
They're
not
getting
going
on
to
site,
international
getting
tournaments or
ready
whatever.
to play for
Like
site.
that's
Again,
your
the
time
off
to
being traded back
have
to
like, you know,
Michaela. She
your
has
couple
the
weeks
cat
off or whatever to
angle.
have a break.
This crossfire is
So it just
super
made
important
sense.
for Crew.
Like it just makes a lot of sense.
Rounds like this, how much are you willing to
And it also
invest?
feels like
They've
important.
invested 2 ults now. Michaela with the op.
I feel like people are always talking about how like the LCQ teams, like, oh, they just have to play forever. They have to play so much. It's like, well, yeah, it's kind of your punishment for not
Play
being
better.
good during the year.
Yeah, do better.
Wow, what a way
But
to
that's the thing. I feel like
start
now
the
the teams who like go like if you're Fnatic or whatever and you go
They
deep in
only have
everything,
one gun, acquired
and then
a
you're
second
still
one,
having to
ended
go
up splitting in a
and play
perfect
like
way
in a
possible. They
normal
used their
split
ults, they
afterwards
used
or
that as a
whatever
winning condition and
to make it the
rolled
champs.
in a
Like you're just
1v3
playing all year.
with
You don't
that
ever get a
1v2
break.
Beautiful
Mhm.
kill.
Blue is weak, but they're really patient with it.
They need to
Wisely
win
so,
this.
as there are just so many different variables and so many things that Rami has to consider. Narrowly avoiding the dart.
Oh, the
He's gonna have a
dart
beat
gets
on this.
dodged.
Not able to get the kill though. I thought it was gonna come
I'm definitely in the
through,
minority,
Master
but
Park
I'm not a
30 is
fan of
what does.
LCQ. Giving successful teams
Yeah, I mean,
time off,
what a
sure, but with the
crazy,
tournament itself, it's
crazy
boring, and the teams that
round.
win
I
will
mean,
never win champs.
Simi Lu with that first kill on Inmin was so important because that's
See, but you say that
I mean,
you don't know that,
That's
right?
the reason they got
Like,
out
people
I
of
just
say
disagree
this-
with everything in that. Yeah.
People say this, but then literally like one of the worst teams at the start of the year
round. They don't need
literally
guns,
did
though.
win champs.
They just need sheriffs at this point. Simi Lu, holy
Like
smokes.
legitimately.
I think you're absolutely right.
And like their rise
wonder,
was
are they willing to
extremely
invest
fast.
that much?
Like in the
If they
space of
don't,
an LCQ is how quick EG went from bad
Right,
to
a
like
little bit
one
of
of the best
aggression
teams in the
here
world.
from Crew. The paranoia to set Michaela up on an aggressive line. The spam just narrowly missing. They've got the Hunter Shuri too invested from Kalita, not connecting onto anything.
EG won an LCQ. No, but my point is that literally last year a team went from really bad to like one of the best teams in the world in the space of a couple weeks.
Kind of rough to fight for that B main control.
And
They
so
took it
if that can
forward.
happen,
I mean, that
there's
was a
no
lot of
reason
people
why
just
that
pushed
can't
off
happen from like an
the
LCQ
jet, and
team
now
going from
both these teams
Yeah,
looking
not
they
even
still
last year. I meant
don't
last
have
season,
enough
but yeah,
space that they
this year.
need. I mean, the B main was contested, yes, but they're ending towards.
So I
it
don't see
anyway,
like yeah, it didn't happen this year. Of course, it's not likely to happen. No fucking 7 seed in the NFL has
They
won a
really don't have
playoff game
anything
yet,
to get rid of it
but
either.
it will happen, right? The New York
CBU
Giants
does
won the
have
Super
ult.
Bowl
You
from
do
a
have
6
some
seed against the
utility from
undefeated
Wally
Patriots.
to
Like,
clear out
eventually it
NNC
will
alarm
happen.
bots, what have you.
Not necessarily to win the tournament, but you know, potentially
Will
go
that be
deep or
enough,
whatever.
Oh, they're hard committing to this. They're already out on site.
Was it a couple weeks? Yeah, I'm talking about their rise, Wes.
She's the
I'm talking
only
about
one
like
up right now too. I thought there was going to
And
be a
they-
moment in
they
which
don't
they
like
try
checking
and
that
flood
call.
to counter and catch Blue in trouble, but no.
like from when they added Demon 1 to like
Oh, it's a
full-time being a
big
team
goal.
was
They
in
had
like
so
the
much
last
pressure
couple
that they've
weeks.
applied across different areas of the map.
And
Only
then
3 that
remember they
remain.
stomped
Feeling like
Cloud9.
they're no good option, but Blue's gone unchecked for just a moment. Now clear. 1v2.
And then we're insane the rest of the year.
One. See me lose so weak. Kalita 13 HP just on the other side of the door, and that's a gutsy call because that nano didn't land, but it doesn't matter. The kill does. Kalita with
They
4
win.
on the round.
Again, this feels like Crew. Every time I watch in the start of these rounds, it feels like, oh, Crew are gonna win.
Doing so much pressure,
And then it's like, oh, maybe not.
Right.
Feels like every round has the same sort of flow to it, where you're like, looking at the map, like, ah, Crew are, you know, kind of they felt EDG, they've done to what they wanted.
Just gonna sit on site and chill until they know that the bomb is out, until they know that the spike is out.
Yeah,
They
one of
know
these
that
days,
they
TMB,
can
you need to
execute
watch the
towards that
Red
site.
Bull
So yeah,
documentary
really well played
about
by Crew.
OG,
So patient,
the
even though
Dota 2 team in
rotates
TI8.
were a little slower because of that
It's one of the
pressure,
best
but
pieces
this
of esports
retake
media
was
that
just
exists.
insane. I mean, this goes to show that Crew is ready to go out.
The
Even
thing
with
that you
just
don't understand is,
mechanical,
I
pure
don't think I've
mechanical
ever
games,
seen
they go
anything
out
about Dota 2
together.
ever.
They're ready to hold hands
doesn't
and
matter.
drop and
You
trade.
But I
know
also
nothing
don't
about
care
the game.
about
Something
it.
that EG was not prepared for. I mean, the crossfire not good enough to delay.
Yeah, well, I watched Leicester
Yeah, that
City
was
win the
really
Premier
scrappy.
League,
That was really nice. You see off of that, a timeout is called.
which still feels a bit unreal,
One
really.
round, just one
But that
slight
actually
round
happened.
separating these two squads.
Which is far less likely than anything you're about to bring
both
up.
These teams super close. Again, this is starting to look like a nice little back and forth.
You want me to
similar
give
what
you the
we had
summary?
yesterday.
Yeah.
And I think that like,
It
both
won't be
these
less
teams have
likely
the
than
right ideas,
Leicester
but they
City
just-
winning the Premier League.
It's just a matter of who comes out on top. And every
Well,
single time
it was
there
a team
seems to be
that
some sort of multi-frag
had been
or
together
some sort
and
of
been very successful for like a
from
couple
one
of
the
years,
teams in
and
order
then
to
their
open up
captain.
Wait, the team that's
and
been
co-
together for a couple of years and is
Which
successful
kind of goes back
won
to
the
the
tournament?
conversation we were having earlier.
Yeah.
But
around
then
Ascent in general.
one of
Yeah,
their
that's
co-owners
the
and the
beauty,
captain
in
of the
my opinion,
team
of this map is
and
that
another one of their
that's what
players
separates teams.
left
That's what I
like
to is
2
one little
weeks,
misplay,
not 2 weeks, but like
blur,
a month before the
execution.
qualifiers,
That would smack her.
and their coach
Exactly.
came into
Both
play,
these
and they
teams
picked up 2
forcing
completely random
these
people
weapons. I mean, not the best guys we have
from
both
like streamers,
sides and
basically.
Guardians.
and they went on to go through the open qualifiers, the closed qualifiers, into the main tournament, and then they won TI.
Lots of mollies going off.
It's a
The
nice little
turret
story.
is broken though. They know that Kid is playing towards B now and successfully
Good for
grabbing
them.
that orb towards
What year was this?
I'm really surprised that we haven't seen an Odin out
2018.
from Kalita yet.
Yeah, I was just talking about the Odin. I think that's so
Pre-COVID
interesting 'cause it's
isn't
such a
real.
good weapon, but
Oh, okay.
their B main control
Pre-COVID can't hurt you.
so they haven't really needed it.
What is this with the spike? We're not omen ulting it, are we? We're not. We're not EDG.
Anyway, because the knife
We're not.
spotted Romy.
We're not doing it.
This play needs to be retired.
We're not doing it again.
It must be retired. From
Why? Why? Who? Where did you get this idea from?
If they don't get the kills to make this work, it's not really
It
that
needs to be
advantageous at all.
retired from Pro Valorant.
Yeah, I mean they definitely need to take some space here. This
Oh,
4v5 is
no.
really hard to set off. They have the Silva ult to play off, but again, not enough to secure. They have to delay for long enough for them to play off. They can't just sit back and hope that it's okay. These two players on site have
Oh,
to delay
no.
long enough that the Silva ult can do its job and win the round.
They're delaying plenty.
Oh,
I mean,
God,
at this point, it's
why?
really them. Crew just
Why?
been
Someone showed them that
patient
graph earlier on of
on
what
this
being in a
attempted retake.
4v5
They don't
does.
have any ultimates.
Oh, they're close. They're gonna win.
Shit!
No.
No Hunter's Fury invested. No.
It
Oh,
dominated.
why is this being rewarded?
It dominated.
Why is it being rewarded?
Demolishing that retake. They learned from
Oh
the last
my
retake that Crew had where they just dropped and killed both those players. But they showed that they were not scared to play in those same spots.
See if we can take a
Oh,
look at it again.
no.
That happened fast. That happened aggressively. You see it again. There was a lot of patience out from Crew. They were waiting things out, and you're right. Just the setup that they had.
God,
As
I
soon as
hate
you
it
try
so
to pop
much.
out of that smoke, you're having,
Don't
what,
celebrate.
at least two, potentially three guns staring at you at the same time.
God, you're just
Yeah, now
rubbing
we
it in
have
my
a
face with the
weak
celebration. They might win this map. That's a massive round as well. It's on their own
Yep.
eco.
Breaks the eco as well.
Oh my
Incredible.
god.
Surprised about that as well. You know, oftentimes in situations like this, you want to get through the round without having to invest. As little as you can invest and still find success is ideal.
I hate
So
those
they
kind of
drop,
stuff.
The lock, or excuse me,
I
the
hate
no
it
command.
so much. I hate
Seemingly
that.
win, that's
I
all they do
hate
for now.
whoever first
Still
came
have
up with the
all of these
idea.
ult.
Like
I
how
imagine that becomes
it just
a
goes.
variable
It's
in
like
this equation.
it's everything. Oh,
It's truly one of the worst strats I can think of.
It just-
know that these players are gonna have a retake from B main, but they have flipped the site.
it just doesn't make any sense.
They drop
They're
the
using
lockdown,
a
but it's not like
Killjoy
they really
lockdown
have the
here.
trap. They don't have control across mid. They don't have control
luck
across
to you.
spawn. They funnel out,
Oh
and
my
yeah,
God.
one's
They're just
gonna
gonna
fall,
stick
but they're
this.
just gonna have to deal with this ferocious flood attempt. That's gonna be
They
coming
need to
up
get
in
there.
there
But
quickly.
that's gonna work. No way!
Oh my god.
Close! For it to be that close
Holy.
and still be a Prime Gaming flawless just feels wrong.
I love how Michaela's just desperately swinging her mouse around, trying to swirl and twirl away from those bullets. But yeah, I mean, such a good
Even
play
in
from the
ranked?
Crew, but again, it was so hard. Once
I
they
would say
just
even
had
in ranked it's a bad
less
play.
of
In
an
ranked it
advantage. Like,
might
this was
work
so well
because
played
people
from EDG,
will
so
definitely
patient,
rotate to the
using
spike.
their util on the run out, and even though
Because
their
people are
KO is
stupid
to
in
take
ranked.
back
So
sides,
in
it
ranked
doesn't
you
matter,
at least
the
get
firing
that
spot is here to
benefit.
protect.
The people would rotate to the spike.
That was
And
dangerously
possibly
close.
you
I love
could
that you
catch
saw
someone
members
off,
of Crew's faces. They're still smirking. They realize
like as they
tried to get
rotate
away
back.
with highway
Like you would
robbery.
need
Oh,
someone like
so
in mid or
close.
something to like
Barely
punish
missing the
people
timing.
rotating back.
The attack op.
Will they dare challenge
Attack up
Blue
is good.
again? Oh wow.
Oh! Dude, that's two wall bangs.
Wow, that was such good damage. They're trying to put so much pressure towards that mid.
Also, they
Nines
just
are
it was
popped,
a attack up for
switched
free.
the op out towards.
That did a lot of damage.
I'm lying, sorry. Switch the op out. Michaela has the op towards A main holding. She dropped her op in spawn and picked up that Vandal. Does not care. They are so rich.
Now the Sova ult
EDG,
becomes
they're
more
just
relevant.
contacting up into this
I guess
lane
it's not a
because they
one-hit
know
kill in
that
this
the
way.
cur-
No,
the
it is
Killjoy
one-hit kill.
turret has
I'm
been
dumb.
broken.
Yeah, Sovereign known for doing 23 damage.
Kalita has ult. Playing so far back, playing so safe. That knife not gonna tag. It's interesting off of that. They are gonna funnel forward. Crew have been very patient and very cautious with this as well. Seemingly wanting to force the fight to happen out on the site. And that's going to be Thirsty Scene is going to be on this late flank, but
Surely you ult
Kinnear
back
might be
after
ahead of it.
Sova, right?
If Kinnear's patient with it, that could be
Oh,
the
I quite
difference
like
maker.
this.
But no, Yusin
Like
does win that
protecting
out
when the
after all.
spike
You
actually
hear the
goes down.
second Hunter's Fury come
It's a
through.
kill.
While these
That
It gets
ultimate.
all the kills.
What enough.
That ultimate.
You talk about value. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Romy left in a 1v4. Not much she could do. She picks down Wawa Lee, but that was such a good ult, such a good play.
Our pick might be
EDG
correct
doing
yet.
So well early round
Let's
and
go.
starting to clean up their
Goes
end
to
rounds,
show
their
that
late game rounds,
if you
making them
have
win. That is
supreme
so
knowledge of the
cool,
game,
so
you can do
clean.
analysis
I mean, that
in no
ult
time,
from Wawa
right?
Lee was sick.
Yeah.
But again, the
what
way
that
that
proves.
they entered, the way that they still managed to fully
I want to
fight,
watch
I
SR.
do think they're overusing
Unlucky.
util based on that
EDG
round
say
that they
no.
lost, where they
And that was
got
attack
cleared
side.
up.
They got 7
They're
on
using
attack.
so much util to get
Yep.
into side
Pretty
that
good.
It's like, they know it's solid. They know
God, the
that
old
they're
Optic
still
rosters
there,
would
and
kill
they're
for
turning right
3.
away.
We've got an interview actually down on the stage in the crowd. Take a listen, guys.
Hey guys, I am in the middle
True.
of this amazing crowd right now here in the studio, and we have Nat here, who is a VCT super fan. Nat,
How do you
have
become a
been finding
VCT
it so
super
far?
fan?
It's doing great, actually. My voice is almost gone, but yeah, you're still here.
I think that
I don't
goes for
know.
everybody. I think that goes for everybody in this crowd, right?
I
This
felt
is
like a
crazy,
super
but this
fan
is
when I
actually
went
the
to
first time that
VCT
we met.
Americas
We
in
actually
LA.
met during VCT Lock-In.
Am I a
That's how much
super
of a
fan?
super
I feel like
you
I've
are.
watched
I love VCT,
more games than most.
Lock-In was crazy, and like, it was an experience. It was
Yeah, well,
emotional.
I
at the
watched
end
more
of
than
it
you,
with
so
the-
there.
You know?
Have
Let's
you?
not talk about the 11th grade.
Idiot.
But like, it
What?
was crazy. It was crazy.
Have you
to
watched
say.
more
I
than
ended
me?
up crying at the end, so I'm so emotional.
Yeah, I
it was.
started watching the
What's
game
even
before you
crazier
did,
is
right?
I hear
Oh, no,
that there
I
is,
meant
like, a WhatsApp group for
partnership
esports
leagues.
super fans here in Sao Paulo.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Probably.
So basically, what happened was at Lock-In,
I probably
we
watched
started
the
meeting
same
a lot of
amount as
people
far as
that
partnership leagues,
you,
yeah.
like, come to this type
You know,
of
I
events.
didn't watch any
So,
DFM
at a certain point, we
after like
became
week
like
3.
a group of like 50 to 40
That's
people,
fair. I think
and
I only
it's always
watched
growing
1 or
every
2 of their
time we go
games.
to, like, an event
But
like
then I
this,
watched
so
pretty
it's
much
freaking
everything
crazy. We're growing every
Yeah.
time.
That is amazing. Who here is part of that group?
Is it all VCT events? That is kind of crazy.
That's why we have this crowd right now.
There's a girl
It
from
goes without saying,
EMEA
but
as well. That's the
which
I-
team right now
she's just known to me as the Navi girl. That's
are
on a
you
lot of these
cheering
events.
for?
Does she work for Navi?
Let's go Liquid.
Maybe,
Yes.
honestly,
right
that's a
now
good
with
point.
The game crew, come on, let's
She
go.
just always
Shai.
has a Navi flag.
Shies and Team Liquid, of course, the hometown heroes that we have over here. This crowd is absolutely insane, and you have to be here to enjoy
Yeah, I
it.
think
But
Sliggy
right
might
now,
have both
I'm
of
gonna
us
hang with
beat.
you
He
guys.
did
This
some
is where the fight is
insane.
at, so
Well,
hope you guys
but
enjoy the rest
the
of
thing
show.
is, I didn't watch them all live. But I did watch
Thank you
like
so much,
every
Mickey.
single
Yeah,
game
the
pretty
crowd
much
has
at
been a
least
lot of
through
fun,
VOD.
really all week. And the crazy thing is, it's a Thursday.
Yeah, the only
We're still,
VODs
like,
I
in the
didn't
middle of
watch.
the week. People got
I watched
jobs and
almost it.
responsibilities
I
and
mean,
adult stuff
I missed
they
some
gotta
Pacific
deal with, but
games.
they're having a blast out here, and currently EDG
I think I
as
watched
well.
all
They
the
managed
EMEA
to
and-
stabilize things a little bit at the end to have a
Oh, maybe
2-0
not all
lead,
the
but
EMEA. I
you've
think I
gotta
missed
put
one
them
or two
away, and
EMEA
it seems
games.
like they're trying to do so in
I
aggressive
think I
peak at
missed.
the beginning of the round.
Yeah, I mean, putting
I didn't
the
miss
big
many
pressure
Americas
early
games.
and then leaving it is so smart because
I think the
EDG
thing
still
that
has a KG turret
makes
in
it so
play
funny
here,
about
but they
Sliggy
don't
is
know
that
the
he's just
peak
like
that's about to
the
happen.
nicest,
Blue
most
is
soft-spoken,
up.
like
The
complete
ponytail, that's
gamer
crazy.
demon gremlin.
Now they're just gonna
Like
run out and
he's
swarm.
like such a gamer
They've got so much
gremlin
room
with
to
his
work
sleep
with. They have so
schedule and
much
the
space.
amount of like video
The one
games that he
problem for Crew,
watches.
if we were to try to highlight
But he's
problem
like a
here, is that
normal,
there are three of
well-adjusted
them
human.
who are outrageously weak. I'm not gonna try
it
to
made
do
me
math
laugh.
on broadcast because that's like a
Like
cardinal
watching
rule.
like
You don't do that.
Sliggy,
There's not a lot to go around.
like, cause Sliggy was always
You look
known
at
as
a
like
funny man
early
by
on as like,
fall,
oh,
that's
he's so
exactly what's
positive. I'm
happening.
like,
Two
look
of
at
them have
EDG
already
again.
been
Oh, he's
sent
so
to the next
positive
round.
and all
Kalita
that, and I was
16
like,
HP. You've seen this is
wait till
difficult,
he does this
but
for
doable.
like a couple months and has to
She
watch
has
these
control
teams
of
play
this. They're gonna
Ascent
have to go to
over
her.
and over again. And then we were on Plat Chat together, and Sideshow was trying to defend like, oh no, Ascent's still interesting, and me and Sliggy were just like, no, it's not.
Trying to find cover.
No, it's not. We've seen every single strat that there is to run on this map. If there's something has happened on Ascent, we have seen it twice.
Things in her own
Oh!
hands, and Rami's there to clean
I've
things
already
up.
seen that round.
It was set up by Kalita. There was so much damage that was dealt. At
You
the
rage
end
quit
on
a stream
18,
after
and that
Slater
was enough for
RQ game
Rami
went to
clear
round 40.
her hound. Whoa,
Oh,
that was
maybe.
close.
I mean, that was so risky, just
Round
giving her
40?
the ones and
That
backside.
actually
That
happened?
was so,
Yeah.
so scary. But again, so well played by Crew. I mean, that super fast split towards B. EDG
But
needed
yeah,
to decide whether they were going to play for
Like
the
once
choke or
you've
play
watched
for
so
Market or
many
play
like
onside,
live
because they both
VODs of the same thing, especially like live, because you know, like not being able to skip shit
through everything.
Yeah, is makes it unbearable at times. But like once like teams are just doing the same shit over and over again, like you don't even say anything. Like there's nothing interesting to say.
Yeah, we saw it.
Like that's honestly my problem with Ascent. For like what I do is there just isn't anything interesting to say. It doesn't matter what teams are playing. Like you could have, you know,
like a huge sigh of relief here.
Fnatic versus Loud on this map isn't interesting because they're not doing any. Like everyone does the same stuff. Like at least Haven, even when teams are playing the meta comp on Haven last year, at least there's still enough different things. There's still like some difference in what teams do. But there genuinely is like nothing here.
I do love how much the Chinese teams like the shotguns.
They're actually not going to be able to spot
I think they're
out,
correct.
There are still 2 players playing
that's
on
why
this site
I like
here,
it.
the Execute coming out.
I'm a fan. Buy a Bucky. Oh.
Oh.
Whoa! Buy a share.
Is able to keep things competitive and interesting.
Oh boy. The Spectre is a terrible weapon
Clem left
at
alone
this
in a
point.
1v3.
It's crazy how when I like,
Snap onto Michaela is going to be tough. Almost
particularly like when I first
but it
started
doesn't
playing the
connect.
game,
We're tied at 7.
which was around like when
Yeah,
Astra came out.
7. This
Like
is
everyone just
really,
raved about
really
how
good for Crew,
insane
knowing
the
that
Spectre
they're
was.
at that
Like what
deficit,
happened?
But again, both
Well,
teams
It got
it
nerfed
was
slightly.
how to play
It got
this
nerfed
map
like
really
4 or
well
5
so
times.
far.
It
I
used to
think
be
that's
like
what we
about
have.
as accurate
But with
as
this
a
bonus,
Phantom,
I
and
mean, it's not-
it
yeah,
was like
it's a
almost
bonus.
better
They
to
have-
just have
they
a
have
Spectre
battle,
than a
they're
Phantom
rich. They
because it
can
did like
absorb
Yeah, I
essentially
remember
the same
people
amount of
saying that.
damage
Really
and was
interesting to see
better
how
as
it
you
plays,
ran.
because I think that
Did it
this
get
is
nerfed that
winnable
much?
For the way that
Yeah,
Crew
it got
is
nerfed a
playing.
lot.
They need to get up close and personal and make
But so
sure
is
that
the
they
Stinger,
win
but the
these
Stinger's
fights,
still-
because EDG, again, they still have
Stinger's still
Spectre.
cheap.
You want it up close and personal. It's going to be fast. You've got the paranoia. You have the smoke.
I think it's
It's
almost
already
always
matching out.
correct
Oh,
to buy a
decided
Stinger
plucked
over a
out of the
Spectre at
sky
this
by
point.
Clem. A heroic shot. Wawa Lee joins in on it as well.
The only time I'll say not
they've
to do
still
that
lost
is
sight.
second
Oh, Clem
round
is still
when you've won
backside.
pistol.
She
Because I
hasn't
think
been
having the extra stability,
No armor has taken some
Yeah, the
damage,
extra
but
bullets
slipping the
and
net, getting
everything,
just
yeah,
past
so-
the
Yeah,
smoke. They
actually
have
does
no
make a
idea she's
difference.
there. Rami
it's just a bit easier
finally
to
stops
control
that. That
which
could
you
have been
need against
disaster.
when you're
They
panicking
still
and
have a
watching
couple
5
things
people
they
run
need
it
to
down
deal
that you
with.
would
They
have
still
crushed.
need to deal with Blue. They still need to
Right.
deal with DC now. Just
Oh,
one
EDG
remaining.
are in trouble.
In a 1v3, still healthy with it as well. Kinnear committing to getting the spike down. Shies drops that. Crew take the lead right back.
I am back. The chat
Just
fall apart.
like
Not that I
said,
can see,
mean,
but
having that Spectre
who
on
knows?
Simu is so
Can you time out
tough. I
Dakutech
mean,
for
you want
dereliction
to
of duty?
win that
I can't
first round
time out
is
mods
super
because then I have to
important.
remod
Now
them.
they're broke again, and they've let
And that just
Unlucky.
is not worth it.
This is gonna be a hit
That's way too much effort.
mentally for this team because they were
Yes,
taking
I
so well
can
and just,
time
like,
them out, but I
thrown
won't.
the advantage.
Yeah, that
Unless
was
I
nice.
deem
And,
them to
man,
be
were there opportunities. This shot from Clem was beautiful. Rami makes a
Like
massive
the
play
VRLR
here because
user.
again, Clem had slipped the net.
Yeah.
She'd gotten out backside. She was tucked
That
in
was,
the smoke. They had no idea where she was. She could have slowed the
That
round
was
on her own.
I
I mean,
can't
she
believe
did
that
such a good
happened.
job at
That
delaying,
is so
but
crazy.
EDG
That's a
just
bit of
couldn't close it
TMV
out.
lore that will the streets won't
And
forget.
so, as you were mentioning, EDG find themselves on scraps.
Why has Asova got
They've got
a
a Guardian
guard?
in the hands of Wawa Lee, but it's just pistols. Other than
Wallbang?
that,
Get an Ares.
Full
Playing this
armor
carefully, understanding
sheriff.
There could be a trap. There could be a, a shorty. Who knows what's
kinda
waiting on the
crazy.
other side? So you play this one a little slowly. Try to see if you can feel out where the pressure might be. It's meticulous. It's
So what's the
careful,
worst?
it's
Is
careful.
the Spectre the worst gun in the
Yeah,
game?
there's
What is
not
the worst gun
breaking
in
out
the
of
game?
this cat setup.
Is it still the
They're
Ares?
not actually
Probably
going
the
that
Ares,
often to
yeah,
find
because the
Bucky?
same cost
What's
as the
worse,
Spectre,
Ares
but
or
way
Bucky?
worse.
their setups,
The
understand
Ares.
the retake B. I think it's good
Spectre
that
or
they're playing
Bucky?
heavy towards A, but the reaction here, possibly getting into that smoke and just flashing
It's
out of
definitely
that
the
door is
Ares.
gonna be super
Bucky is
important
at least
because
like
Execute
situationally
No, but
relevant.
would you
Like,
rather
good.
have Spectre
really
or
strong.
Bucky?
Paranoia was a little early. Oh, but it is going to connect. It's
On
going to delay it
defense?
to Paranoia, and then
Probably
just
a
which
Bucky.
one's
the
worse?
nade from KO, and now Blue's waiting on the other side.
All things
just
considered, what's
narrowly
worse?
missing a second. Yusine is still playing back here. I mean, they've
Probably
done a
Bucky.
considerable amount of damage. They still haven't really gotten out onto site. And you don't have a ton of time to flip here. You're going to push right into
Nice
the
shot.
teeth of
Nice
the
shot.
defenses. And those sheriffs have been problematic.
Big
Blue
damage.
left alone. Shies and Kalita both weak. Oh, I thought that was going to hit.
Spike planted.
Can Blue pull this off? This would be ridiculous. Remember how properly ridiculous of a start she had. The pistol, I think she was 6-0 at one point after round 2.
I've been collatted
That's
by a
upgraded
Bucky
to weapon
before.
2.
That was a weird experience.
Now confirmation of that. Both members of crew playing down in hell. So much to do for Blue. And really not a lot of time to do it. But she's got to go, and she's got to go really fast. Managing to slip past the first, going around Jenny. Shies and Kalita both playing this so patiently.
Oh, she's
Blue's
just,
running out of time. I don't think Blue's going to have enough time to do this at this point.
No,
With
no
only 3
time.
bullets left, yeah, able to get a kill, maybe gets a second, but it's not going to matter.
Wow.
Gets all the kills so that
Hmm.
Econ is not
That delay
great.
was looking so good
Yeah,
for
it was
EDG
great.
for so long. The paranoia, the molly, the
9-7,
flash
it's
out of
all
the smoke,
falling
they
apart.
delayed and delayed.
They
It
do get an
is.
up though.
Unfortunately, they just couldn't get onto site fast
As soon as we
enough.
start
does
to
make me-
believe in them, it just falls
Those
apart.
first entry kills
I know.
fast enough,
EDG are
getting
going
those
out.
doors
It's
is
over.
great and all,
It's
but you
over.
need to
Let's just
secure the site.
reverse
And obviously,
psychology.
Omen staying alive for so long. Man, these Sentinels are doing their jobs for EDG, just staying alive and delaying for so long, but it looks like the rotates and the flooding in just isn't as seamless as it should be.
Yeah, and you can't help but ask the question, like, you got bonus, so you only had pistols there. Imagine if you had a weapon. Who knows what could have happened? Michaela trying
Surely
to
you fall off this at
provide
this
some
point.
cover. The snap from Blue is
Oh,
clean.
you got the kill first,
Very
my
nicely
friend.
done. Yusin has gotten up really far.
That's the problem though.
Has a teleport, but decides to take a swing.
Oh, the
Gets
dink.
kill
Oh!
anyway. What on earth is that?
Holy sh!
How does she get away with that?
Oh my god, EDG just taking their fights, and that is
Oh,
something that
wow.
they should have started doing earlier because that was so clean.
no, don't throw.
But Crew is back to answer.
Okay, good
Kunir
enough.
getting the trade for Kalita. Oh my
Send the
goodness.
Omen in
That was
first.
actually a crazy early round.
Man, that was ridiculous.
Kinnear
Kinnear
can win this,
1v3,
though.
the door closed.
Yeah.
Whoa, aggressive.
This is a good play.
I mean, you're pushing
Luckily,
it all
they're
three,
grid.
and you're no way you
Yeah.
get ones in a situation like that. Gambles up to see if she can catch him slipping and cannot. I still don't understand how Yusin gets the kills that she does
That
in
was
B-main. That's
pretty
nuts.
crazy. That was pretty wild. I mean, she had to either
Well, it has
TP
been
or
fairly
swing
close.
out of that molly, and she just swung full confidence, gets the spray down on KJ. That was so clean. But as well, the pressure
Is that worse than Icebox?
with that flash
Or does
over
distance just
Tyler
make the
setting
heart grow
up.
fonder?
Look
That's a
at
good
that.
question.
Kills so,
That was
so
a good question.
clean.
She had 85
I
HP
think-
when the Nano pushed her out of cover. She had
The
no
what?
I think
85
Icebox is
HP,
the
takes
worst.
both of those
Icebox
spikes and wins
is
them
awful.
both.
Like, you have to
That's
remember that on
outrageous.
Icebox,
That's crazy,
literally
but both these
everyone
teams,
just
a lot of
goes
ults in
5A,
their
5B,
belts. I mean,
or like
we
maybe
have
with a
KO
mid
ult,
lurk.
we have
Like that
Hunter's
are
Fury, we have Nuts,
like
and
that is the
OTP
I've just
on,
described like
Crew's side.
98% of all Icebox rounds.
Yeah.
Like,
Seen
th-
it
and
now.
that is a big problem. Like, at least on Ascent, there is,
Michaela to
you
go
know,
find her.
yes, it's all the same strategies, but
I mean, you've got to suspect
they
there's
are
somebody playing
slightly
down in hell,
different.
right? But there's just nothing to push. They're not going.
there is a back and
They're
We
forth
need
with
to, we
them.
need to
They
help
waited
this
for
Oh
the
my
Omen.
god,
She
what?
gets tagged. She still stays alive.
What?
And gets the kill. You've seen once again pulling off a miracle, finally falling to Kinnear.
They just left Yusin out to dry right there.
Still got one.
Is just staying alive for so long for her
Oh,
team
wow.
and surviving.
Yeah, but why is
They
her
were trying
team
to hit
taking
the
so long to
flank,
get
but
there?
there's a turret right there. This is going to be
Icebox
such a
Icebox
good
retakes can be
retake.
engaging,
Kinnear
yes,
stuck
but
the TP into their spawn and they don't know.
Oh,
But
This
I
could be
wouldn't call
massive.
them-
Trying to smoke for herself and now Clem realizing, hang on, something feels funny here.
still not
But as
making
patient
up
with
for
it, you
just
see it for
awful map
EDG, the
design.
attention of the members that are alive are divided. They have to deal with what's happening in spawn. They have to deal with the fact that the spike is ticking.
This retake is
And
awful.
time is of the essence. Just narrowly missing the timing window. Kinnear's got to be snappy with it. It's going to be stuck as long as it could go, but it's not going to be enough.
Unlucky.
my goodness.
What's your
what an
favorite map, by the way?
amazing post plan. I thought they were trying to delay for this Hunter's Fury, but they were delaying for Kinnear's amazing TP play. That was such a good flank, and on such an important round too. Like that
Yeah,
was so
that's
so.
huge.
Sick.
I quite like
I mean,
Bind.
they invested so much. They have to win that round. They invested the KO out. They invested the knives, and now we have Blue
Yeah,
getting
mine's a
caught
s-
out by that. It was
a
so
solid
weird.
map.
So crazy, Shy.
People do
Just
seem to
trying
like Sunset.
really
I'm actually
hard
not.
to do her job, and she did. And again, man,
Maybe it's
that
'cause I
delay
just
was
don't.
So crazy on site from EDG.
Anytime
Which
I
is
play
why,
Sunset, I
again,
seem to
like
get
said,
destroyed. But
these rotates and
Yeah,
these
I'm liking
slots
Sunset
are
more and
not
more
happening
as I
the way
like
they should.
work on it
Crew
in like a
genuinely
team
outplayed
context.
EDG
It's definitely
in
one of my
that
least
TP
favorite
play.
maps to play in ranked for sure.
It's a
Yeah.
gutsy call.
Yeah.
I don't think Sunset
Very
suits
gutsy call. You
my
mentioned it just a
style
little bit ago,
personally.
or a little bit ago, excuse me.
What
You
is
know,
that
that's a
style?
huge round.
Well, my
They
style
did
in
that.
like playing the
fact that
game.
they were
I'm
down
talking
to
about like if I was
EDG,
actually playing the
that
game.
takes a lot of confidence and
But I
that
feel
takes a
like
lot of
Sunset
trust
in
for
ranked
Kinnear
is
to
just, you know,
execute that
a lot of people
beautifully,
taking early
not
fights.
rush it, really trust her teammates to buy
But
some
that's
time
not my
for her to
strong
make a
suit.
play. Was just gorgeous. So EDG burned
My strong suit
what
is
very well could be
knowing
their
how to
very
use
last
utility.
timeout
Is
of this
thinking
entire tournament.
man's
They're going blind the rest of
Yes.
the way down to
Valorant?
trying to
Yeah.
find a way to win Ascent and to take us to the third map.
Yeah, I mean, they really
should just
need
become
to
an
figure
Astra
out
main
a way
and just sit
to
and spawn and just
solidify
play a different
these
game.
retakes because,
Play an
You
RTS.
oh my God, their Sentinels
Astra's
are doing
amazing.
so,
To be
so
fair
well
though, when
from
you
the
hit
site,
someone with
and
like
making
Astra
sure they
utility
don't,
across the map with like a
when
suck
they're
or
coming
a
in,
stun,
delaying, using using Paranoia,
does feel very
using Molly,
satisfying.
he's playing in smokes. Like, EDG
We got
is
another
doing
Bucky.
so well up
They do
until
love a
certain
Bucky.
point in each of these rounds, and Crew's post plants have just been phenomenal.
You gotta
They
set
should
up for
make
Blue to
Defender
take some
spawn
space
on
here.
Ascent
Bucky needs
another
to
plant
flash
site.
just in case anyone
Fix
is
my
there
hair?
to challenge,
with
but
my
the hits
hair?
on the other side of the map.
It's a bit too long. I need to
Reset
get
map.
cut, but
Yep, this is gonna give enough time for.
How many subs would you have to get
rotate,
to
and
get
now
a
hopefully
Mohawk?
We're gonna see this new adaptation to these retakes because
A
they
lot.
really need to clean this up. It is 5v5.
Give me a number.
This is gonna be so
Well, even
hard.
then,
Bucky
if my
in
girlfriend
hand, though,
said
we've
no
seen
fucking
EDG
way.
use these shotguns to their advantage.
Kalita has to be careful here. You've got
But
the
everyone
turret
has a
and the
number,
alarm
so.
bot, but you can tell the
So you
intent
say
here
it,
is for you to
Vib,
play off of the
I'm
Hunter's
making
Fury
money
because
so we can
Clem
go on
has the
vacation.
lockdown,
Well, I
and
wouldn't ever
because
say
of the
that word
postman
'cause I think
anyway,
it's
but you're
just-
right. There's a flank that's coming in from
I
UC.
kind of- it gives me
Kalita has
the
to be
ick.
So careful. If she dies, the plan is spoiled.
As the kids say.
That additional layer
Vacation gives
is
you the
gone.
ick.
She forces the fight.
Just the
Kalita
word
can't
babe.
drop the Hunter's Fury to deny the lockdown.
Can you spam that
What
They
a-
door?
have to wait it out.
What do British people say? They say love.
No, they do
That's
say
bold.
that.
Where's the swing? Where's the challenge?
But
Rami was
the
there
kind
to
of
help.
British people that say
Oh,
that
that was beautiful.
give me
Oh,
the
Look
ick.
at what
boy.
Wally do. 12 HP for Kalita.
I feel like they're
Rami's
just always
healthy.
too slow.
While Wally is not. That Shock Dart could clean it up. But no, it takes a swing.
Nice.
She got it to
Take
half.
it.
Rami has to land the shot, and she does. Oh,
I would say darling. No, I
What a
wouldn't.
chaotic
Darling?
round that was, man. Like Crew full
Blackadder
committing,
joke.
My
sticking to it
sweet,
on site.
I do believe.
EDG, how do they not
That's what you
time
sound
that
like,
right
probably.
with the KGL? I mean, that was crazy. They pushed in the tree. They knew they had to take that fight. They knew that their Sova wasn't available anymore in order to ult and kill that lockdown. But it was just so well played from Crew that I don't think EDG was ready at all.
No, I do think Rami was the MVP of that round.
The
Rami
MV
was there
says
to help
sugar
the
for
fight
sure.
with Kalita
I actually
and give her
don't.
a little bit more room, at least enough confidence to drop the
Actually,
ult.
I don't think I
That
say
was
any of those
absolutely
words.
huge, and
That's
then
kind of
obviously
like
getting a
I
lot
don't
of
even know
skill
what
around
you would
certainly
call
helps.
those
Again,
words. But, you know.
aggression out
Oh,
from
here we go.
EDG. They've already taken
Another
up
play I
half
don't
off
like.
of the paranoia.
Terms
They're
of
trying to set up
endearment.
Blue to find
Terms of
success.
endearment. Yeah, I don't really
It's
think
just
I
not
say. I
really
just say their
netting
name.
anything.
Yeah, I mean, gambling wrong is
That's
always
awkward.
hard, but that
No,
pressure
it's
towards
not,
mid
actually.
is great because Crew either has to fall back and re-clear this or
Sure.
hit towards A where there's
Yeah, sure.
4 players ready. So seeing how this is going to play out, I mean, they're kind of creeping back towards that mid.
Maybe
knowing that
Honey?
They have to re-clear this, but Jet has already
No,
completed
that's
it off
far
and
too.
already set up
What
in a
about
different
Poppet?
spot.
Hello, Poppet.
Remember here, you've seen
Beastie, I think, is
Paranoia
more
at the
likely.
beginning of the round to try to set up a trap, so that's really
Hello,
not
Beastie.
available if they want to try to delay once they get a really good idea of where Crew's headed.
My
Oh,
girlfriend's
that rank
name
is
is
huge. That
Martigen.
hit 4.
Trust.
The only person that wasn't tagged was Rami.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I
with a
say
knife like that,
Discord
you're
kid.
definitely gonna have to call it cancel because your whole execute is just up in bits. Grabbing the orb and falling off, that's like the only thing that you can do. But they are
What about
looking to
Pumpkin?
retake that mid space, kind of ballsy because
It's
they
a good
didn't know that
term of
Jet
endearment.
was not there anymore.
Michaela
Pumpkin.
has to find some value here. You see
Why,
her
what-
playing on the other side of the smoke,
Pumpkin's
and you've
fine.
got Blue waiting. Did she
What?
get spotted? How is she alive? What is this?
What is happening?
Imagine just standing there the entire time while someone is spamming at you and just not moving. Imagine just having, imagine just sitting there unmoved.
Stay alive that long
Just
without taking
just
any
as someone
damage.
fires a gun right by you and you just stand there like,
Dude, Yusin
and
is
what?
so good at avoiding
Complete Chad
everything
moment.
and staying alive. Like that is crazy, EDG. What
Yeah,
is going
just
on?
standing
You need
there,
to have way more
menacingly.
confidence Getting those picks, picking those swings, man. That was, dude. Yusin.
that is
actually
crazy. They're just
incredible.
they're like a
TME
whole.
refers to
And
his
staying alive,
girlfriend
hiding in
as
smoke,
esteemed
avoiding
colleague.
util. Even
Yes.
when hit by util, playing in those
Esteemed colleague.
angles that you can't really snap through, and you have to wide swing into her crosshair.
Actual anime plot armor. That's the craziest thing. Yusin has had so many
That was the
ridiculous
most
rounds this series.
EDG
And you see it
round.
as a prime game flawless out, and you just kind of left scratching your head
It's
like,
like heroic.
How? What?
Yeah, I say queen.
Yeah, that was wild. A
Slay
really good
queen.
setup though from the defense side. I mean, that knife completely canceling that execute was
Yeah.
where it all started. That was perfect.
And honestly, I'm surprised that they
Actual
re-hit
plot
because
armor.
they
I mean,
drew
that is
out the null
crazy.
command.
There was like a
Out from the
full
KO, so
clip
okay,
and a
you
half
got
as well.
sniped, Yeah, you got spotted, but you drew out the null command.
Yeah.
Flipped the map or reset, but they just pushed back in. And
That one is
unfortunately,
new.
That's
True. I
they
haven't
get
ever
strong
seen that
ultimately
honestly,
in trying
or
to
on
go
any
back
map.
into A.
Yeah, and the worst part was they re-hit after not even trying to apply any more pressure
Mhm.
towards
Right.
mid.
Mhm.
Like they ended up just like walking back into mid. But
Yeah.
if you were planning on re-hitting, you need to put pressure towards mid, put pressure towards that B main, knowing that
Sure.
the other team took so much space on you already. You can't just
Do you
flip them
think,
around and be like, Well,
The
we're just gonna
Sentinels
tell you guys that we're
are
going
better
in,
with
so-
Pencata playing or with Shroud playing?
Final timeout of the map has been called. It's just going to be action the rest of the way. Crew hanging on to a 2-round lead, trying
That was
to
a
put
funny
EDG
time,
away,
wasn't it?
trying to stay alive in this tournament.
When Sentinels
They've
brought
gotten
in
this close.
Shroud.
Can they finish the job? Meanwhile, for EDG,
That was an
as would be
odd
obvious, they're fighting
moment in
was
history, wasn't it?
One
Like
of
looking
the
back.
funniest tweets.
and on the precipice of extending the series if they can pull this off. And that's an excellent start.
What are you
It's 4
doing?
in
It's
top
crazy.
lane.
But oh
She's
my
gonna find
god!
all 3. What a round out from Blue.
Embrace the chaos.
2v4.
Everything's been
Don't
thrown
troll.
into disarray, but Khalid and Kinnear somehow still have a decently
And that
winnable
was crazy,
situation.
though.
Kinnear invests the ult, tries to get out onto B.
Platoon should have put Shroud in the best players video. That actually would have been so funny.
Wait, what?
Okay,
They just
A
checked
little
her.
bit of miscons. I mean, this flood almost doing work, but again, everyone's just taking.
Oh my god,
ones
they're
on
gonna
the
lose this
EDG
round.
side.
No, no.
Doesn't
See, what they
matter,
do
Clem
is
finally
they
getting the kill onto
bait you
Kalita,
into thinking
and
that's
now
true,
they're
and
just
then they
waiting
win.
for the spike to be planted.
This was a 2v4. But they've kept it competitive, and Kinnear has plenty of time. The one problem is that they know where she is. There is no element of surprise. Here, there's no ult to flip the map. There's nothing like that. It was already invested. A fake TP.
We should get some of the
Just to cause
Ascend
some
Rising
problems. The
girls
first spot, and now
on
possession given away.
the
Swings
stream
out
for the
boldly with
BBL
paranoia in
Shopify
hand.
game.
Looking for the
Get them
fights
in this
and
call.
gets them, and it was not the fight that you wanted. EDG
You know them, not me.
bridged the gap down to 1.
What, so they can just flame
My
them?
God, what a messy round. EDG
No.
is making me so
Just say like, oh yeah, we should have
I'm
beat them.
literally getting
This player's
anxiety
shit.
watching this because that was so solid from Blue. Look at the work that she put in.
Dude,
Amazing blind, amazing util, amazing dart, just spamming and taking advantage.
Do you think
of
you would
that,
have beaten
but
SR?
then ending up here, forgetting about the player in B.
I have no idea. I would have to have done a ton
so
of
scary, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the
anti-strat
day,
work
that early
to have
aggression
any
got them
concept.
this round super fast.
But I legitimately think our
So messy,
firepower
it's been
was
so scrappy, and
better
that
than
does
almost
not
every
seem
team
to
in this
change
tournament.
this round. Look at how fast they've already scaled up. The problem is EDG have 3 members that are still playing proper on site. So yeah, you have some space outside of B main.
What the hell is this? That's crazy.
That out. And you don't
Got
really
3
have the
people there on
luxury to
site as
fight
well.
with. You have 2 Spectres. Is that going to be enough? They've already got
Oh.
1 kill. She didn't see the second. Wawa Lee was
What? See,
still
this
up.
always
my
happens.
God.
Every round is this.
The null command. Rami left in a 1v3.
I feel like Crew is getting ahead of
just not
themselves,
gonna
and
pan
they're
out.
like so excited to 2-0 this team that they're not even playing Valorant
We were
anymore.
talking about how
Capital
good
P
EDG
panic.
is at holding sites. They were like, yeah, let's play to our strengths. Let's just hold the site with 3 this time. And I think that was really
Yeah, you would have done all that work for
I mean,
Pearl
Crew
for
tried
it
to
to
do
not
a
be in
play
the
where they
tournament as
pushed
well.
into market. They even sent the Omen blind, but it did not work because
Well,
no one was playing. Instead, they
all
had
that work was for
this
naught.
setup on site.
It was all
looked
for
a
naught.
little
We didn't get to
scary
show
for
it
a
off.
second
It would
with
have been
2
so
players
fucking
sitting
fun to
behind
play
their
that map.
default box, but it doesn't matter because Wawa Lee had the crossfire from that danger spot, doing such a good job.
And the crazy thing is, Michaela didn't spot her.
Yeah.
She got out on the site and she turned.
Wait, is
she
Blue
tricked
the
it.
sub?
It was just too
Yeah.
fast.
On
Or
this
it wasn't
team?
wide enough.
Wow,
and
okay.
That was the difference maker. Again, an instance where these tiny micro instances decide the round.
Yep. Exactly.
Favorite
Now we have
skins for
Hunter's
Vandal
Fury
and Phantom?
Still on the EDG
I like
side
the
with
fish
Omen
skin.
TP. Not a single ult for Crew, looking
The
like
Neptune
they're
one?
going
Part of the
for a
Ascend
mid-default,
blub blub
slowing
club.
down the round, trying to do what they did earlier.
Blub blub Ascend
Drone
Club.
not
Yeah.
spotting.
No, it didn't spot either. It was a little high. She's still getting the tag. Rami
Oh.
dancing for dear life.
And
They've gotten so far
and
up
the
here,
one I
just
use,
5 HP
I
left
either
on
have
the
the
other
Nats
side of that.
Phantom or the
They have no idea how many
Wild
members
West
of Crew are mid right
one.
now. They just know that the drone got cleared. They don't know how many guns were waiting on the other side. Now both have fired. The alarm bot, the
I
swing.
mean, the correct
bats.
answer is
I mean, that's
Black
almost
Araxes variant for Vandal,
Yeah, Crew
and
needed to clear
probably
out
like
that KJ
the red black
utility, so
recon
they had
Phantom
that
for the
mid-space
Phantom.
to do stuff, but instead it caught Jet off guard. They're ending up to split towards Cat. I mean, this is such a good call. Shies with the kill on Similu. That was crazy.
Oh, I
They're
didn't
scaling into
realize.
spawn. You've seen it ulted off of site to be the first real critique we can give
That
of a
teammate
player who's
destroyed
had
the
such an
windows.
outrageous map. And in the potential waning
And now
hours,
4v2. This is where EDG
that's when
shine.
things potentially go sideways. The spike is planted. Clem, you've seen left into 2v4. We saw Crew make a really good run in
Prelude
a
to Chaos
situation just
Vandal
like
hits
this a few
different.
moments
See, it was
ago.
funny because I remember,
But Clem's gonna have to do it all
I
on
think
her
it was
own. Yeah, you
Pearl
have a
came.
member who's
What,
weak.
something came out when that
But this feels
when Prelude was
borderline
coming out. It was
impossible. The
part of
benefit
one
is
of the
they have
early
some money.
builds, and I remember I had it
Go
on,
for
and
it,
everyone was
maybe
like, "Oh,
take a gamble and
this
see if you can
is
win
awful."
something out.
Like it's one of the preview
But it's
events.
just
I
not
can't remember
going
what
to be the
exactly it
case.
was.
Crew get to series point and EDG
I do
push
still
out
very
onto
much
the
enjoy
ropes.
the original
Man, that was
Prime
so
Vandal.
rough. Like EDG getting that first blood, like,
Blue
you know
variant
that they have
or
the numbers
original
advantage,
variant,
but they're
they're both
still
great.
not ready for the way that Crew is reacting. Again, Crew so fast with the way that they react and pushing together, taking that cap and splitting. I mean, that was so good. But look
Funny
at this.
which
Everyone
ones
is just
survive,
taking
isn't it?
ones.
Like, yeah, you
Blue
got the
is
Arexis, the
completely
Reaver,
unaware,
the
and
Prime.
Houston just trying her hardest to do something, but nothing
The
can be
Prelude.
done
Some
when
people
everyone
swear
on
by
your
the
side is
Sentinels of
behind
Light, and I
them
really
and
think
let
that's
the
just
whole
the
team
worst.
Oh my
in
god, the
line.
Sentinels of Light is awful.
It's really bad.
Here the Blades used it
Like,
to
if you're
begin
gonna
the
go
round.
Sentinels of Light, you might as well
Kalen, a
go
couple
for
of other
like
members of the
go for a
Italian side have
meme
been
skin.
tagged.
What was that
Crew's
one
taken
that
some of this space already,
Angel
EDG,
was
which is
using?
nice,
That
and then you can
awful
fall
one.
back, you still have the
It
Killjoy
had like a.
set
It was
up
like
to
something to do with the
provide some
knight
cover
or something.
and
It had a
additional
guy's
line of
face on
defense
it.
in case you have to give that space back up.
Oh, the Undercity one?
Oh, Undercity, yes.
Yeah, both teams playing it
Angel
slow,
used that in a
pushing
game. I was
up
like, if you're gonna
to
use
kill
Sentinels of Light,
that
you might as well
Killjoy
use that.
turret.
Which honestly is,
It
I
is
think
only
that
one
is the worst skin.
not pop the reaction.
I think that
Yeah.
people talk about what's the worst
Still,
skin.
they put
I
pressure
think
towards
that
the
one
main,
yeah,
but
actually
EDG
is
pushed
the
up
the
all
worst.
the way through B. Romy,
I would
is she
agree.
aware of
The fact they
lines?
gave it like
Gun
the
barrel.
stupid axe
been
as the
spotted,
knife
she's
as
dead.
well.
And they're going to be rotating into her. A cloud
Come on,
burst is
Blue.
going to be enough to pave the
Get
way
out.
to
Got out.
safety.
There you go.
But now, I
They're
mean,
gonna go
Crew
back
left
A,
in
I
Vince.
think. Yeah,
You don't feel
they've
safe going
deposited
B.
this wine
The
player.
one benefit is you have Kalita, who has not moved A. But you imagine EDG are going to be wise to this. They have so much. They have so much.
What about the minima?
passive
But the
info
minima is
off
kind of
those
funny.
Killjoy
I mean,
sets.
if
Yeah,
a second minima comes
some
out,
of
I
us
will
starting
buy
to
it because
rotate
it's just
towards that
funny.
A side, definitely
Right.
a call that they need, but
I kind of love the
Hopefully
Minima
not
Sheriff
slow, not
actually.
too
Just feels like
slow.
this fat desert
Nano
eagle
starts to
gun
come through. The
basically.
Paranoia's going to buy some space, but they have to push out into it anyway. With 20 seconds left out on the round. Time is of the essence. The spam out from the Odin not connecting, but they're warning shots and they hurt.
Decent damage.
The flash forward, they're going to fight into tree.
There we go.
No, you've
Oh.
seen on the swing. Decapitated by
Trade?
Michaela.
Nice, here we
EDG
go.
holds the
Good
line.
trade.
Kinnear left alone in a 1v4.
Nice.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Yet.
my goodness.
I don't know why I'm
EDG,
like
that
so
was
against
so-
Crew
mean,
winning this
Romy
because I
just
think
so
Crew's probably the
unaware
better
that they-
team, but
Jack could've
I just
pushed
want
up
EDG
all
to
the
win.
way. That was
Bro, pick 'em.
crazy. That was so
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
guess
god,
so.
it's like watching the nerves starting to push into both of these teams, trying desperately to just win out this map. EDG coming back, making it a 12-12. That's what you want to see.
Elevate,
it
hates
feels like the
Messi
confidence
confirmed.
has been great. Crew trying to push.
Well, he's
into
not
that tree
co-streaming
because
his
they know they
team
need
that he
numbers.
just
They
bought
chose
into,
the
so
wrong
yeah,
side because this
L
team
owner.
was finally ready for this aggression, and EDG just
If
completely
Messi ever
shut
turns up, if you ever went to a VCT Americas and Messi was there, though, that would be pretty sick.
What an outrageous map.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Again, it's only
Aguero
fair
was
that we
there.
get a couple
He
of
was,
extra
but
rounds.
Aguero
And
is nowhere
continue to
near
play
as
out. Tied
famous
at
as
12.
If
And
Messi
Elon
went,
Musk-
there would be like
Elon Musk was at Champs.
yeah, but everyone hates him.
Does EDG
People love
survive?
And
Messi.
so is
Does
Ben
Crew
Affleck.
advance?
Yeah, who the fuck's Ben Affleck?
It was so weird. We were like in the press room, and
EDG
then
on
Ben
the
Affleck
attacking
and his
side,
family
you
just
see
walked
there's
by, and I was
perhaps
like,
some expectation of pressure from A. They've
What?
got the turret, and they have
What
EDG
just
waiting
happened?
for some of that pressure to be applied, but it does not come to fruition.
Like
Yeah,
that Elon
EDG
Musk
opting
got
for a
booed at
contact
a
play.
Valorant
They
event.
know
It's
Crew
like,
has super fast reactions
very
to
funny.
any setup. You
bring
don't
back
now.
Twitter.
But
That was the
flash
chant
is
somebody
there, ready,
started.
Shies, you should have peeked with that because that was beautiful.
Oh,
But it doesn't
here we
matter,
go. It's
EDG's
a
opting
weird
to go
round.
through grass towards that heaven spot.
Michaela feeling some of the pressure as EDG has taken heaven, as you were just mentioning. But there's a lot of fire
Oh,
on the other
no,
side.
turn around.
Crew strikes at the perfect time.
They keep getting owned
Clem
from
left
this
in a
flank.
1v4, a disaster of a situation.
like genuinely, if Messi turned up to a random Americas game,
There's so many things that Clem has
I
to
feel
consider
like
here.
it would be like there'd be a lot more people there than usual.
Like the four
Like
remaining
even
members
it
of
would be
Crew, like
full
the
and the
fact that
people would be
spike is not
outside
in hand,
because
like
Messi.
the fact that your tournament life is
So I'm
Imagine
pretty
being
sure
threatened.
they would keep it on the DL.
Yes,
You probably
almost certainly.
you probably wouldn't
Like
be
the
in the
fact that
crowd either
is
because
fully behind
I don't know if
Crew.
you've seen the Americas like
It
what
just
it looks like
continues to
inside. There's
pile
like
up.
really no separation for
And
anybody.
that might be
be it. That might be enough to
Well,
tip
Like
the
there's
scales.
little
Crew
there's
with
little
the lead
streamer
once
boosts, but
again,
it's not
series
really
point.
like It's not
For
like
a second,
private
EG
in
looked
any
like
way.
they finally cracked the code on how to win this attack side, contacting up. And I was just talking about how fast Crew's reactions are. The delay with the KO flash was so good, and it just let the whole team kind of flood in and be able
Yeah,
to
at least
be
Ben Affleck
ready
was there for like
whatever
he actually
EG
plays
was gonna
Valorant.
do.
Wasn't it
They
that
took
Elon was there
heaven.
because
I mean,
the
just
after
not
party was
quick
at
enough,
Tesla
not
or something?
fast enough. They didn't have anyone holding
SpaceX,
behind
but
them,
yeah.
holding their
whatever.
flank. It was so messy, but it's such a good idea at the
Like
beginning
at least
of the
when
round.
asked, Ben
Oh,
Affleck was
we're
able
gonna
to say
have
like,
do
"Oh
it on
yeah,
the
I
attacking
play
side
Raze
in
and
this
KO."
Killjoy utility.
Right.
But the knife is gorgeous. The knife tech Clem. They can get past everything that's been set up.
But
Look at
Elon
how
Musk
far
plays
Michaela
Diablo
has
4.
gone. There's no way you expect
He's a
it
true
here.
gamer.
Can she find another? Wisely takes a step back. Killjoy
Damn.
down.
Crew just
3 members
stepped
left
up in
from
the last
EDG.
few rounds and is just bodying
Yeah, they
them now.
just
Crew
decided to
want to
win.
put this map away,
Yeah.
want to put this series away. The finishing touches of aggression seem to be exactly what they need,
Oh my
unless
God.
Yassine can play spoiler once more. Keeping things competitive, trying to equalize things a little bit further as EDG now have to push forward. They have to venture
All 4
out
on
into the
site.
space
It's
that's
not
been
the best
established by
post
Crew,
plant,
where
but
the line has been set. The smoke is
should
checked
be an
while
easy
Ali left
cleanup.
alone, and it will
Well,
not
there it
be
is.
enough. Crew take
Unlucky.
EDG. Crew
Our pick'ems
NT.
are wrong.
What
NT
a
EDG.
map. That was so close, back and forth. EDG putting such
To be
a
fair,
good
when we made the
fight
pick'ems,
up
I didn't
towards
realize that they
Crew,
were
but at
playing
the
with
end
the
of
sub.
the day, Crew showing
I did, but
absolute dominance in that
I
overtime.
don't know why I thought that
showing
wouldn't be a
that they
bigger
can be
nerf than it
quick,
was.
They can play together. They can be mechanically amazing. And both these teams showing that as a team, they are so strong. But like we said, the small little mistakes, the small little issues, making each round go.
Well, there it is.
towards
Shall we
that
finish
two.
off our? Well, finish. We barely started.
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's have a impromptu Cosmic Divide episode
Yeah.
right now.
Slightly worse. Giants. I could see that. That seems fair.
Who did they get rid of again?
Ryan retired, and they brought in Redgar.
And that's it. That's the only change they made.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it.
I think they're going to be better.
Oh, Redgar fan.
More so, I'm a fan of the fact that they didn't make that many changes. So they have like a decent amount of extra experience together now. And I feel like any extra experience for somebody like Cloud is good.
I don't mind. I would probably put them in about the same if I was doing this list, but I don't hate anything. Any of the slightlys are about the same I could see for Giants. Loud, it
Yeah.
just makes sense. Obviously, losing Aspas just makes sense. MIBR being slightly worse, I don't agree
That's
with.
troll.
Yeah,
that's troll.
like
They
that
have
would
to
be like 0 wins.
Yeah, they have to be about the same or slightly better.
Yeah,
Probably slightly better, honestly, just because coaching staff.
yeah, I don't really. And then Bleeds. How do you even?
I assume
Bleed
slightly
is-
worse than their Ascension team.
Yeah,
Is what the idea is.
that's a hot
Which-
take. That is a hot take.
Yeah, I mean,
So he probably thinks that Bleed are finishing what, like 7th?
yeah, I think he just doesn't think that EA is going to integrate well, I suppose, and they were better with the full team, but
Hmm.
I don't know.
About the same. Fnatic makes sense. Can't really get. That
I would
much
say
more.
Fnatic.
They could win champs, I guess.
I'm really curious to see how the coach situation works out for Fnatic.
You're not a believer in the Elmer Pud?
I just think it's weird. It's just a weird. It's just weird. It's interesting. Yeah, but probably about the same.
Okay, Gentle Mates. I don't even know what about the same would be for them, but yeah, sure. I actually think they'll be. Well, it depends what you think. Like, Gentle Mates to me were just a team that
They got
like,
hot.
got
at the right
hot,
time.
yeah, at the right time. Like, I'm not a big believer in how they'll do, but I guess we shall
No,
see.
I think they'll be one of the worst teams in the league, personally.
Vitality about the same. A lot of people are high on Vitality, but I'm kind of in the Vitality will probably be okay camp. I'm shocked that no one picked up Mosey in tier 1. Like, capital shocked. In fact, that's bad news for Ascend as well. Don't know if you've seen the new Apex team.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think Vitality is going to be worse this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Not a believer.
No.
Interesting.
I think this team's going to be a mess this year.
Whew. Wow, that is a hot take. G2, what I guess that counts as the guard, because obviously they'll be better than G2, the G2 of last year. But I'm
yeah, 100%.
Okay. I mean, what is about the same for the guard? Where do you think G2 will finish?
I think that they will be probably fighting for a top 4 spot in Americas, which means they could end up in 5th, but also could end up in like the top, like in 4th or 3rd, something like that.
Okay. Fury are about the same. Where did they finish? They finished like 5th or something? Fury are 5th. I could see Fury doing worse. I might have put them in slightly worse.
I think they'll be a little bit better.
Okay. Interesting. Crew about the same. Again, this is a tough one to kind of put. Like, you think they're gonna win no games and then win LCQ?
Right. Yeah, that seems unlikely. I mean,
if we're just going off their league standing, then it has. I would say moderately better.
Yeah, they must be better. Moderately, slightly.
Because even winning 3 games is a 3-win improvement. Like, even if you went 3 and what would it be? 3 and 7, which isn't good. Yeah. That would technically class as like being a lot better. DRX about the same. Feels fair.
Makes sense. Yeah.
PRX being the same. Feels okay.
Yeah.
RRQ about the same. RRQ are an enigma team.
Yeah, I have no idea. I could see them being like way worse. I could see them being about the same.
They're just such a. I mean, even the way they played last year was such an enigma as well, of being good and then being bad. And the ones you can't see behind my head chat are Team Secret and Zeta Division are also in about the same, which feels
probably fair.
Probably fair. There's a funny story we know about Team Secret that we won't share.
Yeah. Yeah, let's not share that one.
Yeah. Foot slightly better. I mean, they do have CNED. I might. I would put them in the same. I would not put them as better.
The only change was Kiwi for CNED, right?
Yeah.
Wait, no. Who's Yatuji?
Oh yeah.
Yatuji?
Oh yeah, for Maj. Oh, that's true.
Maj. I don't know anything about this guy, so.
No, he is good. They might be slightly better. That's actually fair.
Okay.
They might be. Koi.
It would be hard to.
Yeah, Koi. It's hard to be worse. I mean, Koi were the one that I was most wrong about this time last year. I was high on Koi. I think in my preseason like prediction of where everyone would finish, I put them 3rd.
I think they're going to be worse than last year.
Wow, really?
I just am not a believer in this team. And the fact that their org is having like serious issues right now. Yeah, I'm not a believer.
Did someone really just say blood clat in my chat? What does that even mean? 100 Thieves slightly better. That seems reasonable. It seems a reasonable place to put 100 Thieves.
Yeah, I think so.
And Sentinels as well. Sentinels slightly better. Yeah, I mean, you think about Sentinels at the start of the year, they were a mess. Remember when Def was on this team?
Yeah, remember the first 3 weeks of the Sentinels season last year?
Yeah, they just blew it up.
Remember how haggard Kaplan looked coming in as the coach in like that first week? Just like dude had not slept in a month trying to get the team in a working order.
Gen G slightly better. Who's on Gen G's team?
They just announced it in a video, so it's Lakia, Meteor, Texture, Munchkin, and Koran, I think, or it's like Koran.
Karen.
Karen.
They got a Karen on their team.
I mean, this team looks solid to me, but
yeah, seems fine.
I'll say they're going to be slightly better simply because they're not rotating players and playing a 6-man roster.
Speaking of which, T1. T1.
I have no idea.
I mean, we don't even know what team they're playing yet. As I said in our Cosmic Divide, if T1 don't play King in any game, I'm not watching any of their games.
Yeah.
Unless he's not for a if he's ill or something, then fair enough. But
yeah, if King is benched,
if it's a choice, I'm not watching any of their games.
Yeah.
DFM slightly better. That feels fair.
Yes, they must be better. There's no chance that they're worse than last year.
But I mean, can they be worse? They literally didn't win a game. I guess they could not win a map. They did win a couple
last year they looked like their entire team was like fully a tier below everybody else that they were playing, like skill wise.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Have they kept the same coaching staff though? That fills me with.
I don't know. Maybe they're bringing the Crazy Raccoon coaching staff in as well. I have no idea.
And then
I would almost say significantly better, just because they were so bad.
Oh, Talon is a controversial pick. What do you think of Talon?
I mean, they'll probably be better than last year, just because last year was such a mess. I would imagine that bringing in some players from the outside that can like tell Cruz and Patapan to stop doing crazy stuff. I think this team will be better just because they have like NA coaching staff who's going to be more structured, and then they also have like outside ideas than just like the Thai scene, which is what they'd been for so long.
Yeah. Here's a controversial one as well. Team Liquid, moderately better. Thoughts? I would put Team Liquid in the squarely about the same. If it was me. If I was doing this list.
I think they'll be slightly better.
Okay. BBL moderately better. I could see that. Although I don't know why they didn't sign Kiwi. But whatever. we'll forego that. But again, I mean, BBL weren't good. No, I'd put BBL in slightly better, I think. I wouldn't go this far. Same for Heretics. Although Heretics...
Benji Fishy, your favorite player.
Oh, for Heretics be moderately... I would put them in slightly better as well. I don't think I'm... But then again, if their two Turkish players are insane, which they probably will be, that's already a good, like, you know, that's already quite a big upgrade. But
they did play in some stuff already, and they lost to UCAM.
Who?
Exactly.
Well, that's not good. Na'Vi, moderately better. Man, poor CNET. Getting dunked on.
I do think they will be moderately better than last year.
Yeah. NRG, we assume they have Ethan and Demon 1. My thing is with that team, what are the roles on that team? If they have Ethan and Demon 1,
IGLing?
I would assume Ethan would IGL. Though maybe it be Marved.
Crashies?
But who's playing Sentinel on that team? Victor?
Yeah, probably.
And then who plays Raze? Demon 1 just plays Raze.
Victor?
And then who plays Sentinel on on Lotus? Who plays Killjoy?
Victor.
And who plays Raze?
Victor.
Oh, Food. Food will play Raze on.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Leviathan moderately better seems fair.
I would say significantly better.
Yeah, I would say probably put them in significantly as well. And then K Corp in the significantly
because Leviathan
better.
was not good last year.
Yeah,
I feel like people just like continue to think that Leviathan was like close to being good last year. They were a bad team.
They started off decently, but then quickly
they were a bad team last year.
Quickly faded off. Like their lock-in wasn't bad, but then they quickly shit hit the fan. But I think Ono's coaching style doesn't suit the league format. Like if you're constantly like grinding all day every day, and you have to just listen to Ono like grinding you down, that feels something that's much better to work for like short tournaments than it does for, you know, like a full week heading into a game.
He's making you chug fucking like protein shakes, creatine in the middle of matches. Every scrim, after every scrim, you have to drop and do 50 push-ups and 100 air squats, and then chug a protein shake.
A Karmine Core is significantly better.
Remind me what their roster is.
I don't know. Shin. Is it on this? Is it on VLR? Karmine Core.
It's not.
Currently has. Yeah, doesn't have it. Shin. Narrate. Yeah, we'll do Matt Vito. Let's do the chat versus elevated versus TMV. Oh, Tomazi? Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tomazi.
I mean, I guess this is just saying like it can't be worse.
Yeah, which is true.
Yeah.
As long
Martin
as the
and
player
Magnum.
doesn't...
Yeah, Martin and Magnum.
Yes, they will be significantly better because players will not quit in the middle of the season because the team is so dog.
Yes,
that is true. That is true.
That's a fair point. Yeah, shall we all do a map veto? Go on. I'll do mine. I'll do mine in yellow. Who's playing? Oh, we need to change it now. SL versus BBL.
So excited for this game. It's gonna be so fucking fun.
Yeah, should be a good one. Okay, I'll do mine. So
okay.
It'll be SR. BBL. I'll give you the benefit of watching mine first. Right. SR will ban. They banned first time. Split. Stick with it. They'll ban Split. BBL always ban Breeze, is it? Yeah. They'll ban Breeze. SR, what would you pick? What would you pick? What did you play? Sunset and Bind. What did Shopify play? Haven and Sunset. Do they stick with Sunset? After seeing BBL's Sunset. I'll say this. I'll say they stick with Sunset. And I'll say BBL go to Ascent. And then we've got, what have we got left? Lotus, Haven, and so you won't ban Haven. Lotus, Haven, and Bind. Let's say you ban Bind. Let's say that they ban Haven, and we'll play Lotus. Okay, there's mine. Elevate, do you want to do yours? Put you in purple.
Sure.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll write SR and BBL at the very top.
Give me 1 second. I'm just looking at a few things.
I'll put them in green.
Okay, so yeah, I agree with the split and breeze binds that you have.
Okay, you're in purple, Elevate. Split, breeze, yeah, go on. SR's pick.
Do we know who?
No, we don't know. I'm just guessing, but
okay. I think SR will pick. Wait, I thought BBL played? Oh, they did play Sunset. Okay. What's SR's comp on Sunset? Is it the same?
Fucking hell, we'll get chats going, shall we?
You say I'm taking too long?
I mean, you can think about it first, and I can do chats if you want.
No, I can go. Yeah, I think SR will pick Sunset. I do think
You can't just copy mine.
Well, what if it's what I believe?
But then you can't have a winner.
Shut up, TMV. BBL is going to pick Ascent.
Well, something's got to be different.
And then second set of bans.
You got Bind, Haven, Lotus.
I think BBL is going to ban. They're going to ban Bind because they don't want to play against the Yoru.
What? Well, I've got SR banning first, but sure, we'll put Bind in for them. And I'm guessing SR ban Lotus because they want 13-1 on Haven.
No, I think they're going to ban Haven.
Okay, they ban Haven. So you just got that flipped with me, and now chat. Chat, give me an SR ban. Oh, you two go split. Okay. Try and get a bit inventive. Come on, chat. BBL. Also, write in that, because it's difficult to tell, write BBL Breeze. Or whatever for these next ones. Because otherwise it can get tough to tell what you want it to mean. Okay, SR first pick. Just copy so we can't lose. There, you're going Haven. Okay. We'll just say chat goes Haven. BBL pick. Oh, we're getting some differing opinion. Most people saying Ascent. Okay, I'll give you Ascent. Look, if you really want you to do the pick, then just give like 50 bits. And I'll make it whatever you say. So you've got Sunset, Bind, and Lotus left. SR ban Lotus, you think? Okay. And then you've got Sunset and Bind left. BBL ban Bind. And we play Sunset. Okay, there we go. What should I do the marking in? We'll do the marking in orange. Let's see who can get this.
And I'd be like, well, if Vanya has one of those games where she's just like basically instant everybody.
Daniel gives 50 bits to just put rigged.
But, you know, we'll see what happens. I'm sure that Shopify isn't scared, but
Yeah.
it's something to look out for us and for the viewers. I think Vanya could have a really breakout game. That
You
she
can
hasn't had yet.
disappear after
Well,
Map
let's see what
Vito.
BBL's thinking about it, because
I'm
we have
sure
to
some
get
other
ready with
mod will
Eva
come
to
up
see how
at
they're feeling
some
about the
point.
upcoming game.
Hey Eva, can we pull you for a quick
If they don't ban Split and Breeze, that would be
Awesome.
funny.
I just want to ask, who do you think on Shopify Rebellion poses the biggest threat to BBL? And we've got Rebecca
Dude, the
here to help
BBL
with translation.
jerseys are kind of sick.
Hoş geldin. Shopify Rebellion'a karşı oynuyorsunuz bugün. Sence orada hangi oyuncu?
They've got like a griffin on them with like a golden eye.
Bence hiçbir oyuncu bizim şu testi
If we all got 0 out of 7,
Gelerek
that
geldiğini
also would be
düşünüyorum.
funny. What do you
Kendi
think of
oyunumuza
these
güveniyorum.
little questions that they do elevate
I
as
don't
well?
think anyone is a threat. Everybody came here deserving
I think
it,
these
and,
little
just believe in
interviews are
ourselves and we are confident.
bad.
Best of luck
I
to
think
the
they're
team.
not,
Thank you, Eva.
not a good part of the broadcast.
Yeah, I agree.
They're so awkward.
Confidence.
I'd much rather have
That was
like
something that we discussed
they're sitting
yesterday,
down
Kuka,
talking to
but
them.
coming
yeah.
into
They're
this,
like,
it feels like nothing has changed in that regards.
Yeah, exactly. I think that they just have to keep. If
Like, I
with
don't
the
think they
adversity that
provide
faced
any
yesterday,
insight,
if
really.
nothing mattered in the
Yeah.
end, and they
And they
managed
just
to get a
feel
clean
kinda like,
win. Hey,
do we
well,
have
they
to?
feel
you
really
just have to
awkward.
replicate it.
Yeah.
It make me cringe every time.
I don't know if it's possible against a team like Shopify right now, but I think that yesterday was a big wake-up call for them because they did come in very, very confident, and the fact that that last map went to such a close series or a close game, I think that that's like a wake-up call for them, and they're like, all right, like we can be.
Hopefully,
very
Alki is
confident
not
it's
getting
also be
more
on top of
sick.
our game.
So if there's a sick buff, if you have 2 players that are sick, do you get double the buff?
Yeah, you
Is
do.
that how it works?
Yeah, you do.
Is that boy math?
Oh, they got 2 players
Boy
then.
now?
Boy math, yeah.
I don't know, it's a theory.
I'm a man, first of all.
Oh,
Whoa. Okay. Let's talk about friendships. Who doesn't like talking about friends? Do you have friends, baby?
Oh, of course. Yeah, you guys are my friends.
Oh,
Not again.
Really? Because like my friendship with Breeze has ended, and now Sunset is my best friend. Because you know what,
Yes.
Kuka? We haven't actually seen Breeze. It's been getting banned, but Sunset be popping up on every single one of these map photos.
I mean, I actually I'm very happy with it. When Mirs was here, we were talking about it
See, everyone
off
hates
camera
Breeze.
because I think it's very funny. It is something that definitely we will talk
kinda
about
like
in
the
the
new
upcoming
Breeze.
games when we look at all the bands.
Of course you
and all
do.
the
I
bands
haven't-
the teams have been
I haven't really
doing the
done a
tournament.
ton of work on
This is
it,
not
but I think it's
popular
okay.
At all. Like we were thinking, hey,
Although,
for sure someone that is
I
going to
don't
come up with
understand
Sunset
why
as a
Hall
permaban,
still
And it
exists.
looked like every single team had the same
Like,
opinion. And
why?
I'm like, it's not going to be us. It's not
So
going to
that
be
you
us.
can
We're
get
going to be
goals.
prepared for that.
Safety.
Or maybe everybody agrees that if Breeze was bad before, it's even worse now.
Oh.
I don't even think that's a hot take.
Mild
I don't even
take?
think it's a hot take.
I like
It's
That's
pretty
cool.
mild. Like,
what I like
honestly,
about the new
like,
Breeze is the middle.
Sunset is
I
such a
kind of
fun
like the
map to
middle.
play. Like I don't know, like
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys play some ranked. It's actually like a breath of fresh air. I feel like, and yeah, Breeze.
I
had
like the
changes in it, but
Omen.
it's still played the same-ish way, you know, with the solo Viper
I have
mainly. and-
PTSD.
Yeah,
You
it's
didn't
just-
have to live through that, but I still remember. every
Sketch
single
Soul.
day how Gambit used to
With
play
5
it.
months,
What do
you could
think
have
about-
you could have had a
Sorry.
pick for the chat on your own.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
that's my
like
fault. I forgot
just
you were in the
how
call.
Sunset is as a map.
Okay.
It seems like a lot of fun, and
I'm
it's-
very forgettable.
It's like
I
people get to
understand.
figure it out still. You know, people get to figure out what
Aw.
comps they want to run. People get to
Go
figure
on, you were
out
saying.
if they want to run double controller or breach.
Yeah.
What do you
yeah,
think
yeah,
about
I think
Baby Bass saying that
people
Breeze is a
have very
solo
strong
solo
opinions about,
Viper
for
map
example,
still?
we've been playing the same compositions on like Haven.
It
and
just tells-
Ascent
like,
for
I'm
a
not
very long
surprised.
time. And now when
I
a
feel
new
like-
map comes out, everybody is like, oh my god,
I don't know.
this is
I don't know if you agree with my
bad.
how Viper
It's
should
like-
be used takes.
How about you
But
just give everybody some time because
it's
you're
just
going
how
to
I
be
see
complaining
Viper.
for
I
2
just
years
don't-
that everybody plays the same. So how
Yeah.
about you're
To me, it's like
little bit more supportive with
you're just
somebody,
like
you know, play
massively
something different.
Like I said, use
nerfing
for duelist comp.
like the best
Everyone
part
and
of
their
the agent.
grandma
Yeah, they
on
meant
the
to do that.
internet was like, no, this is never gonna
No
work.
joke, Lotus best.
And it's not like Harper is
Honestly.
bad either.
Lotus.
Bestie.
Lotus.
Lotus is
It's like it's a very much better version of Haven.
Ooh, okay. I feel like we're
Lotus is a better version of
here and
Haven.
there.
Disagree.
It's like- you know what?
It's better than Haven. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Like the
No.
entry.
Wow, you guys agree
Lotus
on something
is
finally. Can you also
not
agree
a
on
good
who
map.
might
No,
have
I don't think Lotus.
Not
I
Lotus.
think
Just
This-
not
not
that.
this
NA
one.
is better than EU.
No.
I think
I'm
like
sorry,
the
where's your
A
C1?
side of the map
Can we
is
mute him?
okay.
No, I'm joking.
Don't hate it.
Sorry.
That's,
You know
that's,
what?
that-
It's
that's
somewhat
a great thing
interesting.
to talk about though.
Oh,
is
it's
that
not in the tournament.
Shopify
But I mean
is
the
last NA
the
team in
the
the
C
tournament.
post plant is
Yeah.
like
Will that
actively
have an
bad
effect on how they-
design.
Probably not. Probably won't have an effect
Yeah.
on how they
like
play.
the
But,
like that's
you
just
know,
bad map design.
If
They are
anything,
the last NA
Yeah.
team. It's
You know
kind of
what?
scary, bro.
And I
fact
feel
that
like the
Shopify
whole
really
the
used
map
that
as a
final
whole
NA
having
team
such
is
an
really important here
like,
because we also had a chat down with
I always
Roya
make a
to talk
joke
about
that
how
people
their
always
debut
say, like,
here in Sao Paulo
that
went, and
if you want to
I
sound
think
smart, you just have to
that
say
they're ready for
anytime a new
anything
map comes
that
out,
they
just say
enjoy.
mid is important. But to be fair, like
I wasn't super confident before we played EDG.
with Lotus, pretty
I
much
think we all
everyone
think
straight away
we
recognized
don't
like,
think about it
oh,
because
A
we
is
already
obviously like the
experienced it
important part that you
during
take.
last GC and NA.
And then as soon as the
even when we
attackers have
did
control of
lose,
A,
we still,
they just have a
stuck
lot of
together as a
options.
team. No one got mad at
And the
each other,
defenders are in
and,
trouble.
I mean, now we're back and we're better.
Like to
I
me,
think the
like
reason
everyone
that
kind of
we
figured
played
that
so
out
much
from
better
like
than
day
our
one.
opponents was
And
that
so
work
if that's the
weekend, we
case,
got
like,
here and we've been practicing really
and then
hard,
that hasn't
no
really
time, no
changed.
breaks, and it's been rough, but
You know, like
definitely
it's
paying off.
you go C, you then come back to make sure you take A, and then you just do a B split or go A.
Let's go, Mel. Third
Like,
kills.
yeah.
I just
it
mentioned
just
one
feels
of the
very-
teammates, they're really close friends. Like even though we're so different ages,
I don't know.
we all
It just
share
feels so
kind of the
like
same humor. Like, I don't know,
obvious
we
that
just
that's the
always
best thing to
been
do, and like that's
I
not
hope
going
I
to
can keep
change
putting up
unless
numbers
they
I did against
significantly
EDG,
change the
but
map.
to me, it doesn't really matter.
To me, there just isn't the back and forth on Haven. Like it feels like the attackers, like the defenders have to do things to make sure they have a chance in the round, and the attackers have like as many options as they want.
We saw that, you know. Like, I just want to, you know.
Like
we saw
defenders
that,
have to
like,
fight for
the
A,
rest of them,
otherwise they're
yeah.
in massive trouble.
It's an interesting day, but you know what? We're having an
And but
incredible
attackers
game of
can, you
Valorant
know,
lined
lined up. And I think
just
another
chill
thing
and
to
like
highlight
do
as
what
well
like
when it
even
comes
just
to
like
stages
opening the
this one,
doors and like
you win,
threatening to
you're up
rotate
against
from like B
G2
to C.
in that upper semifinal. So technically,
It's just like,
if you win
and it's just
today,
like an
you're
extra thing of
2
like,
series
oh yeah,
away
even if
from
even if you have a
claiming
shit
title.
attacking round where you get stalled out on C,
Okay, I stopped.
oh you can just press the door button and like you know, oh well we might be going B.
Because you two cannot
And that
actually
will fix
see
it
to
for
the
us,
side,
because now maybe
let's
some of
do
you have
this,
to
okay?
rotate back to B,
I am
and
a
so we
chatter,
split you up
okay?
again.
And
Ha
I
ha ha!
have
By just opening the door.
worked so hard
Right.
for my
So it's like
channel
the attackers have a
points. I
shit
put
round,
my
but they have an
blood,
easy out.
Sweat and
Again, I
tears
don't
into
think that's
them.
great.
But I want to put them into one of the teams, okay? So I'm gonna give you.
I do think
each
that
30 seconds
people don't
to
utilize
convince me that
like
I
the B
should
door corridor enough.
Gamba.
I think.
Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think breaking the
All
like
I
the
need is
standard
this. I don't
KJ
need
turret
to
and then
words
putting
about
your
what's on here.
own
You have to fill up the timer.
control in that area is
Agreed
probably
right
something that people should be
here
doing
that
more.
This is all you need.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm just not gonna say. I'm just gonna stare you guys. I'm gonna stare you down.
For
especially.
18 seconds.
Are you guys actually gonna
yeah, I'll
stare?
definitely-
You're gonna stare.
Wait, do you want me to show it to you only?
No, I mean, I don't need to see.
Can we get
I
like
am
some
now
tape?
one with this.
You are one with.
But this is all you need. Floor is the go. Floor is the go. I said I wasn't gonna say it, but I had to.
Okay, EMEA's turn. Let's get it.
I'm gonna get it. Listen, you have to be betting your channel points on BBL because it doesn't matter how many hurdles they face on the way, they will come on top. The year for them was not easy at all. A lot of things happened in Turkey and happened within the team, and they overcame every single one of them. And they are not, a one-person team. They don't care. You have Honey, you have Ale, you have LK. It doesn't matter where they are. Also, Wens is a fellow Swiftie, so you should be supporting her. You too?
There's no way.
No, but for real, BBL has demonstrated so much during the year. They deserve this spot and for
Taylor
so
Swift, that good
hard
kid in
for
the
it.
shadows, isn't in the
Yeah.
chat, so I can say this now.
I'm not gonna let you guys know where I'm gonna put my channel points, but instead I will let you guys know the
feel
server,
like, you know,
what maps we're gonna head to.
I don't know. You know, at least
So
the
let's get it,
Beatles,
because
like
the
you
coach
know,
is
at
already.
least that music is good.
Most British take of all time.
BBL. This match is a coin flip, okay? So whoever wins starts choosing.
You
from
know, at
Team
least
A or
Elvis,
Team B.
you know.
We're using alphabetical
That
order,
hits.
so BBL is heads, SR is tails, okay?
Did Shopify
So
just straight up
front of
copy the
coin
BBL
is
jersey?
this,
Yeah,
heads,
Shopify.
And this one is tails.
Posers.
Poses. Good flip.
So it's tails. SR starts choosing
What is
from
that
Team
coin?
A or Team B.
We pick Team B.
Oh, we're already wrong on the team, but here we go.
So BBL,
So BBL.
Team A. So BBL starts banning a map.
Ban Breeze.
Well done, everyone.
Okay, ban for SR.
We ban Split.
Good job, everyone.
Split. First map pick.
We
for
all put
BBL.
Ascent here. Good job, everyone.
Side on Ascent for SR.
Defense.
Hold on, all 3 out of 3 thus far. This is where our
And
first
map pick
differences.
For SR.
Haven.
Oh, chat!
Haven. Side on Haven.
It's
for
a big
BBL.
win for chat.
Defense. Second sets of bans. We're starting with BBL. One map.
Ban Lotus.
Oh, all wrong on this though.
Last map ban for SR. We have Bind and Sunset.
Bind.
Then Bind. so
TMV was
side on
right.
Sunset.
Sunset is
Side
the
on Sunset
last
for
one.
BBL.
Attack.
Attack.
And
Okay,
Sunset
good.
chat. Congratulations, chat. 5 out of 7 for you. 3 out of 7 for Elevated and 4 out of 7 for TMV.
You know what that means?
No.
You have to gift chat 5 subs, and then you have to gift me 3 subs.
What? When was that? When was that decided? I think for coming last, you have to gift subs.
Anyway, walkouts are cool.
Choco Con Nicholas 290 with the 6 months. Thank you. Good job. Good job, chat.
I'm not gonna lie, all the walkouts are just so awkward. Has there been a single good walkout aside from like the funny ones with Benkai and stuff? I feel like all the players always look so awkward.
I feel like you've got to. I think for these kind of things, I feel like what they should do is
with a Turkish roster.
when they go to like, you know, when they often change to like the big event, like they like for the Final Four, they'll often like change to like the bigger stage. Right? I feel like when you get to that stage, you should do the individual, everyone gets like their own moment walkout. And then before that, it should just be the full team comes out together, like they did at Champs. Like do the teams for like just come out as a team. team
doesn't matter
together,
where,
you know,
they're
for
playing
the
it,
for the
if
normal
it's
one, and
online, if
then
it's in land
once you
based,
get to like the
it's
big
heavily,
final four of it, or like
to-
grand final, or whatever,
leaning towards BBL
everyone
side.
gets like their
Yeah,
own
BBL is
name and
definitely
like
insane
you
on
know,
Ascent. I will say
they
though,
come
that
out on their
Shopify
own.
does get defense first, I believe. So
Yeah,
that
the
is something you do want. You do want to
the
start
Golden
defense
Boy
on Ascent. It's
intros
so
for the
impressive.
grand finals
But
were
overall on this
fucking
map pool, I actually
epic,
think
dude.
that
He was
Shopify won this
sending
because
it. He like
I
fucked
feel
up
like
his
BBL,
voice
besides
doing
for Ascent,
them.
where they're definitely a dominant team on. They kind of run these comps on Haven and
Also,
Lotus that are
I
kind
think
of behind the
EG
meta, in my
actually
opinion.
might have had the best
So,
walkouts because they were like
I
actually
don't
hype
know
and like
if
not
they'll be able
cringe
to
as they were
beat
walking out on
Shopify, really,
stage.
because we saw how much that EDG struggled with playing the breach comp against the double controller on Haven, and then on Lotus. I think BBL, unless they switch things up, is still one of the only teams to be running a breach comp on that map.
If
And
you
I
ever
feel
want
it's
it, like,
just-
and
it's just
then what you
not
do is
in
you
the meta
fill
right
it
now.
like
That being said,
for the
doesn't mean they
walkout,
win,
you
but I think
give
that
them a
their chances
ton
of
of
winning
like
are slightly
smoke from a
So
smoke
is it
machine,
specifically
because
the
that just
breach
makes
that
it
you
either it will be
potentially the
cool
biggest
as they
pain
walk through the
point for
smoke,
them
or
in
even
this
if they do
match?
kind of just like an awkward little wave that makes it funny. When you've got
also,
like a ton of
let's see
smoke
what
there.
kind of ascent we get, right? Because
So,
we're talking about
yeah,
BBL
I would
very dominant on this
have a
map. We know
walkout
that
where someone
Definite is
comes
not
out on
going
their
to
own,
be
but
an
just like
easy
have them
win, even
walk
if
through a
that is
ton
the
of
case.
smoke
But
and it
what
looks
are
cool.
going to be, what is going to be our
Yep.
reaction if Shopify
That's
is
all you gotta
able
do.
to replicate what they did the other day?
How would you say this
That
name?
is scary.
WKR
Very, very scary.
SEAN.
Turn against them, don't get me wrong, because imagine that
Sean?
happens again, okay? And this is a 2-0.
How do you spell
it's extremely
Sean,
clean.
elevated?
Again, we're done in 1 hour somehow.
I mean, SEAN
G2
is like
goes
the
and what do you
most
do?
widely accepted way, but you can also spell
I'd be quaking in my boots.
SHAWN
Yeah.
or
I'd be scared.
SHAUN.
But you know
Those
what?
are all
I think the good
acceptable.
thing about a team like
Are
G2
they?
is I don't think
Either
that
way,
they would-
thank you.
I don't think they would be that scared because they are
Sean.
professionals and they've done it before.
With the
they can do
prime.
it again, right? But we're focused on these players
Exactly.
right here, right now, and I don't know. This is gonna be interesting. I think pistol round is gonna be really pivotal for BBL right now. I think they need to start off strong, and if they can win this map and maybe frustrate.
Would you ever
the likes of
pierce your
Shopify,
nose,
Maybe that's their way
TMV?
into winning.
It's not for
further
me.
down the road- Further down the road.
I'll be
And
honest.
talking about replicating, just because
You do you. If you
BBL
want to
was
do it
able
elevated, I
to
won't
win,
stop you.
You know, being 4-1. Now
But
it is
it's
3-4.
not for me.
I understand how they can get it.
Oh yeah,
I
Ascent.
don't know.
Joy.
The
Our
Prime
third
Gaming
Ascent of the
Agency
day.
already, we
I
can
can't
further
wait.
dissect some of these comms that we're going to be looking at Ascent.
But
And
at least
considering
BBL
they're
plays this map in a
basically
fun way.
identical, it's going to be again here, Baby Bay, a showcase.
Here's a
of
question
how
for you.
can
Should
utilize your
esports orgs have away
composition to your own
jerseys?
strengths.
Yeah, nothing special here. This is the standard Ascent comps, but like we were talking
no,
about,
just 'cause
BBL just seems to be able to
when are they ever
really
at home
engage
versus
Alkia
being
into
away?
getting these,
When someone is
like,
playing the same
early on
color as
kills
them,
or the
like
early
BBL
first
versus
bloods, and
SR.
then you have Vanya, who's this amazing
Oh,
duelist
I
as
mean-
well on the Omen. And if Eva is
I
popping
do
off
like
the
what
way
Energy
that
does, which
she
is they
has
have
been
like
in
the
the
championship
previous
whites.
series,
I think
Sova
that's
can be
cool.
really
Or,
impressive
no,
on
that's like the
win this.
optic
Hear
thing.
me out.
That
You're
was the
looking at
optic
that.
thing.
I'm
They
looking
would
at
they
that
have
Alexis
championship
versus
whites, which
Felipe.
they
I
only
think
wear
that
white
especially
jerseys
the
on
game that
when they're in the grand finals or
just
something.
saw between
I think
Crew
that's
and
dope.
EDG, I
That's
think
pretty
that the impact that KO was having on the map was brilliant. So I'm looking at that head-to-head.
All right, we're going to be looking at a head-to-head of some of the most amazing players that we've seen so far. And you know who else
Yeah, they have
better
to
to cast
change
this
jerseys
best
Yeah,
between
yeah.
the map
matchup
when they
than
pick a
Messi?
map.
That would be funny.
So let them take it away.
That would be great.
Thank you so much, Genie. And yeah, Potter, it seems as though every time we've casted so far here
Vans
on the
and
stage
Potter,
of the Game
let's go.
Changers, I've been saying that it's
Why does
gonna be
Vansili have a
banger games, but yeah,
carabiner
this
on
is
his
really
necklace?
a true banger now between these two teams. I mean, we're
She's
playing
dope
the
like
best
that.
maps for both BBL and for Shopify Rebellion.
You don't know him like I do.
hope that we're gonna see a 3-map series here.
I think we should, Vans. I think we absolutely should. You mentioned it, Map 1 Ascent. This is absolutely a
Optic not making franchising is the biggest fumble in esports. I mean, they might have another chance soon.
We're coming up to year 3. Absolutely. I mean, this
I
is
don't
a
think
map
it's gonna
that
happen,
everyone
though.
feels comfortable
I don't-
on. I think the
I
approach,
don't know.
generally
They'll
speaking,
add
I don't know if
another
they
team,
want
surely.
to.
the same. So I think both squads, they're
Even if
I
it's
don't know
like
if they
G2
want
and
to.
become the
what's
10th
about to
team.
come, and this is really the perfect map to see.
I guess that makes
think,
some
whose
sense.
game plans, how many layers
But that's
each
going
team
against your
has,
take of
the
EG still being
mid-round
in.
decisions.
Yeah, I still think
Ascent is
EG will
one
be
of
here
those
for
maps where you can
for next year,
clearly
but
see
not
the
after that.
communications coming through from individuals. So I'm
I
excited.
kind of just want to skip the
think
next
the
month and just get straight to January, just so I can see what these teams look like.
See, I thought that, but then I started remembering like that 2 weeks of like qualifying for Madrid is gonna be very busy for me. Because when they do those kind of things, and it's the same during LCQ, they have like all the games on the same day.
Load of numbers in terms of
Yep.
ACS in her
So it's
game
like straight
the other
Pacific
day, but
into
if not,
EMEA,
Noya
into
also had great
Americas.
numbers too. So you're going head to
I'm
head.
so sad that you have to do your
That's
job
probably
watching
every
video
single
games
player
for a
head
living.
to head, it'll be kind of even.
Yeah, but when it's fucking
and
like
that's what makes this game
a 15-hour
so
stream.
coming up for sure. I mean, let's talk about
It
Flores
is
a little bit. You know, that
it's quite a
sign
lot.
that
And then
Baby
with
Bay had
EMEA in there as well, you get the
as it should be,
tech
right?
pause.
Listen, that first map, that first series that she
I'm so
debuted
sad
in,
that you have to watch
there was
video
couple of
games for a
missed
living,
shots, a
TMV.
couple of,
Fucking hell,
whiffs
so do
with
you.
that operator. I think she
Oh,
even
look at this.
tweeted it out, but
I'm not the
she
one
was
complaining about it, bro.
at the right time and missing those shots.
Rex
So I think
Sean with 5 gifted comes in here, new primer, and drops 5 on the fast track to becoming a
for a
mod.
player like Floor. So I think coming in, just got to double down, gain confidence.
Crazy.
And listen, I slowed down those
Got a new
out
oil
shots,
baron
all
in the chat.
replays. Later, when I went back to the hotel room at like 0.25, those were spot on. So Floor, you're doing good. You're doing good. Keep it up.
His name is Worker
Where
Sean.
you're still putting 400 ACS.
Yes.
I mean, you're in a
I
good
guess
spot
it
right
is.
here for a star player here in Shopify Rebellion. But on the other end, BBL, they're still
Question.
going with a lot of obstacles here, right? We
Yes.
presented this
Would you
roster
ever
with
sell
their
your
first
channel
time
to the
coming
Saudi
onto the
Arabian
international
government
stage, not having that
as,
experience,
as they try
building
to
some
esports
great
watch?
chemistry online, but
You know
that was
what?
gonna get tested right
I
here in the
would.
GCC.
I would
They come
sell
onto
my
the
channel
stage
to
with
the Saudi
just
Arabian
one
government,
player, and
scam
Alkia,
them,
and this time,
and
two
then
players,
just start a
Alkia,
new channel,
Alkia
and
Lex.
everyone would just
But at the same
come
time,
to the new
maybe
channel.
you gotta be a buff too, right? 'Cause now you're
I would
playing
give
in
them a
an
dead
area,
channel, yes.
actually, where you can get some better game sounds and whatnot too, versus a very loud crowd here at the CBLOL Arena. So I think this is going to be a very, very tough game to still play for Shopify Rebellion, despite them having a speed run against CDG before. I know that this is going to be much closer.
It should be. It should be, and I'm looking right at Vanya, right? I mean, just that opening map that she had, it was incredible. We consistently talked about the fact that the controllers were the stars of that match, right? And that's not something we talk about often, but Vanya
Do you think
absolutely
Valorant?
has
Well,
what it
Riot
takes
seems to be
to
pretty
deliver here
against
today,
oil
and
money,
That's exactly
even
what
though
we're
they're
expecting. She's gonna lead by example, and that's
funded
what
by
she does best. So I'm
sketchy
expecting her
Chinese
to
money.
bring her A game here.
That brings
Thinking
Is
man's
any
so-
money not sketchy?
could be at one spot to the next while being isolated, while being
I mean, that's always a good
still
point.
get
Like, you know,
2 or 3 picks
these companies
in
get
anchored
big
player
by
on the defense.
doing
So
very
that is
sketchy
definitely gonna
stuff.
be an intriguing one to look
It's
out
a
for.
shame, don't you
And
think?
if it's-
Thinking Man's Solitaire, one of the better Thinking Men's,
But if not,
I think.
Emma, solo player,
With a gift sub
so
as
many
well.
clutches that she's had yesterday. I think she had like 5 clutches at least. One of
What?
them being a 4v4
The
versus
Smoking
1,
Duck
having a highlight
classic
reel.
game mode.
A tier 2? You gifted a tier 2? Fucking
I'm
hell.
excited for this one to start, but as you can
What I
tell
love
here,
gifting about a
chat
tier
over
2
on
is it's
Twitch,
like, I could gift it, like, there's no real difference on my channel between a tier
difficulties that we'll solve
1 and
very
2.
soon, and we'll get into it as soon
But what I
as we
like about
can.
that
Descent
is
on the
that
cards. Coming up is gonna be
you could have
Heat
given
after that,
multiple
and if
people
we
a tier
need that
1,
third map,
but
it
instead
will be
decided no.
Sunset. So let's take the time a little bit to talk about
I'm gonna give
Haven
it tier
then
2.
for Shopify Rebellion. They were just
But thank you
really happy
nonetheless.
to play Haven when we can, and when it's in that map rotation,
I just think that's
Does
fun.
tier
Yeah,
3
exactly. If you're
get to
Shopify,
become
you're
a pen
looking at
pal
map
of
one,
yours?
if you're able to
Maybe it
submit
should.
this,
Handwritten
you are feeling
notes?
so confident
I don't know how many
in
tier
map
3
two,
subs
but
I've ever
it
had.
looks
It's
like
probably you
fans
could count it on one
are
hand,
your
I think.
wish is my
And
command.
Fluxy the Potato, not to be outdone, with the 9 months.
Shopify.
Oh, Fluxy the Potato's got a first badge.
Oh no, I got baited.
Yeah, we
got one. We caught one.
But if not, we could always continue
They're back.
the Pots and Vans
That's a
podcast.
flex,
We're
coming
taking
back in and being like,
everybody
yeah.
with this. So Shopify Rebellion, I love the
I've got a
interview that
first
Noya
badge,
gave,
don't worry about it.
towards the end as well.
What is the first badge?
and
Like one of
also
the
you're
first
trying
subs
to
Yeah,
on the channel?
first like
This
10
head-to-head,
people I
if it's
think
gonna
get it.
continue with the storyline,
What's
if
up?
Shopify
That's
Rebellion
crazy.
is
That's a
gonna be
flex. I was about to say
as
congrats on the
we
new
know
badge,
them
but
to
you don't
be
have a
here
new
in
badge
North
because you just got the
American
founder
scene,
badge
and
still.
how they've proven themselves in
That's
their
crazy.
debut matches here at the GCC on the stage.
Yeah.
This is a possible Shopify Rebellion versus G2, and G2 on that end has also had a great run so far.
Just make a
Reworked their
Patreon.
comps,
I
reworked their
did think
maps,
about making a
and now the
Patreon, but I
map
always
pool is
feel
quite
kind of
deep
like,
for both
I don't
of
know.
these teams. I actually want to go back here to BBL as well. The question is yes. Ginny was mentioning on the
My
chat
highest
that it is
Patreon tier
Transcend
list
is
would
Turkey's
tier would
map.
be like
But at the same
do a
time,
VOD
is
review.
there
I
a map pool
tell you what,
match?
Elevated, you could
I
do
like
it,
to-
and
I
I'll
like
do
to
it
say
for your
yes,
team.
because they've proven some great
Do like a
strategy,
full
on
breakdown
Sunset.
VOD
Oh,
review.
you
When it's the
want me want me to just pay you money for a VOD of you?
Yeah, why not? What would I post on it?
also touched on the fact that this is a squad
Well, yeah, I think my highest would be like duo, like Premier VOD review or whatever. Whoa, Worker Sean is working overtime apparently, giving out another gift.
Would you ever do E-boy thirst traps?
They're both coming into this stage match with the
Just
chip on
post
their
makeup
shoulder.
tutorials.
They both want to prove themselves. For SR and for Mel's side of the table, they don't want to choke this time
Enjoy
around.
it, Taku
And for
Fak.
BBL, I mean, they've
Work
got
as
to prove their
Sean.
worth for the international stage and
Working
let
heavy
everyone know
overtime.
why EMEA are such big fans of this squad.
100%.
I'd probably
With
also
them living
do
together and working
Taku Fak. How many
together,
gifted
even
have you
if
been
looking
given?
back
You're
at
now on
how they were
6
so
months.
good
Are
in
they
that
all
season
gifted?
For 2023, they went through some small roster changes just before the
No, only
game
3.
changers started towards the stage 2. But they've brought in some excellent firepower and they're doing quite well.
What's with the
together,
esports
but on the
players
other end
and
too,
bringing
you talk about
plushies
some players living together,
onto
but for
stage?
Shopify Rebellion,
I don't know.
What is that about?
maybe they
Let's
don't
be
live
real.
together.
If you
that a
play
thing?
Valorant this much, you're
for like the last
you're,
week
you're,
out here in
you're not the
Brazil,
most
so
normal people in
having
the
a chance
world,
to
are
talk
you?
to Effie before they walked on the stage. He was talking about, hey, we're actually accustomed
Like, you have to
time
play a
zones,
lot
the
of
time
ranked
differences is not too bad. It's
to
only
get
a few
this good.
hours if you're in from the East Coast boot
You know,
camp
their
in
mind
Toronto
it's
versus
probably
the,
frazzled.
2 hour behind here, or 2 hour ahead here rather, in
That's
Brazil.
fair.
They've been comfortable with that, and they've been getting
Alright,
used
I'm
to
gonna
it,
go
getting
make
used
some
to
food real
the,
quick
the
because I'm
scenery.
starving.
Have
I'm
fun.
about to
Just
get
ready to
real
go.
cranky.
Yeah, ready to go indeed
Start
for
flaming
sure.
everybody.
Hopefully
Do
we
it.
will be ready as
Especially
well to
chat.
hop in that server, but yeah, I think the jet lag issue.
What
and
plushie?
that's such a
Here you
weird
go.
one.
Here's
I
the
don't know if
question for you, chat.
and,
What would
the
your
folks at
plushie
home
be?
are completely aware
Oh,
of
how
this.
sweet. What would your plushie of choice be?
But only
true.
a 3-hour difference.
That's true. That's true. A
2
12-hour
hours
flight.
if you're East Coast.
Yeah, and I actually flew in from Turkey straight to here, and that was a 14-hour flight. If you're flying in from Montreal, it's like a 10 to 12-hour
Squirtle?
flight, so it is quite long. So despite having the time differences, having that way down in such a long flight could actually drain you when
An
you're
Angry
actually,
Bird.
moving
God,
from
that's a wild. That would be a
playing that
throwback.
it's not
Angry
easy
Bird.
to
Remember
really
that?
come out in full strength and really in shape. So it's nice that they came earlier on. Big support from
10
Rebellion.
IKEA rats. Do they have rat plushies? Everybody.
I'm laughing at you, Vans, and I'm laughing at Mel for sure as well. Alexis, marry me. I love that. This crowd.
Marry
we
me.
kept highlighting the energy in the crowd in here, but we're learning so many cool things about this Brazilian community. There's even a private little WhatsApp chat group.
All this waiting to watch Ascent, by the
Collecting
way.
all of their friends and coming up here. It's such a great energy
Yeah.
in this stadium right now.
You just saw the shot of Alexis, and I'm actually quite a big fan of Alexis walking on the stage last year in Berlin, cracking her knuckles and getting ready to play. Yesterday when she
Why
played
are we
the game
waiting?
going
I
for round
wish I
2,
could tell
showing
you.
That, you know, an assertive dominance that this server is ours, this competition,
I
this
wish I could tell
tournament
you.
is ours as well. And I also like here.
And that's
Sarah,
you
you're
know what the
right
worst?
now,
That's honestly
has
the
been
worst
great
thing about
initiator
tech pauses
throughout the
is you
North American
don't know
scene for the game changers and getting
when it
picked
will
up here
start.
by Shopify Rebellion.
So like
It
you
works
have
out
to
quite
stay.
Flora, the go-to
Well, at least
leader,
I do.
agreeing with
You
BB
guys
Bay.
can. Well, don't
And
leave.
now we don't have to wait
It's
too
about to
much
start, guys. I
longer.
promise.
Chat, we're finally about to get ready.
Well, there you
to
go. It is
into
actually
the
about to
server
start, so don't
this
leave,
best
but-
of 3. Who will be the team that will face off against G2 in the upper final?
Am I a coffee
Will
or
it
tea
be
enjoyer?
BBL,
I would
or
say
will it be
tea
Shopify
more than
Rebellion?
coffee.
It's about to start right now on Ascent.
But then again, I am British, innit?
Straight into things
So what do
here.
you fucking
BBL are
expect?
starting on the attack side, only 4 seconds left
Whoa, look
in
at
the
this
freeze
up.
time here, and you can see all members are
Little
very
mid-push,
grouped
maybe?
towards this A main. Jet, Alkia
Star on
seems like
defense.
she wants to get a
Oh,
lot
they're
of
gonna. Well,
timing
this
on
Jet's
this
dead.
short A. She dashes the speed, it's on.
They want to go very quickly.
Oh, SR just got caught out. How did they not hear the dash?
Turns around just on time, so that's gonna stop that push coming in from the A main because of the smoke.
How did they
and
not hear the
utility
dash?
From SR that held it down, but BBL looking to re-execute right away. Contact first held, and it's beautiful.
Goodbye,
for
SR,
Shopify
though.
Rebellion. Instantly, all of BBL falls, and Shopify.
Close the thread.
What a response coming
Hold
out
on, then.
from
Give me
Shopify.
a
What
second.
a read. The utility was a little bit jumbled for BBL. That paranoia coming out with the nerf,
Fred.
it seemed a little bit slow in tandem with that dart. But man, Alkia
Okay,
was so
Fred is closed.
explosive towards this short A. I think if BBL sped it up in A main a little bit faster,
Cat
this
Nathaniel,
would
thanks for the
have looked
50
like
bits.
a different round, but Shopify react and they respond.
Yes, Nathaniel, very good. I like how when you say egg group, it comes up with the emote egg for me.
Such a nice shot too.
Definitely. So an equal full classics coming through on the attack. They will move very quickly to fight towards the A main. Just trading off a couple of shots left and right, but it's still the advantage for Shopify to start. Fluorescent. The scope in doesn't work, but a no scope will.
Wait, it's already been 2 rounds?
Already been 2 rounds, my friend.
A minute. It's gone for a minute.
You were gone for more than a minute.
Fights on an anti-eco, but Shopify Rebellion had
G2 does
the
also
correct
have a
options,
Sarah,
correct
yes.
backup, and they want to highlight Fluorescent.
Which
They wanna
actually
keep her
does
going.
explain something, because I was wondering why her name was Sarah too.
Beautiful control.
In the
These are the
thing.
kind of clean anti-ecos you want.
And
especially
I
if you're
guess
the
that's
team that
probably
thinks-
why.
you've got the edge. If you're the team that thinks you're fundamentally stronger, you've got to show it. And
Like
so
down
far,
here at the
Shopify
bottom, it
takes
says
that
Sarah
inside
2, but I don't think Sarah 2 is part of her name.
Start early for BBL to
I think her name is just
try to
Sarah.
look and be
But
careful
they've
of any
got two
type of sharp
Sarahs.
attack that's coming towards middle. Look at their positioning, playing all the way back, trying to avoid the silver utility at the same time.
I mean, if SR win this game, they will play G2
Shopify
as well.
Rebellion, they're happy with that. You see, they're not really moving here, Potter. They just want to play the clock in their favor in this bonus round.
Yeah, they don't want to allow Floor to find any deep lines. You saw a lot of
Also, you
scan
know
through that
BBL play
smoke
very
as well.
fast, so
This drone should allow
trying to
BBL
fake
to
with the
control
drone a
this
bit.
A main. Now, with this amount of control, B main and A main, the mid rounding here, once they take care of this alarm bot in mid, the sky's the limit here
You're
for
slamming
BBL.
B.
Yeah, you talked about how
Nah,
important
they're
that
doing a
route
B
is going
split.
to be. So only a single Allen drone contains that A main. They can work a little bit more towards this B side. Now the counter Allen drone coming out from Sarah gets the information on alert. There is that commitment for that mid control that you talked about.
Alarm bot will be taken out. Only 45 seconds left. Still strong side is towards A for Shopify, but they're quickly on the rotate. This is a full commit B split.
Recon Dart already ready on the top of the site. Looking for wall bangs if they can, but Alkia is just pushing forward towards the lane. Crossfire set up, double push in.
Nice from SR, good flood as well.
Second and third, two to drop the spike. Fluorescent capitalizing on the fourth, and Felipe is alone. And Fluorescent
SR look good.
This could get real ugly for BBL really fast.
Yeah,
honestly.
Like it was a bulldog because
If
those
as I kind of said in the first game with SR, they looked
crispy as ever,
better
and
than they were.
that was as easy as can be
Yep.
if you're Shopify. I mean, all of your crossfires.
And it just looks like
held
if they're playing
strong,
at this
it held
level,
true.
like
And if you're
Forget
BBL,
about
you're wondering, did we go too fast after
Ooh,
we took
nice
care of that
flash
alarm bot?
from-
Did we not have enough
I
control?
didn't think
But
like BBL's round was
it was
fine.
just Shopify with that
It may be a
early
bit
rotate.
slow to get onto the
Absolutely
site,
right.
but
It looks so easy. The smoke was thrown towards the back of
But
the
I mean,
site
that
for
was a
BBL, but where was the
demolition.
rest of the utility, right? The flashes to really isolate.
A lot
the
of called
players
good game
back,
after that
suffocate
round.
them. Hold that thought. Trying to go for an
And
attempt
so did
to be
Asuka.
aggressive towards a main. Mel gets picked off, but not before she picks off her own. IGL, sorry, the
Seven?
Alkia onto BBL's side.
And Alkia does get Vanya.
Taki Taki, thanks for the tier 1 and enjoy your little 7 there.
These are some good
2v2
trades coming up
though.
for BBL.
Oh,
They're happy.
Spike's
They're
on the other
satisfied
side of the
with
map
this.
though.
2 weapons collected, and still a drone
It's a
on the
Vanya
back
round.
of Ava here.
Spike has been dropped early.
Oh my god,
in
the
this round by
timing might be
BBL, so it
weird
has
here.
to be recuperated by both Vanya and Eva.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Might
right
be
now,
very
Shopify,
weird.
they don't know. They don't know, and Moya wants more information.
Yeah, it was.
She gets caught.
That is a massive like
It's just
crazy
Alexis
rip
all
because the
alone,
spike
all
just
the way on
happened
the
to be
other
here.
side of the map, but look at this
Yeah.
game.
Okay, ooh.
This timing, this
What
is
do
going
you
to be
do?
interesting. Pretty soon,
This
Alexis
is
is going to
getting
get all
really
the sound
weird.
cues.
You go
Unless
short?
they hear her.
Did they both hear each other? I think they did.
Now they definitely know.
Both of them
Yeah.
like what?
She's playing towards the garden, and Alexis
Totally.
did hear.
Now she's gonna hear them
and saw
running
the
through
recon.
middle.
Now here's the TP, so the
that doesn't
commitment's
matter.
towards the B side for BBL.
Shut the
So they're
door.
gonna double up in there on the post plant.
Didn't shut the door.
Be able to get the spike down, and Vanya's got a new smoke coming up here in 4 seconds. Probably gonna
One
throw
way is
some sort of a
probably
one-way
stairs,
down towards
maybe?
these stairs, so both players can really just focus towards that lane. It's gonna make this difficult, really difficult for Alexis.
Yep.
Just as you called it, at the same time, Alexis was pulling back just to avoid the L-drone, giving that time for that smoke to go out. So now both jump peeking. Alexis just waiting patiently. Here's
3, 2,
both
1.
of the jumps.
Yeah, they should 3-2-1 swing this.
The second knife, it did
Nice.
count for that one, and it works out to be a beautiful
It's a
trade.
Vanya
And
round.
Vanya allows BBL
Big
to get the
thrifty.
MasterCard Thrifty.
What a round to do it as well. Shopify are feeling pretty salty about that one, especially with how clean and dominant those first 3 rounds were. But for BBL to come and stop all the bleeding here on an eco, what a
that's a bit
momentum
aggressive,
change.
isn't
coming
That
into
was
this
kind of a
round.
troll from Fluorescent to peek
That
there.
was confidence right there as well from BBL, not waiting for the drop. They knew exactly that from that one-way smoke, that clock ticking down, that we would be rotating across here for the defenders on
Okay,
that
Fleur,
lane,
it's,
get the still left to swing out. But the bonus round was still pretty
Enough?
decent here for Shopify Rebellion.
Yeah, Mel
Oh, the
feeling
TP to
a
B.
lot of pressure right now. I think that Omen ult going
What?
off. Well, that
Tag.
was
Oh
from Mel.
my
Vanya's already
god.
in the back of sight right now.
What? But the KO knife tagged. I guess
So
they
much
just weren't.
confusion on the side of Shopify's side.
The drop comes in, almost caught with
Ooh.
utility underneath.
Oh, caught her with
Royal will find
util
a dropper
out.
down. Here's a Hunter's Fury just to stop the attackers from committing within the B side.
Floor
Upshot
is
missed.
insane for that
But
play.
the Hunter's Fury unfortunately
Got
cannot
got
connect
140 as well.
from Sarah.
Yep.
As that will force BBL to rotate, pivot back towards the A side where it's currently open.
Yeah, they're going to beat the defenders 100%. Gonna make it into the A site first here.
This is such a
Should be able to
BBL
set up
round.
in a post
They're
and Ava's got
just
everything she needs
sending
to win
it
this round.
everywhere they're going.
Go B. Oh shit, there's people here. Fuck it. Go away.
Yeah.
It's dropping itself just to clear
Just
out
like
the
as quick
port
as we can.
side.
Fucking
Even
send it.
here
Yep.
with the L-drone. And for Shopfire Belly, they were just waiting for the spike to get planted. They couldn't really hear the audio until they now start committing into different angles around the A site.
Yeah, and right now Killjoy Wens has that turret up, so it's gonna stop Mel's flank completely short here. Shopify, they're just trying to
I
constrict. If they
don't
get a
love
pick
the two players on the
somehow,
site.
some way, there is a chance.
Feels like these two are about to get smoked off. I feel like the Killjoy
Looks like
might want to
Eva
be on
wants to
this
set
side.
up to play to Hunter's Fury as a desperate measure.
Oh no.
Here comes the closing
So
in
long
from
as they know where
Shopfire
both
Belly.
those
Drop
are,
down
like,
from Fluorescent, low
yeah,
HP,
now
but
you're
still
in
getting
no.
some
You
to
got
Alkia.
ult,
Now there's that Hunter's Fury. They know exactly that it's coming from Wine. The push comes across.
Protector.
Beautiful position from
Good
Wentz
protection.
to protect her
Oh,
teammate.
Sarah
Sharp
got
Sarah
on
as
it.
well. There's not going to be any time.
Got
And
hit by it.
BBL will get the second one.
What a clutch, what a
Wow,
round.
You keep
they
the ult,
were
but
Mid-round decision
okay,
that we
BBL.
talked about
We're
at
gonna
the start
have
of this
maybe a
game is
game.
exactly what we saw
Yeah.
here in this post, but
And SR are losing to the things that they were
Gotta give
losing
her
to
credit,
before, where
gotta
they're
give
just
her
too
kudos. She just
like
stepped
Fluorescent
right
has been
back
too
onto that
aggressive
spike.
already, and
As that
multiple
Hunter
rounds
Fury's
like that
coming her way
cost
to
them.
try to get half. Doing what you gotta do, but BBL, strong posts here. And again, it started off with such a confusing round, right? Vanya just ripping that Omen ult right at the start, knows that that backside B is weak. And that just throws everything
Do you
out
want me to
of
actually
whack. It
ask
even
some of the
made
Ascend
Mel start
Rising
throwing
players
all
to
her
come in?
blinds towards A early,
If you
so
want.
I can if you want.
Totally
good
up to you.
pressure coming out here for BBL.
What does chat
BBL's
think?
doing a
You
good
want
job.
Ascend Rising players in the call?
Addressing this split from the A to B side, creating these confusions round after round. And finally starting to get a little bit more of the understanding of where Shopify Rebellions are currently placing themselves. But looking at SR this time around, they want to focus a more passive play. Fluorescent went from B to A, trying to spot across towards mid.
Deploying drone.
And BBL continues to play the mind games. There's this Aldro coming up towards
Too
the
many
A
people
side, but
already.
everybody's still working towards mid.
Edge.
Yeah, that's a good tuck from Floor, not giving any sort of line sights, not letting them know that the op is posted on the line. And with Ava without that drone, should allow Fluorescent some opportunities here. BBL's already taken care of this alarm bot about 15 seconds ago, so they're keeping Shopify guessing right now.
That's a big knife, because that actually hit Vanya, so she can't really throw anything to try to help her teammates who are
this
trying
is
to
so
sell this
good.
fake towards the B. And here's Alexis playing close. Nice molly on the ground. That's going to split the attack just for a couple of seconds here. Give a chance for players to rotate across. Here's the commitment.
Oh,
and a beautiful
my
double
goodness.
stack on towards 3. And a Brian
Well, that was
getting
fast.
flawless
Dang.
on top of
Mowed
that
him
from
down.
Fluorescent. We're staying
Double
cool
stack and
for
short.
Shopify.
Cool for sure, and that's the power.
That's a
of
big- that's big for
Sova.
their
You
eco
know,
as
you
well.
saw Sarah and
They
Noya,
lost
you
that, they were
talked
on a
about it.
save.
Both these players really focusing towards that spawn, trying
And
to
now
get
maybe
as
you're
many
on a
points as they
save
can.
instead? Like, that's a
And
big
Shopify,
swing.
They knew the whole time. They had all the reads. Alexis was not rotating at all, holding strong on this crossfire at A.
And that's the thing with BBL when they play
And
so
those shots are so clean coming out
direct.
here for Floor.
And that will
like if you
cause
have
the
the
first
right
timeout
players in the right place
out from BBL.
to where they're
to
going,
try
like,
to refocus what they could do here. I mean, if I'm looking at this from my perspective, it looked like they were working the map quite well and already getting a couple of rounds here, making it very close when you're playing your attack side first. I'm actually quite surprised.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. You know, even that last round, the way that
BBL
Alkia
timeout.
was up in middle in
Did
that
you get
market,
to speak
taking
any
care of
timeouts
that
of the night?
Killjoy turret in B main.
No.
That bait
I-
was
I would just talk
incredible.
to
I
Oscar
think
during
though
the games.
BBL actually send Alkia in
Like-
to actually try to punish and find a pick.
Could you
maybe
hear the
give it
timeouts?
A little bit more util.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually throw the smoke in spawn.
But any good?
That would really
Actually, no.
make
So
Shopify bite a little bit harder.
early
By the time
on,
BBL made
during
it
like
towards
the
that
beginning
A,
of
it
the
was still
season,
strong.
I was
There
allowed
still
to be
three
in
defenders
like the
over towards
official
there. So I
Discord
think
call,
BBL, like you said,
so I
man,
could
they
listen to
are
the
working
timeouts.
map.
But
They are
then after like
dissecting
week
it right now,
2 or
but they've
3,
gotta
they were
find
like, "Oh,
picks
only the
in
head coach can
process
be
of
in
getting
here."
that map control.
So instead of being able to listen live, I had to be streamed on Discord, or I had to watch a stream on
Talking
YouTube
about that,
and then
trying
type
utilize
to
the
Oscar
utility a little bit more to stick together as they have
Sounds
instead of
fun.
being able
more
to
of a
talk to them
broken buy this
directly.
time around,
Yeah.
buying around the Blade Storm available from Alkia. So will they try to do something very quickly for some mid control this time around? We'll find out when the barriers come up.
I think
They go for a
last time,
save.
and even for the last 2 rounds, Alkia has had so much freedom in mid. I wouldn't be
I would almost
surprised if
say
she
buy
really
here.
speeds things
And you've
up.
got kind of like
Uncharacteristic missed for
knives and
Fluorescent
three.
there. This should be a lot of noise, a lot of tells.
far.
Breaking a door instantly.
Oh, this one's
We're
weird.
looking to read that. 3 players are playing inside this B site. BBL's pushing up towards spawn.
Oh, you weren't
as the
expecting
swing
that.
comes out.
And you died
There's
to the
that
classic
first
of all
pick.
things.
And Noya's going to give the information that so many players are close. There's that shorty.
Wow.
Support from Sarah with the wall bang. There's only Wentz left. Guardian, 12 HP, 3 versus 1, has a lockdown to work with, but the spike's down out in the open, up towards the spawn, where Fluorescent is currently still waiting. Picking up here this Bulldog, just trying to get that pick. Players are slowly closing in towards the market. Wentz is trying to go for that 1v1 against Mel, but she gets dominated there.
So quick, so quick.
Elevate was speaking to
Fluorescent
the
is
team
just
the
so
whole way
mobile.
throughout
I
the
mean,
OG Ascent style.
those flying shorty kills, what can you do? What can you really do?
Relax, bruh.
Fluorescent is so mechanically gifted, and she's decisive. When she wants those kills, she knows exactly how to get them.
Almost got the second one too, that was crazy.
Yeah, and the fact that she's got help, she's got backup just immediately, no matter what. Exactly what you want
Okay,
when
big
you're on
ult
the
round.
defense side here for Shopify, and the ultimate's coming online right as you need them.
And the ultimates being used right away. Null command out
They
towards
did have
this
the killjoy
BD.
set up on the other side. That's good.
But Floor stuck within the site.
But now an
With the
off with people
And
coming
Walsh is being
multiple
surprised,
ways.
but an ult command just has
One,
to land
surely
the
not
shot. There's
two.
that first one, gets instantly traded out. Got the 1-for-1.
Got
It's
the
the best that you could
the
do
full
under
player
that
flank, not
scenario.
gonna
Yeah,
find
but
much
look
here.
at this. Noya is on the flank. They flipped the map.
They have a killjoy lockdown though. Oh my god.
This
Yeah, they're
is
gonna
be,
just
I mean,
force
BBL,
them to
they've
come
got
out
to
and
make
fight.
a plan to exit right now.
You have to
Sarah's
leave
towards the
CT,
spawn
right?
as well.
You have to
Mel's
smoke
just gonna
yourself
try
off
to
leave
isolate
CT.
them. Flashes are being thrown. She has a paranoia, not
Believe
allowing
they're just
players
gonna try and
push
get
through. And as they're
one.
running back towards the
Oh my
spawn,
god, they're getting
Sarah's just greeting everybody there.
owned.
What a retake coming out from Shopify
What a
Rebellion.
great
Yeah,
idea.
and that was planned all along, right?
Yes.
I mean, they just left Fluorescent to her own devices. They trusted, hey, listen, you get your 1. If you get 2,
Oh, a lot
that's
of
a
them
nice little
jet.
bonus for us. It doesn't matter.
She says
Either
it's
way, for
Jover.
us, we're going to retake B site no matter what. So, beautiful start, even better finish for Shopify here.
It's not Jova yet.
You want that under the pressure of 5
Hey, almost.
players
I mean, if they're
splitting
again, if they're
the
playing rounds
site
like that,
against you to still get 1. Having a reaction time.
It might be over. That's a
reposition
great
to a
plan.
spot where you're not going to get too much
Oh,
Mel with the
Mel's talking
sleeve.
shit now.
It starts off quite
Mel's talking shit now.
Oh, Mel's getting hyped up, Vans. She's getting hyped up. Getting
One of her
invested into
favorites
this one,
is, "What
as
the
she should
fuck are
be.
you doing?"
And BBL, these last couple of rounds, like we mentioned, they've been getting that mid control. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Would you be a
But
shit
on the
talker
way,
elevated if you were?
They need to be able to find some kills. Maybe insert
Were you a
somebody
shit talking
into the
baseball
shorty.
player?
That's exactly what they're doing this time. Ava.
No, not
finding
really.
Some ground towards this pop dog area.
I'll be right back.
Once they get
Yeah,
contacted
checking my
mid,
food.
that might open something up for Ava. Maybe she's able to punish someone coming sniffing. I don't think Ava's gonna go first. Oh well, she
Bit
is
slow
going
from
first.
BBL.
Thankfully, Alexis is just waiting with the fragment. So spots her opponent, slows it down for a bit. That forces the yellow drone a little bit earlier than
Like
that 1
passive
minute
up
mark,
in
and it
heaven.
doesn't really clear too much.
Yeah, BBL
The
really
old
want to
classic
send some sort
killjoy.
of misdirection here. They're only
Spam.
sending Ava to try to bait out more utility, and her teammates, they're regrouping with. I think that a little bit of indecisiveness coming through here for
Pop a
BBL.
KO ult against a Nico.
Especially when you have the null command coming out, you can't really capitalize on that smoke that was thrown towards the tree. So with 40 seconds left, BBL are rotating back towards the market and are just looking to potentially flood out through the market. But there's still time to work
They're
with.
ticking.
They're holding out towards the pizza
They're
for
gonna
now.
do.
Even smoking towards the spawn. Are they going to pinch
Gonna
towards the
push
garden?
spawn again?
Flashes to hold him down
Surely
for a
not.
bit. There's the
No,
capture.
why are you
Bomb
pushing
burst
spawn
out
with this
for
little
Roxanne.
time left?
Nice smoke coming
There's
out, though,
not
and Sarah's
time for
getting
this.
picked on the other end of these smokes. Alexis repositioned herself.
Like, even if that
Easy
went
ones
okay
right
for
there.
them, it's still gonna be so
Nothing
tough
really
to
that
actually
BBL
take
could do
a
now
side
with
without
the lure
dying.
that they had, of course. Vanya only with the Sheriff, and Alexis puts 3 in the round.
Ice cold for Alexis, and an immediate response as well, with just a simple, nice right-click flash. BBL, they've got to change something up here. The bleeding, they've got to stop it. Perhaps it's about time
We
for
had
that
a timeout.
timeout to come through, or because they've got 2 ultimates to work with, we'll see if Vanya is able to have some sort of quick play once again. The last time around, it was towards that backside B. You could see that the entire team is very much grouped towards that outside B. So maybe as her teammates get contact, Vanya's just going to rip that ult.
At the same time, Sarah is playing within the site. Hunter's Fury in hand, or potentially even a recon
Very
dart.
fast B again.
Starts with the Odin, though, that gets some contact. Deepa's already so low on HP. Recon being thrown. Shock darts, too. There's that
Oh.
person trying to do some damage.
Oh, it's not
Combos
perfect.
Of the utility, they didn't do it though. They don't have enough.
So now you kind of have to fall back for a bit, trying to find the right timing to find Solis.
Uh-oh.
As Alkio is trying to get that spray through the smoke. Elise committed now. The TP goes within the sights at the staircase. Here's our Hunter's Fury to answer right back from Sarah. Does not connect into anything yet.
Yeah, and I like
Alright,
where
what have we
BBL
got?
actually planted the spike. It's
Oh.
a very non-traditional spot. I think they're going to try to allow Ava to go for a spam play, play that
could be in
Hunter's Fury
trouble here.
in this post. Oh, Philippa, that tag is going to hurt so much.
Especially with that recon. Mel gets that pick onto Philippa, even
Oh.
drops in, and Alki also falls. Not a real opportunity for Eva to be in a great position to use that Hunter's Fury. 5 players swarming inside the side of B, and there's only 1 left. And definitely on a 5 versus 1, you don't want to pull out that Hunter's Fury. Just gonna pack the stats. Eva gets
Ooh.
1, but Shopify
Again, it's decent from
gets 8 points.
Shopify. This
Yeah,
was
yeah,
probably
and
too
this is
early.
just a
Like, why are we
dominant
going
defense
up
side here
when
for
they
Shopify
haven't even
so
actually
far. I mean,
came
we talked
in
about
yet?
the fact that they're
Right,
okay
we-
with retaking. They're okay with leaving
Like, you can't
one
be
of their
here
players
when
on
they
their
haven't
own
even got
devices
here.
because they've got the protocols
Like,
to
you've
be able
got to
to
be
back
more
it up.
patient on that
The
lurk.
utility right now is looking perfect. The teamwork, everyone.
And then like
peaking at
Alkia
the
just
right
swinging
time.
out
Shopify are
solo.
playing
I get it.
beautiful
You're
Valorant
trying
right
to
now.
sort of trade and you're trying to make a play in a 3v5. Like it
BBL
makes
side
some
of
sense,
things,
but
we mentioned it last round.
again, the
Ava's got
coordinate.
that
Like
Hunter's
RKO was
Fury
in
still
trouble
tow.
years ago.
It'd be nice to see if she can open up with something here, create some sort of pressure to
We go for that
open up a
pistol
lane
round
for
again?
Alkia. And again, they're repeating pistol round.
Yep.
See, this is what I didn't get on
Came out
pistol
towards
round.
B,
I
but
guess it's
Brezil was
land.
ready there with that operator. Gets instantly
Why is that
at
KO
least a
back
trade
here?
out on the other end towards the A main. So that's the op. Should I say
I
Mel
hate
falling
the
down.
like.
The op's
I
still
get it.
present
KO
towards
right,
Tree.
KO left click flash. It's good,
BBL
right? It's
just
better
like
than
to
the other one.
reset for a
Yeah,
bit.
but it doesn't matter. Like
Upgrading a
your
weapon
KO,
here.
you're just why swing with one
find
like one person,
something
one
to work
flash.
with as they
If you run into the
have this
team,
score by.
isn't enough.
Yeah, and remember the only one round.
You're gonna
out
end
of
up
the
with this
two
happening,
that BBO had
where
was
someone
on a
isn't
low buy,
flashed
just
and they
like
die
this one.
because they're in a
Ava's able to
1v4.
collect that Phantom, like you said.
Just get up here. I
like
get
that
it.
they're leaving
I
Wentz.
get
I
it.
think
Left click
Wentz
flash
is
is
gonna
better.
try to get contact a little bit earlier.
But just,
before
you're
these
better off
B
having an
players
extra
do.
player here. Or just don't do it.
Or they could
You could also
double
just
back up
be-
to Cat and meet up with Wentz. We'll see how this contact goes.
Yeah, bounce off the wall.
Be
or
able
something.
to 1v4.
Definitely so many options. Depends on what happens right
It's just
here.
like
Knowing
to
the
me,
one that's
like
gonna get tested
I
towards
always
the
like
market.
one bit of
Players
util,
of
one
BBL
player
just
like
holding,
peeking off
jumping,
it.
trying to create
That's
that ruckus. You can
2021
see There's
Valorant.
no commitment there, so they are definitely going to try to come back on a split. But unfortunately
30
for
seconds
SR,
left.
or for them,
Like, it's
nobody from
just-
SR is moving up from A.
Yeah,
If you got lucky and
BBL
catch like one
doing
person
their
there, sure,
damnedest
you
to
might. You know,
self-fakes
well
with
done. You
just
got
sound
lucky.
cues, but Shopify too
Well, they picked the
much
wrong side.
experience, too much information to bite on something like that.
Nice
Floor
job.
has so much vision.
Nice
my
jump
God.
for the bait, pushing through now. Fluorescence under pressure, but Alexis Soul holding the site. No way.
They
here
just
for
clean
the
up
players to be
again.
able to move in
They
for a
can't
plant.
get anything
No.
right now.
Shopify Rebellion. This whole
Last
half, they've
round
been
in
so
the half.
happy of just holding the sites, pretending to allow BBL to have all this control towards Min and shuts them down every time.
Yeah. I mean, if you're Shopify, you're feeling real good right now because, like you said, not only are they playing to their strengths, but so far they've had to just play standard. Really, I mean, a few protocols
To be
here
fair-
and there in their retakes, but really, most of these rounds have been pretty
Everybody knows
standard
how
for
BBL plays
Shopify,
this map.
and they've been dominant.
So in
True.
theory,
Don't
anti
gotta
anting them
fix
should be
anything
pretty
that
easy.
ain't broke if you're Shopify.
And you say that as
Here for
someone
Shopify
who
Rebellion.
lost on this map. To
Alkia
Well, yeah,
finally
Cleveland
won
literally
maybe of these
just
first
shot
executes,
us better.
where they're not really contested towards main. A little bit of a miss. from
I'm just
Cloudburst,
kidding
but
with you,
thankfully
buddy.
Nobody was there from Shopify Rebellion. They wanted to play a more passive
But I mean, that's the
retake
case. Like,
out towards the
if they
aim, but
shoot you
Wentz
better.
fell.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
fell and she didn't even see an
The problem
enemy.
with
Just
playing
got
SR is it's
spammed
tough to
down,
shoot
do
better.
That smoke. Doesn't even get
Yeah.
to shoot a single bullet.
Oh,
Unfortunate, Alkia almost able to equalize things,
they
but
probably get that kill. They do have a
right now,
silver
once
ult.
again, Shopify feeling pretty comfortable, slowly constricting in this retake. What a blind.
Hunter's Fury is
This
available for
utility!
everyone.
Also, we won a
He's
cent,
too
by the
good
way.
for
Oh,
Shopify
did you?
Rebellion.
Fair enough.
Vanya instantly becomes a live player standing in close
Oh my god,
range. Mel.
was that a no scope
Omen
off that
on
won the
Omen
round?
action. IGL diff. What a shot from Mel. The defuse comes in and Shopify Rebellion. They end the half 10-2.
Almost a
Well then, good job on
classic
anti-strike.
Vanya play to end things off. Almost crossed that
Thanks,
finish line,
bro.
but Shopify dominating from start to finish in this half.
That was so nice Nice. And really well done here by Shopify Rebellion on the retakes. You talked about those protocols there that didn't need to
Yeah,
be
that was a
tested
pretty
too
good
much by
retake.
Shopify Rebellion,
Oh.
but when they do, that's the type of action you see. But I love all of these trades that happen to keep this pretty
I mean, there
close.
is only a
But with
couple
that,
of them on
earlier,
stage, so I
we
feel like
spoke
that's a
with
bit
Eva
harsh.
about BBL's run so far, and their matchup versus Shopify. So let's check it out.
Yeah. I think they definitely got kind of nerfed by having 2 players stick, for
Şu
sure.
an güzel hissediyorum ve umarım diğer maçları da kazanacağımızı düşünüyorum. Çok iddialı bir şekilde ilerliyoruz ve buraya şampiyon olmaya geldik. İkinci map 9-3 bitmesine rağmen birazcık pasife çekildik. Neden hiçbir fikrim yok ama galiba o arenanın heyecanından dolayı birazcık pasife çekildik ama sonunu güzel bitirdik ve güzel sonuçlar aldık.
Holds it down. Michaela holding the other angle. That high low is still too good. And the crossfire even more beautiful for Crew Esports. And that only leaves one more. Oh, what a flick from Eva! It's a 1 versus 1 on that spike. Sticking it halfway. Goes up for the swing and lands that shot as well.
Wait, does the winner, loser of this play Liquid?
G2 gibi. Onları da ben finalde görüyorum ama bence bu kadar iddiaları çok çabuk
Yes, they do. Oh, so I mean, let's assume SR win. BBL Liquid is a pretty banging game. Sign me up for that.
And with that coming back from it, BBL still showing a lot of confidence. You know, when they
At least
played
this isn't
against
BBL's
their
map,
opening
guys.
matchup, they did quite well. They
Right,
came
guys?
in, proved to the world that they're ready to play here on the grand stage. But unfortunately here, as the first half we just witnessed now in Ascent versus Shopify Rebellion, it's been very one-sided to a point where Shopify
BBL Liquid could be a good game. I expect SMG will beat
Yeah,
Crew.
exactly. And you know, this is where that confidence it has
And we
to
got
stay
G2
strong. It has to
SR. I'm gonna
shine
be honest, I
through in
don't.
moments just like this.
I think the
It's
only
exactly
team
how you said it.
looking at SR right now,
I mean, look at these ladies
I think
on
an
the side of
in-form
BBL. The moment they
SMG,
walked through these
like playing their
doors,
best
they had
game,
stern faces.
is
They
he
knew
looking at
exactly,
this? Looks like the
what
only
kind
team
of
that could do.
business they wanted to achieve here, and this is it.
You need like the
Going into
best
second half
version of SMG.
Ascente. Attack side now, our defense. I mean, this is where you make your.
I'm not gonna
stand.
lie, I would not sleep on
Valorante on
G2.
Ascente.
I'm
And this
sleeping
time
on
BBL
G2.
the
I'm heavy
defense.
sleeping.
A chance for them to come back where, you know, when you're looking
I'm
at
snoozing.
this overplayed map.
Your
right now of
badge when
Ascent,
they play.
where the basics could
I don't
still
think
pull you
G2
through.
have got enough to beat
You
this team.
hope that the defensive half now for BBL, they can make this comeback. And it starts off with a knife to get some information towards main.
Like, I think.
But yeah, at the moment, this looks pretty easy game for SR to just win the entire tournament.
BBL didn't hear anything, but she catches that paranoia.
They really just want to try to push through and play the contact for BBL, but got denied right away. Shopify was ready the whole time over, but Vanya is holding within the smoke. What a flick coming out from Fluorescent.
He
Out
jumps
the
in the
site
smoke
now,
and
5
still gets
versus
the
2.
kill.
Eva and Wentz, at least Eva is there. Connects on the first wallbang onto Fluorescent and comes out with 10 HP. It's going to be very difficult for the last
I mean,
two
at least I'll
players.
be able to go on
Try
bet,
to clutch this back now
bet
for
on
BBL.
time.
Shock darts 2 to
Oh my
land
God.
right at the feet of Eva. And Wentz, it's all up to you. Isolated against 4 players now of Shopify Rebellion, upgrading to
It was 3-2, and I was like, oh, BBL, we got a game.
and everybody else was just waiting here from different angles.
That seems like a long time ago now.
Convincing second pistol there.
Oh, well, actually, it doesn't seem that long ago because this game has felt very fast. Feels like SR are going for like speedrunner. Win the fastest you can.
Give criticisms to Shopify, the fact that Fluorescent just jumped into that smoke by herself here on her own. But hey, if you're a Zoomer and you got aim like Fluorescent and you know your teammates are going to back you up at a split of a second, you get confidence. So Fluorescent is absolutely rewarded for that.
So bad.
But it was close. BBL, I mean, they had the right read and they were in the right place. That paranoia went out.
Speaking of paranoia, is going out.
Oh boy.
Shark attack coming out for BBL. And Fluorescent's just ready once again. Avenging her teammates, drop in a second. Now the shark attack.
This might be a situation like
Now, all
old
separated.
school
Fluorescent
playing
still
against
wants to continue
CNED.
to chase
Just
some
like find where
kills.
Fluorescent is, go to the other site.
This Blightstorm ASAP. Vanya getting a
Yeah.
timing, catching a timing. Unfortunately, it's a classic versus everything else. That's 2 dinks that she brought in. Unfortunately, no picks. But that's going to soften some players, at least for Eva with the Sheriff. Maybe she could work some magic.
Hey, if the scoreline wasn't 11-2, that's a good anti-eco. That's a good eco. You say, hey, good damage, guys. We did some money damage.
Yeah.
Great eco squad. Let's go. Let's win this gun
That's
round. So if you're a BBL, that's the kind of comms that you are definitely telling each other here.
Arthur has that
Copium
like
this time around as
classic
Shopify
American
Rebellion are at
positivity.
map point. It's been one-sided from
What?
the beginning to the end.
Like, you know, just the kind of like,
Thankfully, with
it's just Americans, you know, you're just
the
very,
Sheriffs, the lower bias,
you know,
they
you're
could still
all
come out
very
with
happy,
something
smiley,
of a decent buy, right?
you know, some of
Couple
it's fake,
Vandals,
but,
couple of Phantoms,
you
one
know,
Judge,
happy, smiley
small
people,
shields,
positive.
Not too much utility, right? We're missing a flash coming out from Philippa.
Yeah, but just like on Pistol BBL, they've got the right
Hashtag
read.
not
They've
all
got
American.
strong side towards B, another paranoia in tow. We'll see if they can actually get
Yeah,
the
like
frags this
Potter
time.
would be like after the 13-0 EG suffered, you know, Potter would be a good coach
but Felipe
to
is
have
there
for that
at the
moment.
staircase. That three-player
You know.
stack is now 2 players left, but in a great spot to swing out to surprise some players. But the trades are just
You would
always
not want to
so
hear the
good for Shopify.
TMV team
Drill
talk
from A to Z.
after losing
Off angle,
13-0.
Vanya using her own smoke as a little one-way and gets that pick on Tanoya. They'll anchor down the B site.
What the fuck
How many
are we
times have you-
doing?
Shopify Rebellion towards the B site.
Yeah.
But Alexis was already lurking for so
Your
long. He's
shit.
got so much
Your
this
shit.
kind of timing is really going to pull BBL out for the works here. Depending on how deep
This
Alexis
entire
goes,
map was
will make the
bollocks!
post plant even easier for Shopify.
I mean, to be fair, that is a good point. Why don't you Americans say bollocks? Because it's a great word.
1v1 is going to be everything for BBL.
And Mel, despite her having smokes, didn't want to
I think we just prefer to
get a
say
chance here for BBL to get that earlier read. So the gamble pays off. The plant
less
will come
British
towards the A
things.
site.
We have to separate
That
ourselves from our former
important 1v1 will
masters.
happen.
Yeah, but
That was
bollocks
the
is like one of
that's
the
gonna
best
try to
things
push
we ever
through first
invented.
and also
The
waiting
word
for a
bollock.
teammate. So this is actually great discipline from BBL, but Lexus still gets the first pick. Both
Oh.
players now low on HP. The knife.
Imagine if
gets
we just
destroyed
waited
right
like
away,
half a
but they're
second
setting
till our
up the
team was
crossfire.
also there.
Yeah, and those communications should be coming through for the BBL side. That both players are barely
What the
limping. You can
fuck
see
is
how
that?
Kia
Oh, it's a
is
one-way.
picking up the
They
speed.
planted the spike there. I was like, what the
It
fuck
was
is
a
that?
nice attempt. The backstab
Oh,
coming through.
Alexis could have
Alexis
timing here.
behind 2. There's that first pick. Oh, and it gets stopped
Vanya
by
doesn't lose
Vanya as BBL manages to stay alive.
What is
Good
bollocks?
Clutch, great clutch coming through for BBL.
It's
We
the dog's
talked about it in the
bollocks.
beginning of the round. That was a great read coming through here for Vanya. Had that paranoia, ready to go, ready to react, and is able to fully catch 3 players in that lane. So
If anyone can make a
beautiful
D's bollocks
duelist
joke,
type
that would be good.
Styles coming out for BBL side, and that's exactly what you want if you're Vanya.
And that smoke that was thrown by Alexis, I love it.
12
how
is
he
all
kinda
they
threw
get.
BBL towards the loop, thinking that, oh, we're throwing
Yeah,
one
wasn't it
twins here.
DRX
So they're
12-4?
playing towards A main. Somebody's going to have to stick onto the spike. Somebody's going to swing. So both players were focused towards that A main site. But thankfully for BBL, they had a 2 versus 1.
You know
Alexis was
Bolo?
also low. So they're able to manage to fight another round with a lot of aggression towards middle. A walk down here towards the area, and they're just looking to cancel out potentially a recon dart. But if the recon is going towards the spawn of CT.
What a molly, what a nade, and that timing.
Remember when Angel did that TP and
Alexis
stuck it?
completely wiping out Vanya.
Got a kill.
This should be a free plant.
Yeah.
Street trim him.
Everybody else is still stuck on rotates from the spawn. Door just got broken by Alkia, and the other 3 are going to try to funnel through the smoke. Recon Dart coming within the site. It's been waited on. Actually, it missed, so it gets a ping on a lot of information. An opportunity for BBL to capitalize on the information they just gotten. It turns out to be a 1-for-1, and unfortunately,
Well,
Alkia
GG.
can get that pick onto Noya. It becomes easy like that.
Oh,
as
that was a quick one.
Shopify take the first map, 13-3.
Clean.
God, we get to watch Angel play Valorant again. And Red
That's
God.
exciting.
See, this is the thing. People say that, like, you know, the people in NA like, oh, EMEA doesn't have clout. We got Angel and Red God.
And with that, we're going to step away from the first map, but up next, Janiro and
Like, just think about
Analysts
that.
will
Just for a
break
second.
down Map number 1 of the set.
Let that wash over you. Who do you have?
Huh?
Who does America have? You got what?
What was the rest of the
Derek.
question? Oh, names?
No. Just in terms of play style. Angel, Redgar.
We have 10s. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you said he shouldn't play for Sentinels.
No, you said that.
No, you actually... I see, this is the thing. You implied that 10s should not be playing for Sentinels. And I said, but they will keep 10s on the roster. But it was actually you who implied that he shouldn't be.
So anyway, we also have Zelsis, we have Leaf, we have Zeppa, we've got Stingers, we've got Judges, we've got Vanity Style, we've got
Tell me this. If you had to live with an NA Valorant pro, who would you pick?
if I had to live with a pro.
Yes, if you had to live with an NA Valorant pro, who would you pick? People saying Zelsis are younger than me. Let's put it that way.
There's no shot.
Zelsis would be near the bottom.
I was
of the
gonna
list.
say, who is the oldest player? Because it's
No,
probably
some people are giving the correct answer, I think, which is Calm. Calm seems like a chill guy. That would be a pretty decent roommate.
I was gonna say Tens because he probably has money.
Let's say
But
that you
he
have
also,
to live
he also
with-
gets sick. He also gets sick all the time. I don't want to get sick from my room.
Oh, and you don't want to make him sick either, because then people will be mad.
True. Let me briefly.
Chet,
look
bro,
at all the
he'd just be
teams.
sleeping. Isn't that the opposite with Chet? Does he
He's
ever
always
sleep?
awake. Yeah, exactly.
I've got to pay out. Hold on.
Man, I
Choose
don't want to live
outcome.
with any of these guys.
Wait, can you make a pred, Taku, or not? Do I have to do that too? Okay, I'll do it. Hold on. Stop.
How about Ethan? Ethan seems like a normal.
What's the
normal
map?
Human being.
What's the next map? Does anyone know?
Haven.
Oh fuck! I just ran an ad by accident. I just clicked on the ad button by accident. Why is it
Make
not
that money. Make that money. Drain the sense out of your viewers.
That legit was an excellent follow.
You get shot, you lose the round, you lose the game. It's an FPS game.
Cleova with the Prime and Peppermint with the 10 months. Thank you so much, both of you. I swear, Peppermint, you were here like yesterday.
Now with Effie's from Shopify Rebellion. Effie's, even after a dominant map win like that, what do you tell your team in order for them not to feel like overconfident and come in fresh for map 2?
Honestly, this is a scenario that we're kind of used to because in North America a lot of our games are like this and our players are very humble. So I'm just gonna go out there and like tell them like, listen.
Bro, you can't be like.
It doesn't mean anything. Next
He
one
can't
is,
be
like,
saying our players are
stars,
humble whilst at the
BBLs
same time we have
everything, so,
literal comms of them
like,
going,
they'll-
they're
they'll
so
know
bad.
that they have to stay humble and like, keep going for the next one.
Alright, let's see if Shopify can close
Our
this
players are humble, don't worry about it.
Not overconfident, we're staying humble, used
Very
to their
true.
wins. But something coming into this
Very
is
true.
the fact that this was
And
BBL's map pick,
Peachy
and we
with
were talking
7
about
months
how
as well.
Ascend also happens
Thank
to
you.
be the Turkish playground.
Yeah, exactly. But we also know that Shopify was going to come in pretty hard, and I think that they had amazing rates. I love the fact that we had the chance to talk a little bit with Effie's, because in so many rounds you could see that they were reading into what BBL was doing and they were reacting in the proper way. And that doesn't come only with the fact that you have good players and disciplined players on the server. That also comes with the preparation that you do before you go into the match. And I think from round 6 onwards, this was just Shopify's for the taking.
Yeah, absolutely. And we
It is
also
what it
talked about the fact that homework has been really important. Prep has been really important. You highlighted the importance of pistol rounds
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah, definitely. And Sarah was just an absolute freak in this entire map. Pistol round 3K, bonus round 3K. These are 2 rounds that are so important for you to get a good start in a game. Especially
honestly,
the bonus.
Sarah
It's just
kind of carried
when you
this
lose
map.
bonus and you're attacking
Her
side
solo
on a
is
map
really
like
good.
Ascent, it just feels impossible to come back in the half and gain any momentum.
NA is
We
to
already saw
humbleness,
that BBL
like Hitler was to
has slow starts in their
coexistence.
games.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, we knew that we can make excuses for what they're going through and everything that, is not going the way, but we cannot deny that what
It's
Shopify is doing
brutal.
this tournament. Like, all the rounds that they have lost, they're not even 10, and, they're into their second game. So this only puts us in a position to look forward into what the rest of the team can do, because everybody is having their spot to shine.
Yeah, especially when it comes to Shopify Rebellion and how they have been shining as well. It's outshining any of the competition, and whether that is based on mechanics or whether, as you already touched upon, the fact that they just have such a good read.
Yeah. I wanted to show around is
Wait, was it
number 8,
said by
was to
someone
do a
called
little bit of
Hands in
illustration-
Brim's Pants?
illustration
Oh
just
man,
because
that makes
I
it even
wanted
better,
to show
doesn't
something
it?
that happens on a retake. As you can see right now,
That makes it even better.
the game,
Hands
sorry,
in
it's only
Brim's
20 seconds
Pants.
into the round, and the spike has already
Comes
been
out
planted.
with the
Now, I want us to
poetry.
take a quick look into what is happening here. So Shopify is going to be using the Killjoy ult. around here, and we're going to be seeing the fragment from KO, from Alexis, just going all the way up to the entrances. So now, to the exit from CT. So right now, BBL is in a position where, yes, the spike is down, but they need to get out of the side where the rest of the players from Shopify are just going to be waiting. Mel has the paranoia ready.
Has BBL played any lands? I don't think so, right?
Through Catwalk. So there is no way in hell that the players from BBL can get outside of the side with enough health to do anything. Just because Sarah is playing with that Phantom, the kills, they're going to be coming one by one, and they're also going to be debilitated by the fragment. Easy retake and perfect execution, because as I said, the spike was planted in the first 20 seconds of the round, and so, Shopify Rebellion already had the perfect plan to go from the beginning of the round. They already knew that if that were to happen, they had the plan was ready.
Yeah, it's insane. The protocol there is just it's just a hard read. There's nothing else to say about it. They know that they're gonna leave floor on B, go crazy. If you get one, you did your job.
Why can you see my
yeah,
preds?
you overdid it. She gets her one.
I can show you them here.
Clear everything out. KGL
I'm not feeling great about them because I did have BBL going on a lower run and winning the grand final against SR, which feels like that's probably not gonna happen.
Okay, Sarah, you're going to be waiting here.
I also got EG winning. I got both of them wrong today, so that's not great. And I also had EDG beating G2, so my pick'em started well, and then it's kind of gone to the shit.
On ascent for BBL.
So don't worry about mine. If you want to know who's winning in the group right now, it's actually Axios C, a chatter I know. And San Francisco 49 always seems to do well in these as well. Do you work for VLR also?
That still was that shining light in
Flaxy, I recognize that name. Sorry if I don't recognize your name, but just chat more, I guess. Jamroot, or be a sub.
Why are you laughing, bro?
That's how I recognize names.
Wait, only 3 people have a correct bracket right now?
Is going to have this
in
moment where
mine.
she shines, and this is nothing
in
new
everyone.
for us, but unfortunately, it's not going to be enough.
There's a full page of them
Things
that
keep
do
being this
overall,
way,
but
and I don't think that for the
3
next
people
map,
in mind.
Shopify is going to be uncomfortable at all.
Yeah, and as a little reminder, when it comes to the next map,
Wait, was
we
Carlos
have
there? Where was
Haven
Carlos?
up next.
Oh, there.
And I think that's something that
Carlos
we
is from
really need to
Portugal.
highlight here, because if anything, Baby Bang, when it comes to this map, IGL's
I guess it
love
makes
it.
sense
Carlos,
with the name.
Yeah, definitely.
Spanish.
And Mel is great at calling on this map. We already
Well,
saw
no,
it.
you got Portuguese like that, but
Series against EDG, which is looking so far a lot like this one.
Oh, it's
And,
not G2 Carlos. He's not.
No.
Right now with
It's
the
Carlos,
amount of
who's a
rounds that
regular
BBL won on
VMEA
last
Throw
map. I feel like
City
they're
and a
still
bit of
not
a
even
rabble
really well.
rouser.
And I think that's going to be rough going into this
That
map.
sounds like
especially 'cause they
G2
are on the
Carlos to
defense
me.
side. I'm pretty sure Shopify is starting on attack again. So
Oh,
they're still able
speaking
to
of
set the
rabble
pace.
rousers,
And
Final Moment
it's
1 is
gonna
in the
be
chat.
rough on a map like
Jan's
this
situation
against
is kind of
the
crazy.
controller
Yeah, I
who
saw
really
a thing.
think where
Did you
they're
see
going
this? The, apparently
really
he
outplay you
retired in part
Do
just
you think it would be a
because
good
because
idea
of
for BBL to
racism.
just go on the aggression, just
Or
go
something.
in
Because he said
full
something
Turkish
racist
style
8
just
years
try
ago,
to
and
hit the
people were
shots,
bringing it
maybe
up and canceling him for it now or
disrupting a little
something.
bit the plans.
Is
Do
that
you
what it
think
was?
That's something that
I
Shopify
think so.
is going to read in very
I think it was like
So
some
I
clip
think
from
that this
back when
is
he
all
was
planned
playing
from Shopify,
Counter
the
Strike
fact that they
like
got
8
attack
years
on the
ago,
side. I
something
think
like
it's
that.
beneficial to them because the double controller comp that you play on this map on Haven, it kind of makes it so you can't play aggressive against it. Like you can really check the opponent. Now, like I said in the previous series, you still have to go for those plays where you try to make plays and try to get early kills on the defense side, but
He got banned mid-tournament due to a clip from 2014. Okay, 2014 is too long
It's
ago.
tough to get any type of action
Yeah,
in a lobby.
that's
You kinda have to
that's
get
really
fucking,
some
like,
somebody walking
what?
around the
crazy
wall right
shit.
now. Oh, like
That is
you
like
crazy.
crazy.
peek with it. What if nobody's there and then all of a sudden the entire Shopify is on
Being
scene? Like,
racist
is
a
such a
prerequisite
mind
for
game
playing
comp,
CS.
and it's tough to play against with the rush.
Yeah, mind games being also something that we've seen specifically on Ascent, and of course the mental from
That
the
is
side
crazy.
of BBL is something that we're gonna have to question. Look
DFV
into.
was
So
the
we
average
have
chat age in
AG ready
2014.
as
How
well
old was
with
I in
Koji Sega.
2014?
So let's
I
head over and
was-
see what they have to say.
How old? That's like 10-ish years
Right
ago.
now with Miseka of
So yeah, I was
BBL,
like
and Rebecca to help
16.
With some translation, just want to know really quickly, what do you tell your team, especially?
I mean,
after
how
a
old
like
is
that,
how old
in
is
order for
Jen?
them to mentally
He couldn't have been much older. He can't be much older than
Böyle
me.
bir
can he?
kayıptan sonra takımda
He's like
mental
22
olarak
or something,
resetlenmek
isn't he?
için ne yaptın?
24 maybe.
Oh, if he's young.
Normalde maçları böyle kazanmaya alışkın olan bir takım.
Wait, how old is he?
Böyle bir şey yaşamadık. O yüzden bu
Because that will deter.
biraz
If he's
zorlayıcı ama, teknik
like if he
sorunlarla
was
boş
younger than
maça
18,
soğuk girmekten vesaire gibi durumlardan,
then
maça
that's
skor
crazy.
girdik. O yüzden bunun
What, you're an adult?
Oh no, he's 28 now. So
Oh,
he
he's
was
28, so he was like,
he was
yeah, he was like
18.
18.
Yeah.
18's borderline. Like once you get to
normally we are used to winning our matches, so
22,
yeah, definitely this was a setback.
you
But
shouldn't be an
mentally,
idiot
we just
by
think
that point.
this was a warm-up
Like
for
everything
us,
you do from then on,
this is the mentality
you
we
should
have.
be
This
old
was
enough
just a
to
warm-up
take
for us, and now we
accountability
will show
for.
what we got on
But I
hand.
feel like, and you,
Thank you
and
very much.
yeah,
Let's
Elevate,
give
you're an
BBL
older
a
man.
comeback.
Well, how do you feel about your
They touched upon
18-year-old
the fact
self?
that this could being
It's
seen as a
pretty
warm-up map
dumb.
because you said it yourself, it doesn't feel like
Pretty
you have
dumb,
already warmed
very
up.
naive.
Yeah, and this is the
Also,
problem
it
is
does
even if
depend
you're
on
losing,
exactly
you still
what he
wanna
said.
win as many rounds as
I was
possible, so
probably
you have
nicer
some
back
type of
then, though.
momentum going into
I
the
think
next
I've
map.
become a
But they
grizzled
got,
old
like,
man.
no rounds, so there's no momentum built up for them. Yeah, I mean, 3 rounds. But
It also
it's
depends like how
what
bad
else,
it
like
is,
an
right?
eco round,
Because
So it's like
if you started like
doesn't count.
repeating stuff that
it's
Hitler
like
said,
eco
then
rounds,
it was
like,
like,
whatever, you know, I think this is gonna be a
yeah,
very
maybe
hard,
that doesn't,
very hard
maybe
map to play, especially against this comp.
that's
but I could be wrong, I just
yikes,
don't-
but
I just don't see it.
I think that one of the things that really has
Damn, I didn't
worked
realize
in the
that he
past
was
for
28.
BBL is very
Whoa.
duels. And that is something that they
Remix.
did not have the chance to do one single
Remix.
time against
It was a
Shopify
racist
Rebellion.
term in
And if they are
Portuguese,
not able
according
to
to
do
the
it in a
report.
map like Haven with three sides, they're
Can't
going
say
to be
that,
in serious trouble. So if we get the same
can
performance
really
of a
speak on it then,
Shopify
to
that
be
is
honest.
playing United, that is playing everything to a T, that every
Still.
single comp is it's finding a good find, a good
I mean,
final, then
I'm a big
I don't
believer
think
in
BBL has
second
a lot of
chances.
chances.
When it comes to their compositions and
Anyway,
when it comes to
personally,
they
as long as you
already
like
highlighted the
take
fact that they haven't
accountability
been
for
really
it
able
and
to isolate
accept
these players in Shopify.
what you did was wrong.
What are you preferring to see
Yeah,
them
I
come
just
out
think
with
that's
this
so
time
crazy
to
that-
try
I'm
and
happy to give people
It's
second
gonna be
chances
so
the day
hard for them
off,
to play against this comp. I'm telling you, I know what it's
as
like
long
to
as
play
they
against this
accept
type
it
of
was
comp,
wrong.
and it's
Forget
just-
8 years
it's
down the
so
line.
annoying. And if you can't get your duelists online,
That is
Vanya's gonna
crazy.
have to be the one that steps up, and I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna
Yeah,
have
but
to.
we need to stop. We need to step.
When's
putting
your second
Vanya
chance
in
final
a
moment?
position.
Well,
I
there's
know.
limits to everything. There's always an exception to the rule.
We aren't seeing Eva have the performance she had, you know, last series that they played, but I think that it is going to be the Omen that is going to be really impactful.
You believe in second chances?
There's so many
Unban
elevations
everyone
they
in
play
your
on, and
chat.
The comp that Shopify plays does not have a Sova to scan these elevations.
Not happening.
So
No.
I believe that you're going to see Vanya.
They
on
have to
top of
ask
short
for
A and stuff
forgiveness
like that
first.
to abuse.
And with Prime Agent Select ready
And most of
as
them
well,
don't.
we can just further look into and dig into whether or not these are the compositions that we're going to be looking forward to.
And that's not
he
to
wasn't
say-
even.
expect from them.
He
The
was
bridge
playing as
here
a
in Hookah,
sub
this
at this
seems
tournament
contagious.
also.
Hear me
And
out.
the
This is the
organizer.
way that
Fucking
I
hell.
like I think that across the globe, this is a very popular composition. I think that the breach has a lot of value. It can give you a lot of
So
things.
if
Of
I'm
course,
racist
this is
now,
very
like, no, here's the
composition
guys, you gotta
to see
understand.
in
Just because you
Haven,
get
but I think that
forgiveness
Felipe plays it
doesn't mean your actions don't get consequences.
Scariest
Those are
thing
two
right
different
now
things,
is the form
right?
of which
You
Flores
do a
is
bad
playing.
action, you face
She
consequences
was
for them.
actually hitting every single shot.
But
Even when
I
there
can
was a
give you
5-man
forgiveness
hit on
and
her
not
on the
continue
site,
to judge
she
you as a
still got
person
one.
for that.
And like, it's like there's so much utility coming in.
But the
and
consequences
still
of said action still
As we're
occur.
heading online, we're ready to head into this final, well, second map could potentially be the final one of the series because this is BBL Queen's final chance to try and push it to the decider. Let's head over to our casters, Vancilia
Not that
to break it
it's
down.
like a great situation to joke about, but just the fact that he was standing in for the Union makes this so much funnier.
Oh
to
my
me.
god.
Of all the teams that needed more bad press.
Hopefully with this composition, they have something that they can play against Shopify right now, as they have Shopify Rebellion on the attack, starting things off, already contact play against
That is
Eva,
funny.
who's forced to fall back.
Yeah, and that's some good damage coming out for Floor, immediately making
Here we go.
Ava
Okay,
and
BBL, what have you got?
BBL
You're gonna have to hit shots like that. Nice stun.
reaction coming out for Ava.
That's the combination you
Oh
want.
my god. Oh my god.
Stop letting her duel you.
Alexis, now a chance to win this because Eva's low in HP. Both players with Vanya stuck towards the graffiti.
Going in the
Alexis
smoke is a
still
good choice.
into the cross, hiding towards the hell. Both players now falling back now towards sewers. Alexis now has an opportunity to just stay within the site.
Do they
or
think
use
she's
the
gone
map into her
offside?
favor.
She like knows that they're
It's
short.
ridiculous right now. BBL
But
want to
does
double
she
back
know they're
and go
gonna be
back towards
long?
this long. Alexis,
she
I mean,
has
she
an
doesn't
idea.
know it, but certainly has a lot of wiggle room, a lot of room to play with here. Bird back online.
That's good. That's information right
Yeah.
there. So the plant for the spawn to swing
Oh.
out the
Oh,
first.
the spacing is
Not
bad,
connect onto
but
Eva.
good shot.
Great job by BBL to play the bait and switch, allowing allowing the lower HP to swing out first. And BBL, they start off well with this pistol round.
Yeah, and you know, Ava almost kind of
How close the prep? Did we do it? Did final moment do it? Finally some mod work for final moment 1.
and fell back there, but they had a breach, they had a fault line, they had a plan all along, and
These
they
shots from
wanted
floor.
Shopify to come up that short A. Beautiful
Dude, there's just some
reaction. These are the
people,
kind of trap plays
when they
that we can
take
expect to
duels,
see
it
on
just
this
seems like
defense side.
other people can't hit them. And, like Demon 1 is one of those players. Like I just assume that he's gonna win the duel if people are fighting him straight up.
Turns out well, Shopify now
Aspas is another one.
looking for some sort of a hit towards the C
Yeah,
side. A
it's
4-1
really
split,
interesting.
probably your turret to look for a push down towards middle, and that's where BBL is inching most of their bodies here. 4 players stacked within this B site.
Floor got so many free kills on that pistol, decides to get half armor, even collect the orb for herself. Marshall in hand. 4 defenders.
I don't like it when they
from
stop. It
BBL
makes me think
trying
attack
to
pause is
deny
coming.
this front B plant.
Right.
I'm like, no, keep
Angle
walking.
Floor decides to take. Usually
What are
with
we
Marshall
doing
like
on a
this,
second round
you
with
only
such
have
a
2 choices, long A, long C, or
crazy
front B.
setup? I mean,
Seems like
they
she's
must
trying
be
keep the
uber confident they are coming
What
B.
an interesting alarm bot.
Alarm bot forces out
Was
a
that
flash
really
from the
worth it
defenders
against
and
the second
swing out,
round?
So SR knows that there's a stack there. There's still a minute left though. Everybody's holding back.
I
to
legit
respond.
forgot that they won pistol
That
then with
trap
this up.
play should be good information that you should be telling each other about for Shopify. Little quirky things like that are certainly things that you want to keep track of on this map.
I don't love this
Noya's
Sova being
so
completely
patient.
alone either.
Still hears that
Yeah,
KJ
especially
turns up.
kind of round.
Just trying to buy a little bit of
With
time.
the
If she's
Bulldog?
able to
Short on
find
you.
a pick, that would be huge, but really right now, she just needs her team to regroup towards A.
We talked about the long range control. Once again, leveraging Fluorescent with the Marshall looking back towards Hell. Now with 20 seconds left, Shopify have to commit within the A site.
Yeah,
And
the
just
setup
thankfully
is
with
very
that timing,
because like
Believe
they're not
already
they have no
reached in
C
towards the A
coverage
site,
now
But the
too.
pick comes open on both B
Oh my
and also
God.
the A site.
They're
Shopify,
getting
how did he do this?
annihilated.
Banya's all alone. She's running
How
to
have
try
they
to
got
help her
2
teammates,
kills
but her
here?
whole team has just been
I mean, this
wiped
isn't
out.
good by
Noya,
BBL, but
we gotta get a replay
And look
to
at
see
where the
what kind
kills
of
are.
timing
It's
she
like
got, but
one
she
on
gets
one
away
side,
with
one on the
2
other side.
free
So
sheriff kills.
but your setup makes
If
no
you're
sense
BBL,
for a
this
second
is
round.
definitely not what you wanted, especially after how first map went. And after such a beautiful, dominant pistol round as well. Maybe Banya's able to get some kills, do some damage control, make some money, but
the
she's
Viper
getting
control
swarmed.
extremely Jover.
Becomes to be a round win here for Shopify Rebellion. Not really a
Yikes.
massacre thrifty because of what you invested.
Now I know where the L in BBL comes from.
Potter, we have to see that replay.
Show
What
me the
happened
Noya
towards
perspective.
that B site for Noya to allow her to get
Have
those
you
2
seen
kills
the
And not only that,
the meme where it's like the letter of the day
at that long end, you saw that pause
from
for about 3 or 4 seconds. That's
Oh my God, the
100%
timing
nail
is
mid-rounding,
awful.
Is it
letting
the
her
Muppets?
teammates know, hey, let's be a little bit more patient. And right at that instance, Floor delivers. What an eco.
Sorry,
Oh,
what
Sesame
do you
Street, yes. Have you seen the Sesame Street letter of the day is L meme?
was about to get hit, but
That
there
makes
Noya
me
decided
laugh
to
so
swing out
much every
and
time.
allowing that 1v1 to happen right in the front of Wen's trying to capitalize off the assist
Just
of Vanya's
just
paranoia.
Google it.
Now we're just juggling some
When
weapons
they
around.
go-
The bonus run is quite good. They're working
No,
with the
come on,
Storm,
dude.
pushing towards
so
the C
funny.
side, holding towards the spawn now.
Like the actual one.
BBL's pushing up towards
Like
the
there's a
machine.
Sesame Street letter of the day L video. Just type it in and just watch it to yourself. And it
Attackers all
and they
grouped
just
here outside
people
of
put it
A.
as like a meme for anytime someone loses
Well,
something.
Kia, they've got to have a response for this dog. I like
When they
this
go
move for
clap,
Shopify.
clap, it
They're
always
reading
makes me
this
laugh.
game so well right now. Just leaving Alexis inserted, probably going to throw some late utility towards this A main as her team just rendezvous towards the C.
I mean, the dog already saw 3 players. Noya, it's an easy 1v1 there. That opens up the site. The breach is still far behind. They're trying to look for that trap play with the fault line. Now closing in onto Alexis down towards the lower window. The crossfire is still there. The bait and switch. Noya needing that last kill to get a lockdown available within the next round for Shopify.
Oh, poor sweet innocent final moment doesn't realize that when you put a link in the chat, I can hover it and I see what it is.
Decisive moves coming out here.
I
for
wonder if
Shopify,
it's
and I
Rick
think
Astley
we're
never
already
gonna
kinda
give
seeing
you
the
up.
tone and kind of seeing the approach for Shopify. They're absolutely capitalizing off the information warfare or lack thereof.
The best single of
You think
1988.
about Viper, you think about those walls. You're just really cutting
We got an
off
F?
so many deep
I think that's on
lines.
Twitch
So
again.
Shopify, they're so grouped. They know that BBL are guessing. They know that eventually BBL are going to come out sniffing one way.
With those, as you can see here,
She's so
Noya
swift.
done a great job. President of Denmark. putting up those numbers, having the ult we just mentioned on that previous round, and this is going to be very important now to counter what we currently have for BBL. They were on
It's
an equal,
F
they
for
have an
final
opportunity
mode.
to go for a full gun round. And for
Okay,
Shopify,
first actual gun round.
invest in it if it
Yay!
wasn't
Look at
for that,
Shopify's
that
money
lockdown
because they won the second round.
that Alexis must go for Bulldog
Yay!
instead, when she still has or Mel.
Oh,
Which is still
Elevated
so much
so
money to
over.
work
They
with.
aren't even playing
Yeah,
Viper.
and really, the options are endless for Shopify as they kind
They're
of
not even playing my
out this
anti-Viper
round.
comp
Noya
either.
already
Yeah,
with that
they're
Killjoy
playing,
ultimate
they're playing
online
with
in
like a
round
hand
4.
tied behind their back against SL.
Oh, it looks like they want to get that garage control. They want to pop this ult in garage, it seems. Cover going out.
Going to be the contact on the turret first. The dog clearing out all of that information. Instantly we break that turret. Noya goes in the corner, and there's that lockdown. Let's clear out the whole
This
area.
lockdown isn't as good against the
Vanya
Viper
still
wall
has
either.
paranoia though, and you can see that Wenz and Vanya, they're not willing to just give
push
up. They're pushing
down.
long C, and the timing for Sarah is
They should
beautiful.
go 1
She
for 1.
goes
That's not
one for
bad.
one.
Just like Ascent, positioning themselves where they could take advantage of the radius of that lockdown to get some picks. Vanya now being backstabbed by Noya and gets
Ooh,
dropped as
needed
well.
that one though.
C site now
Yeah.
open, plant coming down,
Yeah, they
and you
have
can pretty
no
much play the
control
long
of
range game
anything.
now for
They have to
Shopify.
re-clear everything.
And that's exactly what
TMV
they're gonna
asked
do.
Elevated
Place
what
their
the comp
strengths, go
is.
back and set up and reinforce this post plant. You even saw
Actually,
that Ava had to waste her
it's
drone
Breach. I know
all the
that.
way back
It's
in spawn.
Breach.
Yeah.
That lack of
KO?
information we're talking about is putting so much pressure on the BBL side.
But you told me it was Killjoy,
Noya
but
on an incredible flank here.
They're not done.
What else
They're
is
just
it?
going to keep flanking and flanking, so Noya's walking up once again. Patience on the information.
Is it
on
Omen?
the
I
three
don't know what
players.
Smokes
There's
is.
the first
Yeah.
one, second
Omen.
towards the long, fully flashed.
Go on, what's the fifth?
But at least the teammates there. Mel
Sky.
moves up towards the long
Sky.
C, and all three players
Sky.
on the attempt of a retake, it's fully denied.
The moves coming through. If it's not Noya on the flank, it's Mel on the flank. If it's not Mel,
triple
it's gonna be
initiated, no
Sarah,
duelist.
right?
Yeah, a
It's the
little
power of the
elevated,
double controllers coming through here
elevated special.
for the side, for the NA side. I mean, this is definitely not a comp that's easy to deal with.
We let him
Especially
cook
it's not a comp
the
that you
University
strip
of
very
Oregon.
often.
That's true. And with the numbers that Noya is currently putting up and all these flanks that she's currently doing against BBL, you know what that means? They're going to be
Hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. That's a good one as well.
100's Fury out though.
Oh,
Off
and
the
they
rim,
go.
The barriers come up, but it does not connect. It's an attempt to push towards the window, but Sarah once again greeting
Another
out
play
here.
that I
They're
don't
trying
like.
to go for the Fnatic play, but instantly becomes a huge advantage for Shopify.
Definitely griefing
This one always made me laugh as well, right?
Unfortunate
That's
for
like,
her. Philippa
oh,
still
Fnatic did a
has
play. It must
two
be good,
flashes,
even
though.
though Fnatic
And we've been
like didn't
seeing
get
those
anything
trap
from
plays.
it.
From the
And I think
pistol
lost the round
to
they
that
did it.
Anti-eco, sure they lost it.
And then everyone
good
just copies
ideas,
it,
some funky
and
alarm
it
bots, so
never works.
Maybe a weird trap play coming
There's just
into
too
this
much
one. You
space
can see
to cover.
the reaggressing down mid. That
Like by
does
the time
give
your
a
jet
lot of
has
information.
dashed
They heard the
and like
footsteps
run
too
all
as
this
well.
way,
So both of them inching up towards the window.
it's like you just don't have
This is
enough
going to be Evan,
time
Philippa,
to do it.
met up
And
as
at least
well.
Right,
Fnatic
it's one of
had.
those plays
way
where
up
like
towards C,
if
so
if
they
Durka
definitely
gets
know
the
the
kill
hit's
there,
gonna
it's
come
because
towards the
he's
A-side,
Durka. It's
but
not
the
because the
patience is
play
still
is good.
too great.
Yeah.
Noya's the one watching
And he
the play,
didn't.
catches one off guard, uses
And that was
the weapon
Fnatic
as a
with
bait.
their timing, which was all perfect.
Oh, and that fault line
Like-
doesn't catch her. She does get taken out anyway. With
Oh.
the breach on the flank quickly and Vanya in tow, Shopify's got to hit some great shots here.
Pushing towards the spawn. Wentz moving in. That's a 1-for-1. Evening up the tally. Spike is still down towards the back of the site.
Let's go,
Out
BBL.
in the
Figure it
open
out.
for Graffiti, and now it's just going to be easy for the last two players. The
You're
dynamic
too
duo,
clean
Mel
for
and Alexis
Shopify.
win their own duels, and they take the lead now by 3.
The dynamic duo indeed, and it's as simple as that, right? You just saw those comms coming through. Mel had contact as soon as she
Dude,
gets in.
Noya is
they're
having
swinging
herself
from
a
that spot.
tournament right now.
Beautiful fundamentals. Once
She's got to be
again,
one of the highest
love
rated
to see
players
that
at the entire
coming
event.
out here for the Shopify side.
Yes, I would assume so. BBL take a timeout.
She's
This might be a
number 2.
fast tournament. You know, I was kind of thinking like, oh, the grand finals on a Sunday. You know, I might want to watch the NFL. It starts at 5. If it starts on time, like I might not need to worry.
Hopefully, we see that proactive trap play once again. Maybe Alkia on her lonesome, they can do some sort of 4-1 play and use that breach.
Do
on the
5
other side of
push-ups
the
every
map,
time
or
BBL wins a round?
Some sort of pistol
No, it's
trap
too late.
again. Bait him into coming into that A side and just have Alkia ready with that operator.
Yeah. And it seems like it's almost the same storyline from what we've witnessed so far from Ascent to now that
At this point, I feel
still like the
sorry for
BBL,
them.
They have a synergy. They have some sort of game plan that they want to come up with. But when it comes
They don't
down
look like
to,
they're having very
okay,
much
we'll start
fun right
with
now.
The first layer,
No.
But as soon as they reach the maximum of that layer, everybody from Shopify is just always waiting for him on the outside of it, and they punish them every single time.
Yeah, they're reading the game so well right now. You know, you can just see that the communications are top tier, and that's exactly what you need to be able to react and
See that,
respond
like,
in
quick
the
cut
manner
to
that
everyone?
Shopify are doing right now. Each player on the same page. And for BBL,
You
it's the
scared?
slimmest of
Just do
margins,
it.
you know, if we
I'm
think
not
about,
scared of doing
again,
push-ups.
that anti-eco, I gotta keep
I'm just
going
too
back
lazy
to it, but
and
had
fat.
that not happened, this scoreline would look differently. Certainly.
7
So for
hells,
BBL,
Ned.
Hope is not lost yet. We're coming into round 6. Ultimate's coming online in the nick of time, and
Get
Ultimate
TMV
will see
the
what she's
breastplate
able to do down
stretcher.
versus Long C.
Yeah, off the timeout from BBL. Name of the
What's
game,
the
back
greatest
to
piece
pressure
of British
towards this
cinema?
Angel, try to flush SR
Cinema?
back to the off if they can,
Like the
but
number
Shopify
one.
works out for a bit,
Do you mean like
but no,
any,
it is good, but there's
like,
still
can I
one
have
happening
TV in
from
there
Sarah
as
down
well?
towards Sewers.
Yeah, look what Shopify did. They
I
brought
don't know
all
about
those bodies,
cinema.
shot all
I mean,
their
cinema, it's
rifles to make
probably
it
like
sound like there's a bunch of bodies there, and again, that Viper wall is up,
The Life of
keeping
Brian?
them guessing, and most attackers
guess,
are now
maybe.
grouped towards front B. So much misdirection here.
Well up,
The correct answer is Hot
not
Fuzz.
capitalizing yet,
Oh,
though,
Hot
knowing
Fuzz, yeah, good
Sarah's
one.
still in the corner. Execution potentially on
Ooh.
both, but unfortunately couldn't connect that shot onto
Hot Fuzz
Eva.
also good.
So it's a 1-for-1, but still it's Shopify Rebellion. They use the dot to capitalize on a hit towards the B site, puts the plant down, and we TP out, and it's time to play the pulse
Yeah, we're
plant.
quite good
Very
at
difficult,
comedy.
though, because they don't have the smoker in Vanya.
Yeah, Noya's got a full setup. Garage is controlled. Long C is controlled.
You're
and
good at
double mollies
broadcasting
on her back
esports
as
and
well.
comedy, awful at
Wrestling
playing
with the dash,
esports.
activated, get a shot through the wall, still connects the shot.
Yeah, it's like
Floating
sports
in
as
the
well,
air,
right?
and
We
now
invent
avoids
them,
that
but
Nanosword.
we're not very good at
Rolling
playing
Burner
them.
now being thrown. Now she's hit by it. Wentz capitalizes on that opportunity. A 3 versus 2 advantage, but Alexis and Noya
Oh my god.
Even rounds where it looks like they got it figured out.
more difficult for Alkia to try to get the defuse, and looks like BBL
I mean, the
that will
push was
opt to
just
save
wide.
the operator
They had
instead.
3 people
And
alive.
Shopify
Just
Rebellion,
have somebody
that could have
stick
been
and 2 people just
devastating of that
hold.
Rolling Thunder.
So
Yeah, I quite like
devastating.
Shaun of the
I
Dead as
mean,
well.
It's the 1-2
Shaun of the Dead's
punch
good, too.
coming out for Shopify, right? I mean, it could have been devastating, but Shopify always have.
Can I
an
throw a
answer.
1-2
Then
Bruges?
Crossfire there as Alexis gets
No.
contact. Noya right
In
up to the
Bruges,
plate.
great movie.
Shopify, they have each other's
Can I throw?
back,
I mean,
so
I can throw a 1-2 punch.
all these
I
protocols are looking
haven't,
so good,
but
and even then,
I'm
Sarah, she
physically
absolutely
capable
deserved
of it.
that
Yes.
second kill.
That's when Lux on your side too, to give some sort of hope for BBL.
Like going to Madrid.
Has been
It's the elevated one to go.
Thumbs up.
Effie's just with the thumbs up,
I love that.
like a
Good
fucking,
job.
Everything goes according to plan.
like a fucking dad from the 70s.
Right back within
Good
the
job.
action. Round number 7. Aggression coming out from Shopify Rebellion to same
Oh, speaking of Carlos,
conditioning, but this time
say his
a
name
minute
enough and he turns
just
up.
behind the smoke.
Yeah,
Carlos, are
and
you from
that's what just
Portugal?
makes Viper so dangerous, right? Just you never know. You just don't know how
Oh,
many
fucking
players
hell. We're
are
going for this
behind.
Killjoy turret setup that, again, they didn't watch the VOD of whoever the fuck it was, where the Viper just put the wall up and walked past the Killjoy turret and got a kill
Unless he'll just want to flash
on the
right
Killjoy.
away and go through. Instead opting for a pit, Noya gets
Like,
a
that
pick on
setup
the Lord.
literally doesn't work
What a
against
shot.
Viper.
And Wentz, this of course
Yeah.
is the lore why that we have trying to take advantage of the operator. As Felipa
Oh.
does manage to get the pick off onto Alexis.
Spam him out.
Rotating
No,
backwards
just
Spam him
literally
out.
shooting
towards the back
teammates.
of the main choke point. Vanya is now low on HP. Clock is still dwindling down on this spike, and there's really nothing that BBL could really do right now. We finally found safe passage and good positioning for Shopify Rebellion. Snake butt onto the ground, right onto the spike. Eva moves in for the wall, make the pin comes down though, and somehow we're fighting back. Only one left.
Winnable.
Noya almost had him, and Vanya comes in at that 5
Nice,
HP
let's go,
on a
BBL.
1 versus 1 against Mel.
Big retake.
Manages to stay alive and clutched around there for BBL.
Sometimes all you need is
Carlos,
a little
what was
bit
it
of
like
luck
when
to turn
Portugal
things
won
around,
the
and
European
that's
Championship
exactly
in football?
What BBL got in this round. Sarah, that should have never happened.
Just a
You saw her
little
fumbling, pulling the molly
fun
out, pulling the
fact, I was
Shuri out,
actually
then getting
in
the
Portugal
Phantom
for
out.
the start of that
Just
tournament, so I feel
unlucky
like that was probably why
circumstances,
you
but
won.
for BBL, they were so decisive in that
I'm
moment.
not
in
doing
that
5
retake,
push-ups.
completely catching Sarah off guard. And this
Do
was
it.
not a round that BBL
No.
should have had any
You.
I'll do it with you.
chance in
I
whatsoever.
will. I'll do
But
it
I
with
can't be
you.
bothered. Yeah, but what time is it where you are?
Nice idea to plant there for a long
3 p.m.
a long distance, but you don't have vision of what's behind it.
Yeah,
It
it's
gives so
fucking
much room for
11
BBL
here.
To try to go for
I'm
those
about to go to
sprays. Quite a
sleep.
bit, and speaking about sprays, got a
Wake
little bit
up.
of attack there onto Noya,
Imagine
who
going
once
to bed
again,
all
in round
hot
number
and
8,
sweaty.
has a second lockdown.
Yeah, a little bit
Wake
of
up,
splash damage.
streamer.
I like
Entertain your
this
viewers.
push coming playing out for BBL. You can
See, that's the thing.
Again, they're looking for
Don't
fights,
get that.
putting
If
the
my
aggression
number
on
one
towards that
streaming
A
tip
main.
is
A lot of sound cues. They know
set
that
your
this
viewers'
minion is coming,
expectation
but-
low.
Oh, they've got to fall back, Vans. They didn't even take care of any of the util. This is going to be a simple post plant.
True. I can't imagine being a streamer like Tyler One or somebody who like yells and rages all the time. That shit would be
There is
exhausting.
ult to ult from both lockdowns on both ends. Of course, the one for Shopify Rebellion is going to take a little bit longer. Wen still manages to get the pick, though, onto Fluorescent, allowing now the defenders to slowly come back within the site, just staying outside of the radius of that lockdown inside BB. Yes, one is detained, but it doesn't matter for those that are still alive within this B site for BBL. Flash coming through towards this one. One way's being thrown right now, and it's still the duels coming through. Nice little spray coming out from Noya as well. The spike still hasn't been diffused.
Not time.
This is so uncoordinated.
Alkia, you can already see, pulling back towards A, having to save her operator, and Wen's doing the same.
With a fraudulent coach as well, and with the most fraudulent player scoring the winning goal.
There was a slight moment when Wenz was thinking about it. She absolutely wanted to be the hero for BBL.
Is Adair a Portuguese national hero?
Take care of that Killjoy ultimate, but it was just too late. It was too far gone. And even gets detained as a punishment there to add salt to the wound, but decent response. And for BBL, they're doing the right things, fans. You know, we talked about the fact that they've got
was a good goal, to be fair.
They are lacking information right now, and that's exactly what Viper wants. Both players in Ava and Alkia were walking and pushing and inching down towards that A main. They've got to start taking care of this KJ utility. They've got to put some pressure onto Shopify.
Yeah, Noya's definitely been a thorn in their side so far on this map. Map picked by Shopify Rebellion, and we definitely see why. They've been doing so well working around this map for the first 8 rounds. Now in round number 9, you see this dog coming out. Noya's also once again watching the flank towards the spawn. That's 4 players, that's contact, that's a lower buy that we have as well. And Wen's the one saving the weapon, is going to be able to allow
Actually didn't plant, they came back.
The raid boss is down, but the whole
coming back to
squad
fight.
has showed up. Shopify, they
I kind of like this actually.
A site to come back and avenge their teammate.
I don't love it because it feels chaotic against the save, and I feel like chaos isn't
Alexis
good
still lends that shot onto Wenz. That's one rifle down out in the open where we can't really pick it up there for Philippa. Both coming through the smoke, and Shopify still pushing forward. Beautiful flash mode. They're just running and gunning across the smoke, and Neva's just stuck in the spawn with no information.
This is a very demoralizing round to win.
Alexis
It's a very weird round to play.
Shot down to Eva. Shopify does not care.
Dude, I mean, Shopify's players look so locked in right now.
Like all of them just look insane.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
just
want to
look.
go back to that EG game and just watch it because I swear like no one was this like Fluorescent was probably this good, but everyone it feels like all of them are playing at like Fluorescent's like average level.
Yeah,
like they're all just hitting every shot.
So what a weird round we had ourselves here, Vans.
Definitely. Shopify Rebellion, like I said, they're just trying to test out the new team deathmatch map that was about to be
The fact that they smoked them off
they're ready
and
for it right now. Everything works from A to Z. Plants, execution,
smoked them
so it was
into
one
spawn.
that didn't work in their favor.
Sato won esports coach of the year. Oh, elevated Rob. What?
Bro, what just happened?
I hope we get a replay of that one. Vanya doing Vanya things once again. You know,
they're so fast.
She always does this, fans. She always randomly, all of a sudden, becomes the leader that her squad needs, and now has an Omen ult to boot.
But it was up, so how'd she move down there so fast?
I don't know. I don't know. Vanya's just different.
Sometimes you just want
No
to fight
replay?
back, right? And we've seen Vanya in those moments in previous matches on Sunset where she just want to, you know, pull her pants
No
up and say,
replay.
look, I gotta do
That
things on my own
happened, I guess.
sometimes. Let me just carry the team, bring that morale back. They've done it. And now Shopify Rebellion, though, they still want to move that confidence. A death ball of 4 players
They do it
towards
again,
the A
push and see.
connector.
Yeah,
But again,
Wenz-
this is the problem. You
Wenz
just
is
end up
just all
Killjoy alone
no
on A.
ultimate
It's
in
like,
sight, and at this point, BBL can't afford to play retake. But she's gonna have to. She doesn't really have that much help. Philippa is on the way though.
Dude, why is she staying on site if she's in retake mode? I guess she's holding
Comes
graffiti.
through, nice shot there from Fluorescent onto Wentz. Now the numbers are coming back in favor here of Shopify Rebellion. I mean, at least there's something I gotta say about this is that from map 1 to this one too, the trades have been perfect on both ends, but it's just always Shopify Rebellion having that extra push, the extra number to really take the advantage in these rounds. And now Alkia has to try to clutch a 1 versus 2. Sarah's the one jump spotting, and after that, they just want to play together. No utility available for the pulse plant though, so it's Sarah and Fluorescent just playing the buddy system, watching the back and forth, trying to see where Alkia will be coming from. Is she flanking? Is she not? And all you got to do now is play the audio. Wait for that tap on the spike. With the scoreline, it definitely looks like Alkia wants to commit to try to save the round for the team. There's a nice first shot right there, so it's a 1v1 that we're going to have. The tap on the spike, and there's no time left, really. Fluorescence is just going to play with her. Sneaks right out, easy kill. 8-3 now for Shopify.
There was a chance, certainly a chance
Gucci
there.
won Esport
But
Commercial
yeah,
Partner of the
she had to
Year.
clear it
Good for
every
them.
Angle. The whole time she only saw that one member in short A, and regardless, did not know where that second player was, making that 1 versus 2 even more difficult. But what a round. I mean, and you said it, Vans. This is definitely a stark difference from what we witnessed on map 1, which was just completely Shopify's game. This is Shopify working
Red Bull
I think Floor might be a robot.
rounds on the board, and this is Mel on
Floor might be
Shopify
an
calling
advanced AI
extremely
program to
well
play
right now.
Valorant.
They're calling another hold towards the spawn. Fluorescent looks like she was dropping a weapon all the
Turret
way back
is
towards the
just
spawn
bug
as well.
shit
That's an
anyway.
operator pick up a Vandal. And meeting up with the
The
team.
turret is
Push from Alkia just
troll.
on the window. Now that's trigger discipline.
Oh, you can't say that, Vans.
Pointing this time around, the upshot to break the cross.
Oh, Vans, you
No.
cursed. How
No,
could you do it,
Alkia.
Vans? You can't curse him all like that.
No, Alkia,
And it gets
no.
traded instantly by Sarah. Maybe another one. It's going to be a lemon style. Vanya's the one that's pushing forward, but
That's
Fluorescent is still there.
As if he
No.
said it, like, as soon as he finished saying it,
That's Felipe
she
Neva.
instantly shoots.
One with the Sheriff, one with the Vandal, respectively. It's the last round of the half. You have to go for it here. Owl trying to get
Oh, that's so
information.
funny.
Oh.
Oh,
Get the tap through the wall.
close.
Oh, it's so close.
What?
Sarah's looking at the wall. Sarah's just looking at the wall.
Uh,
Stays alive. Fluorescent's trying to bait it out.
why is Sarah just, what is the game changer's matter of just sitting there and taking the bullets?
Position was too good towards the back of the platform, and a 9-3. I don't think this time you're going to call it a 9-3 curse.
It's not looking good so far, at least. But like I said, this map, it is closer than that scoreline indicates. We're going to be able to shift the pace.
Is it?
Now BBL
Potter,
are
stop.
swapping sides, and they get to have a little
Stop
bit of breather
coping
at least
on
in
us
this
right
freeze
now.
time, and just remind themselves
It
that,
is an
hey,
attack-sided
we're still
map.
in this.
Oh, for
Alright, well,
fuck's
these
sake.
Ginny and,
Don't you
our friends
stop.
at the desk. Do we have any hopium left here for
it is an
BBL?
attack-sided map, that's all I'm saying.
It's over.
Ginny and friends here. Okay, everyone throwing
You have
the word
friends
friend.
now.
You have friends now. You do.
Let's go.
I mean, you know, Vansilli is being a little silly and mentioning the 9-3 curse, and we said how coming into this, we hoped that BBL would start off strong, get that momentum going, get that confidence going, Kuka, but didn't feel like we really got to see that.
I mean, I have to say that I can understand why they're nervous, and things are definitely not going their way. We definitely in this later rounds can see them being beyond nervous. It's just that every single plan that Shopify thinks of works, and every single reaction is so on time, and
But you got
everybody's
better
so
players and better
and you see
coordination.
that you're, you know, on the verge of losing. At least we wouldn't be saying goodbye to them, but
Yeah.
definitely with this scoring line, it's not looking good.
Jesus, we can't have a thirsty
You know what isn't
mod.
good though?
Noya?
Yeah.
Noya was an absolute menace. Right?
Bro.
Starting from the eco round, so I was
Aradella, thanks for the 50
won the
bits.
pistol round, and then Noya gets
And
two
Darstar
headshots
with
on
the
me.
Prime as well,
It was
thank
illegal,
you.
and then it just completely,
It was clean.
yeah,
Yeah.
it completely
Fucking
just
hell.
crumbles. Like, it's just so tough. And even here on this round was great.
She doesn't
Great
know
macro
you,
play.
bro.
We get the KJ ult down. We know that there's a guy, a player down long, and then she reflanks the long guy and cleans up the round with like a 4K. She's just been phenomenal.
We knew that this composition was going to be annoying in many senses, but you know, knowing that she can be anywhere in the map, having the impact that she's having, and I would say the same for all of the players. She was just perfect on those shots, on those transfers, as we were saying, and definitely on the
Fucking
scoreboard.
hell.
But this
I
definitely
sometimes
seems
forget,
like,
like
a team that is
I
going to
just
win.
sometimes assume
Yeah,
that
not
the
only
chat
that,
is
but I
all
just feel
my
like they
age and not
are
weird.
so
But then
aware
every
of
so
the
often you see a
prevalence of
mod,
this
especially like the
entire
mods.
series.
But then I do forget
All
that
these
like
macro plays and
the
everything
mods.
going on for BBL.
Amy
This is their
2
final shot
is
to
like
try
27.
and right their wrongs, pushing this to the final decider.
But
map.
somehow
This
a Man
is
City
also
fan.
Shopify
And then
Rebellion's shot to rewrite
the rest of
history,
you were
go
like
up against G2 goes
18,
into
and I just forget
semifinals.
that
So,
sometimes.
Potter, Vansilli, what do we make of this?
And Taku
I mean, I
acts
make
like
it
he's
that
80,
I'm
but
hoping
really is
that the
fucking
hopium's
like
there. I mean, I asked you all
12
at the
or
desk,
something.
and I want to start
He's still in that
believing
12-year-old
what
edgy
Shopify
phase of
displays so
pretending
far
to be
throughout
older
the
than he is.
series. It might be looking like a 2-0, but maybe I just said a caster curse, and then we're going to see a map 3.
I hope so. I hope so. Let's see how strong your curse actually is, Vans, because Noya is not slowing down. She's fortified her defenses. She's got a Viper
I'm
wall towards
23?
C, and
Well then act like it.
Sky flashes to help, and Alkia, she's got to find her.
BBL's walking right into it. Paranoia being thrown.
Personally, I think hitting into the Viper site through Garage is atrocious.
It's a choice, certainly.
It is horrendous.
Oh, hold on, though.
Strategy.
Hold on. You shut your mouth.
I mean, they're gonna win this pistol, but it's just
I'm
not
only
a good
kidding,
play.
Taku. Come on, Taku. You're the only actual one who
That's a
mods.
missile round. And it kind of started off, hey, this
I
second
need
half
you.
is starting off just like that first. If we can avoid any sort of shenanigans in these quasi half low.
What do you mean it's more reasonable to ask for a name when I'm close to her age? She doesn't know who the fuck you are. You don't have a chance.
Everyone speaks so highly of this squad on the
It doesn't matter what age you are. By 23, you should know. You don't.
Win this bonus, fans.
You're never even gonna meet this human
We
being.
always talk about teams taking a little bit more time to warm up. Maybe one of those moments here. It may be a little bit too long, but there's always hope. Starts off well with a recon.
I can change her.
That Killjoy still playing towards the C site, and BBL all the way towards spawn still. Playing the defense.
What does that even mean?
I want to try to push out, but knowing that there's a potential setup or a stack towards the C site by pinging out the KJ, they're moving in towards A, where the stack is actually moving towards 2 for Shopify.
Yeah, and man, Shopify are just, they are on another level right now, because right prior to this, Alexis sent a bird down short A. They didn't hear anything, so the
Here we
mind
go.
games right now.
Wait, didn't they win first pistol? They did.
You
Oh.
know it's clear. We think
Don't
you
lose
know
a
it's clear,
second
so we're
one.
gonna
They're running
actually
into a
stack
stacked
here
site.
anyway. Shopify.
Oh, I'm worried.
Strong side is
I'm worried,
A.
Mr. Elevated.
Yeah.
Mr. President, I'm worried.
Get down, Mr. President.
I'm worried.
Oh,
I'm worried. I'm worried.
No.
You know, I think Viper's
That's
pretty
two
good.
classic kills.
I think Viper's pretty good
Oh,
on this map.
no.
And a master class of a whole.
No.
I know that was on purpose. That was a calculated eco. Shopify are just, they are different, fans. The layers right now.
Oh no.
They're coming in. They're smurfing.
I kind of called it.
What?
As soon as they were
What
going
even
towards the
is
site,
this
I kind of
round?
knew.
A big
Yeah.
brain eco, and they just made it look so easy.
I'm just starting to believe that maybe Effie's told the girls to do it on purpose to lose the pistol so they could practice a thrifty on their end. Exactly.
Thumbs up,
Double
Effies, let's
thumbs
go.
up. Double thumbs up this time around. Now no money for BBL. Shares in hand for 2 players being Alkia and Wentz. Putting a lot of players, a lot of effort towards the C side. Potentially they're
Oh,
trying to take
that's
control
tough.
of this orb.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do, and I think
And
they're
they
gonna
didn't even,
just
like,
try to
everyone
commit.
bought
that
as well.
pistol round was clean. They did dominate towards the C. They're going to try to highlight Alkia. Sheriff in hand, fault line
God, I
out.
wish I had Potters.
Nice dinks coming out though from the classic.
Happy
Noya's down to 3
look
HP,
on
so
life.
inching in, or the players of BBL. Wall's about to come down. Flash not affecting Noya, but
Hold
she
on.
does have backup. Even if she falls here, Fluorescence still towards the back.
Okay.
Bulldog in hand, a dash away. 2 players to support. That's Sarah swinging in towards the
Look at
back of the
that
platform as Alkia falls, and also doesn't allow here for BBL to really edge in towards the site and try to get the flash. Close range battle though, and working out finally for
Never
Shopify
mind.
Rebellion. It worked out well for the first kill onto Noya, but they've
So
delayed
aware.
enough to pick off every single last players, and Shopify Rebellion are now up at 11.
Yeah, every angle.
That's
every
not my wall.
avenue
Honestly,
that
I don't
BBL
even
might
know, to be
have
honest. I'm
is
just
covered.
like,
Even
the
in
little
that last
tail of the
second,
wall
Mel
might be enough
fully
to.
aware, fully holding
I
that
didn't
back
actually
line and
test
just,
it out
again,
myself,
reinforcing
so I don't
that
actually
C
fully know. Maybe you
defense.
can still just do the old wall. Leviathan did a slightly
It was a
different one, I
good
think, that was a
lick of
bit
damage. Alkia
further
was able to
forward.
find her entry. And hey, if there was a silver dart
That seemed to
in
do
line
all of
with
it
that
and
with the
stretch out
flash
far enough to where it
and
looked like
trail
it
to
definitely
make sure you
would
get
cover
that
the Killjoy
one
turret.
ping off. All of a
I don't really
sudden,
understand
there's
why they got a
everyone
kill
running
and then
around.
they
So
slowed
right
the
now,
round
BBL,
down.
they're
Like,
going
you're
through
on
their game
eco.
plan, making
Just
sure that
Don't
swarm
know.
the site.
they do go through all those details to make
They're
these
playing
last few
scared.
rounds count as much
But
as possible
the main thing
because
is, as long as you have the tail at the
Shopify,
end,
yes,
I
sir,
think you
that
should be
is
able to
a
beat the
Mel
turret anyway.
Masterclass. I am on your side.
Can they hear me?
I think so.
I thought we had Portuguese in the crowd there. How do you know I said masterclass? But definitely, really, it's pretty much do or die at this point now for BBL. Go for your all or just fall here to the lower brackets. Oh yeah, Mel's been working out.
She's been working out
Wait,
for
what does
sure.
Mello say now?
And this is the last timeout now for this map. For BBL.
9
Shopify
times
Rebellion
2
still have
is
their two, but they
18%, so
haven't
it's more like to lose
haven't
both second
completely
rounds than it is
used
to lose one.
But with that, I mean, you're looking at the focus that Alkia had to grab up
The
the
problem with
orb
that
on
is, Mello, I
previous round.
can't
Haven't done
tell
that
whether
this
you're
time
being
around
serious
here.
or not.
What's the focus? What's the plan? as all of BBL are starting towards C once again.
Yeah, it looks like they just really want to be decisive, and I don't blame them. That
Oh,
pistol
net
round was
7.
clean. Even that eco round prior to
Tested
this
it.
was
Okay, so yeah, you
clean.
do need
So
to move
all
it
5
more
members, again,
towards
with all
the
that
C.
perfect
Yeah, you do need to
utility,
move it further up to
This is
fully
their
block.
protocol.
Okay.
This is the drills. This is the reps.
Yeah,
because
because I think Leviathan
year.
just moved it forward ever so slightly, and it just like came like and like this instead, and it looked like you could get past it.
The fault line. And Sarah is just using that line of sight just behind the wall to get a pick.
I just don't understand why they keep hitting into the Viper wall.
Yeah, I think Viper is pretty good on this map. See how that Viper
Well,
went
yeah,
in and
if
out?
you run into the Viper's sight every single round on defense, what are they doing?
Yeah, I like Viper on this map. Call me crazy.
Nothing's really working for you at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Shopify, they have every avenue covered, and we keep saying it, but even in this instance, Mel was talking about, you know, those land moves that she knows about.
Well,
The fact that
GG.
you can't hear
Early
when
bedtime
you're
for me.
land.
That's
the
good.
fact that if you buy a Phantom on land and you just spray through any of these smokes, you're gonna get rewarded. So even looking back on map 1, how many spam kills did we see? And once again, coming to Haven with that Viper in tow, it's Spam City.
Noya has only 20 kills. Yes, only in a 17-round game.
Aggression coming out from the sewers for Fluorescent and Shopify, but instantly Alkia
Viper on
drops
Haven
Sarah
is
towards
DMV's
the seaside.
Roman
Noya's still
Empire.
there to help out though. This gives a chance for BBL to at least start working the map a little bit more, thinning down the stacks in a defense of Shopify Rebellion. Look at him already moving here to support Noya.
Yeah, Wen's really good communication as well for the BBL side. You saw that she was pinging that turret, went towards garage, saw that there was no utility there. So great.
I
map
kind of have a
control
feeling that
round
BBL is going to
17
be
here for
boomed after
BBL.
this game, and they're going to lose the next one as well.
They play Team Liquid. It could happen.
We'll see how they react without those smokes though on this hit.
They're walking in for a contact play.
It seems like a game you go into and you're like not sure how you measure up against the other teams because you've been dominant in your region and you're playing this dominant team, and then you just get absolutely shit on, and it's like, alright, well, I guess.
Oh, yes. That was fun. What a fun watch. And Mike fucking turns up as it ends. All the mods fucking turn up as it ends. As our third game ends.
This sort of confidence when you're coming through in the next one, if you're able to have a round and your matches look as clean as this, you're feeling on top of the world.
You're definitely feeling on top of the world. You're looking at the path that you currently have for both of these teams, right? For Shopify Rebellion, they've had a similar story
Well,
in their region
it was
in North
fun.
America, dominating throughout the whole season, and then just falling
Somewhat.
pretty short. And then for BBL, they were starting to have a come up, but then you saw the dominance coming back.
It was okay.
So, tomorrow, the last day of 3 games. Fucking hell, it's like
Okay.
grind, isn't it?
Since you love hearing about stats, let me read you a couple stats.
Go on, read me a couple stats.
Current ACS across the entire tournament: Fluorescent 318, Noya 290. KD ratio: Fluorescent 3.13, Noya 2.67. ADR: Fluorescent 200 damage per round across 62 rounds. Noya 193 across 62 rounds. Overkill per round for both of them. And yeah.
Yeah, SR stats are pretty decent, huh? With all of them in the top 5. Is that updated from today's game? Or that already
Yeah,
updated?
it just updated.
Okay. Well,
it might have just updated for one
yeah.
map though.
No, yeah. Well, 62 rounds.
Is that all they played?
That
Two full
isn't-
series.
Well, they won 13-1, 13-2. So that is just 29. Yeah, that is all 4 games. Because they just destroyed everyone. Played 62 rounds in 4 maps.
Yeah.
That is quite a lot.
So they lost 1 round, then they lost 2 rounds, then they lost 3 rounds, and then they lost 4 rounds.
I told you we keep going. We keep going, and we're gonna slowly get there. And by the end of this tournament, someone's gonna beat SR because we'll slowly get to 13-13. We just need them to play 13 maps, but will they have to play 13 maps? They have another 2. I know they won't even need to play that many maps. Yeah, they'll finish the game before they lose. But anyway, that will be the stream, I suppose. So yeah, tomorrow 3 more games. SMG versus Crew. I don't think that will last
That
too
round
long.
from Vanya was insane.
BBL versus Liquid actually could be close, and then G2 versus Shopify, good game. And then 2 games on Saturday. It's a lower final best of 5. Oh, what do you think of this? You go from lower round 3 straight to lower final best of 5.
Awful.
Yeah.
Terrible format.
And then the grand final. There. So yeah, G2 or SR, but most likely G2 will have a pretty big advantage in going to the lower final. You would have thought. Anyway, goodbye.
See ya.